James, I've solved all of our problems.
Good.
I mean, not all of our problems.
Then.
We got a lot of problems.
I agree.
You got that drinking problem.
I do.
I got that gambling problem.
Yep.
You got that problem where you gamble on how much I drink.
Yes.
And then you win, and then you get paid in booze, and then we both drink the booze, and then we go out and we gamble on the dogs. You know what I mean? I can't solve that problem.
Yeah.
I've solved this problem. What's the number one problem with our podcast?
It's too radical, too popular.
That is a problem. That's a problem. But the main problem is we have to do it every week.
That's true.
What a bloody chore. We have to watch a movie or whatever, TV show, a thing we like, and then we got to yappity yap for 2 hours or whatever.
I'm making notes.
Exactly. But we don't have to do that because I've developed an AI algorithm.
Finally.
And it's just what we're going to do, and it's just going to make the podcast for us.
Yep.
So I don't have to think about it at all. All we have to do.
Uh-huh.
The one thing we need to do, we got to plug in the best stuff that we did this year. We've got to train the algorithm.
Yeah.
Then when we're finished, once that's done, that's it. Then every week we just push a button, new podcast.
And it's
every week.
only going to be the best stuff. It's not going to be all the dead air and bad jokes.
That's exactly right.
This is a good idea for once.
This is a big. This is perfect. Actually,
we should celebrate by having a big drink and gambling on the big drink. Don't you think?
I think we should do that. Yeah.
Which isn't a problem. I don't think.
No, not at all. No.
Yeah. Great. Well, who's going to edit all that together, though, to put into the algorithm?
Probably Collins.
Yeah, he'll probably have to do it.
Yeah,
And then he's fired, because that's the last time we'll need him, right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Yeah. But we'll give him a big severance package.
I don't think we have to.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, the severance package I think was going to be the best of.
Okay,
we'll just
cool.
Put it on
that's
we'll
good.
burn it to a CD for him.
And he can come and get it.
Well, no, he can burn the CD.
Oh, yeah, he could. Yeah.
You go down the shops and
That's
buy
easier.
a spindle of CDs, buy like 50.
That's way easier
If they
for
still
us.
sell them.
Yeah, absolutely.
And Office Works.
All right, so I guess if he wanted to, he could just start playing it now.
Yeah, no.
Great.
Red hot comic book movie news, shooting up your butthole. The Weekly Planet.
Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of the Weekly Planet, where we talk movies and comics and TV shows. My name is James, also known as Mr. Sunday, and with me, as always, it's my co-host Nick Mason.
Okay, it's great to be here,
Yep.
first of all. Did you do that last week?
What?
Crack open a sody pop?
Yeah,
Right in the middle? Right
Yeah.
in the middle of the intro? Wow.
it lets people know that I'm hydrated. They
Well,
worry.
no,
they worry about me.
No. It lets people know you're currently very dehydrated.
They worry about me.
That's going to make them worry more.
So don't allude to needing fluid,
Yep.
because then they're just going to assume that
I think you should open by going, damn, I got to piss. I got to piss so bad.
Do you think I should start the show like that?
Yeah, I think you should start the show. Because cracking it open means you are right on the edge of like being badly dehydrated.
Just like having a bevy, mate.
People are going to worry more.
I don't know, man. Look, I don't think anybody worries or thinks about me outside of listening to this or during listening.
Try it next week. I'll make a note of it.
Okay, so you want me to say, man,
No, damn.
damn, I need to piss so bad.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
And then don't open a drink.
Correct, yes.
Even though I want
Yeah.
to have a drink.
Yeah. But just the idea of cracking open a drink makes me want to vomit and piss, you could say.
Okay, I'll say that.
Okay.
I'll say it all because I'll remember.
No one will remember.
Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of the Weekly Planet, where we talk movies and comics and TV shows. My name is James, also known as Mr. Sunday, and with me, as always, is my co-host, Nick Mason.
Easter Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
What is Jar Jar Brinks? What
What did you say? What did you say?
What is Jar Jar Brinks in the room?
No.
Huh. A character I've invented?
Yeah. Well, then maybe. I don't know what he is. Is he? You tell me.
Yeah, he is, but you have to guess what element in the room he
I'm
is.
not doing that.
Okay. He's an alien that looks like a very, very mundane thing that's in this
A
room.
microphone.
It is. Okay, it is, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's the one sitting in the corner there for some reason. That's
Great.
Jar Jar Brinks.
Terrific.
Okay.
Welcome, Jar Jar Brinks. Because it's a big week, isn't it?
It's a very big
Because
one.
we're talking Craven the Hunter.
That's right. The
A
last
bad-
big spum of the
yeah.
year.
And maybe ever.
Maybe ever.
What do you think, Jar Jar?
Oh, he doesn't talk.
Oh, he doesn't talk.
No.
Okay.
Well, microphones don't talk, do they?
So he is a microphone.
No, but he's taken on the form of a microphone.
Is he locked into that?
Currently.
It's too late for this, Mason.
We are recording very late, folks. It's going to be one of those episodes, I can only assume.
Anyways, Mason, it's time for hot, quick news. In new Indiana Jones game. Indiana Jones in a big circle or
Anyway,
whatever.
that was so hot.
Yeah.
Looks good. This is Machine Games, right?
Yes.
So they did Wolfenstein.
It's
The
only
new
coming to
Wolfenstein, yeah.
Xbox at the moment and PCs.
Okay. But I think the shots we get of this version of Indiana
Seems
Jones
good.
look really good, yeah.
Troy Baker's doing the voice. Yeah, sure. I mean, he does all the voices, doesn't he, Mason?
Yes, it's him and David Hayter, right? Who do all the voices?
It was him and Nolan North.
Nolan North, that's what I'm thinking of.
And not that they're not talented, because they obviously are.
Yeah, I should think you should get Tara Strong for the voice of Harrison.
I agree. So there's someone I would love to do it, but I don't want to be like.
Is it you?
Yeah, it's me. I'd love to do it.
Yeah.
G'day, boys. I'm Indiana Jones.
All right.
Get on your back.
What does that mean? I don't know. G'day, boys. That's good. I love that. We're gonna look. There's no time because it's hot, quick news. But I think we're definitely going to return to Indiana Jones. But he just has that voice for some reason. Is he Australian? No. It's just the voice that he has.
He's from where he's from.
Yeah, he's from where he's from.
Wherever that is. People asking, what do we think of?
G'day, boys. I'll be taking that idol. Thanks, boys. All right, see you later, boys.
Get on your back. You bloody stay there.
This is the perfect piece of news for hot, quick
I know.
news. Because my dual whip wielding. Anyway, for people who say that first-person action in this style wouldn't work,
Chronicles of Riddick did it.
Chronicles of Riddick, the Mirror's Edge games.
I know they're obviously different, but yeah, it can be done.
I'm like, I bet when you do the first whip across a gorge and you do a big swing, I bet you're like, whoa, this is
I bet
cool.
you'll poo your pants.
But you'll poo your pants. G'day, boys. You got any spare pants around here? Not important. Why, boys?
I hate this character.
It's so quick news.
This one's by the Rich Roll podcast. They had Tom Holland on. They said, hello, Tom Holland.
Hey, we're better known than the Rich Roll podcast.
Let's find out. Let's look at their numbers.
Who's
Rich Roll?
Is it a guy named? Is it two
is
guys
it Rich
named
and Roll?
Rich and Roll? It's like that band, Big and Rich.
Who's Rich Roll? Who is this guy? What's he up to? So on Apple, they've got. Well, we'll do it in via reviews.
Okay, sure.
Okay, all right, fine. They have 10,000, nearly 11,000 reviews on Apple Podcasts.
Okay.
And we have 1,600.
Well, all right.
But that might just be the Australian arm.
That may be.
Because I don't think that's right, Mason.
Wow. Well, I mean, they have 6,000 reviews on Spotify.
This is incredibly embarrassing for me. I
don't
thought
know.
we were going to win.
Right?
And I wouldn't have gone
We
for
could
it.
cut all this out, but I mean, that wouldn't be real, would it?
Okay.
I bet Rich Roll would cut it out if he were publicly embarrassed.
Okay, his
on
podcast has 1.3 million subscribers.
Okay.
Ours doesn't, but our YouTube channel does about those
All
numbers.
right then,
And his
great.
Tom Holland interview has 259,000 views.
Okay.
But if you look at a regular interview from the Rich Roll podcast,
Okay.
which I am, where he's talking to Alex Honnold, the
Alex
croc one
Honnold?
who said do hard things, his interview only got 50,000. They're averaging it out between like 20 to 50,000 views per podcast.
Are you saying this is sus?
Yeah, we have more views for our podcast than that.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Would you say this is a scam?
Yep. They got Rainn Wilson,
Okay, that's good.
18,000 views.
Interesting.
I don't know. I feel like if we got Rainn Wilson, it'd probably hit 1 billion.
I agree.
Because it'd be such a
Easily.
good interview.
And it's something that cannot be proven either way. I agree with you.
What I do like, and I don't know whether this is wrong because I haven't been through all of these, but none of these dudes are like cranks. You know, it looks like the kind of podcast where you get cranks on and be like,
Absolutely.
let's listen to all opinions, including to the worst man on the internet.
Yeah, for sure.
So you know what?
Us.
Us. Rich Roll, we salute you
We
and
salute you,
respect
Rich Roll.
and we forgive you.
Bless you. Bless you, Rich Roll.
This is probably an incredibly popular podcast that everybody knows.
I bet
and we're
it
like,
is.
nah, we don't know it. What's this?
It's
Yeah, anyway, Spider-Man 4 update from Tom Holland. He said, it needs work, but the writers are doing a great job. I read it 3 weeks ago and it lit a fire in me. Zendaya and I sat down, read it together, and we were at times bouncing around the living room. He said it does need some work,
interesting. Okay.
as mentioned. But what do you think about that? Does that make you excited for Spider-Man fighting Canal or whatever? Who's got a sticky knife? He's trying to get Spider-Man.
With his sticky knife.
Oh, I've come from the planet of. Oh no! I'm gonna jump out. I'll jump out of the way.
Well, I've been foiled again. Off I go back to my home planet, I suppose.
How you feeling, Spider-Man 4?
Look, give me some ground level stuff.
Yeah.
If you can give me, I don't know. Look, I would probably prefer. If it's going to be a 2-hour movie, I'd prefer 90 minutes of grounded stuff, and then at the end, like it gets a bit weird, and then we go, give me a.
And it turns into black and white like Thor 4.
Yeah.
And they fight a goob monster or whatever.
Exactly, with sticky knives.
Yeah, that guy had a sticky knife.
And just give me, and then maybe give me a cliffhanger, and then we go into space or whatever. you know?
Okay. I reckon you open big.
Okay.
He's fighting a guy with a big sticky hand or
Sure.
whatever. And then he defeats him. And I don't know. Then he stops him like.
Did you know Rich Roll's an
Muggings.
ultra athlete and a wellness evangelist?
Is he?
Yep.
Evangelist.
Evangelist.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a Great title you've given yourself, Rich Roll.
That's right.
I bet I could lift him over my head and dump him in a bin.
Yeah.
And I will do that.
Wow. Wow.
Do you think I should?
I think he should. I mean, if you can even catch him, he'll probably run away as soon as he sees
Nah,
you.
man. See, the thing is, I'm a good sprinter, so
Yeah.
I'll get him like up close. If it's over long distance, yeah, he would be able to clear some space.
I mean, he does say he's an ultra athlete.
Ultra athlete doesn't mean you're a good sprinter. He's specializing in long distance by the sounds of things.
And wellness.
And wellness,
Yeah.
whatever the fuck that means.
Right.
That could just mean you drink fish oil all day and he's got severe diarrhea. We don't know what this guy's working with. All I'm saying is I could definitely pick him up over my head and dump him in a bin.
I think if he was committed to realness, there'd be an episode here. Look, fine, Tom Holland, great. Rainn Wilson, that's good. But there should be a podcast that says, I'm going to be real with you. I drank fish oil all day and now I have diarrhea. Because we know he did. We know he did. And, there's a Zach Braff episode.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, nice.
God damn, Rich Roll.
Yeah,
His
I don't
real
know.
name?
But I mean, also, I don't know.
Damn, this guy's ripped as hell.
Maybe maybe his name isn't Rich Roll, but he discovered like an SEO hack where a lot of people misspell Rickroll.
Oh,
And they're
okay.
trying to Rickroll people. And he's like, well, if I get in there,
Get in the Rich Roll.
I get 1 million subscribers.
Says
or
he's
whatever.
1.8
Okay.
meters tall,
All right.
which is like a fraction taller than me.
Okay.
But that's his Google height. I reckon he's like 175 at max.
Wow.
I'm lifting this dude over my head, Mason. It's
Damn.
happening.
Okay, all right. Now back to Tom Holland.
He does have 1.4 million subscribers on Instagram,
Okay.
but the views don't necessarily reflect that.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
God, this guy's going to look great in a bin. Don't you think?
Yeah, I think that. Yeah, someone's going to look good in a bin. Absolutely, or bad in a bin. Whoever ends up in the bin during this scuffle. Is Andy Serkis? He's going to be Canal?
Yeah, I think they said that, didn't they?
That's been confirmed.
Is he going to be rotoscoped or is he going to be real in it?
I don't know, man. Just spray him down with some goo and let him go.
Just let him loose.
Just let him wing it. Just let him go on stage and let him just improv some lore. You know what I mean?
God.
I'm Canal and I'm from the Goo Planets.
I got a sticky arm and a knife arm.
And this arm will turn you into a rat. You know?
Is that a third arm?
Yep.
Is that what someone asked? Is that a third arm? Yep.
It's my rat arm. Okay, you said it. It's canonical now. And Tom Hardy's there with the love interest in the movie. He's like, don't let him touch you. His arm will turn you into a rat. You know? They brought Michelle Williams back.
Why?
Yeah, and she's like, oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, he's touched me, Eddie. Am I going to turn into a rat? Yeah.
Definitely.
You are,
Eventually.
because I touched you.
My rat arm. Wait. Which one's my rat arm? Oh, my God. Well, he was Snoke, and he was a CGI man.
That's so true, isn't it?
Trailers ahoy, though.
Honk.
We got a new trailer for Godzilla X Kong. Well, we're
That's
getting
right.
Godzilla and Kong fighting again in this.
We do.
Is that okay?
I don't think it's okay.
They already had a fight.
Yeah, I know. But people, they get along.
Yeah.
Then, maybe Godzilla wrote his name on something on the fridge and then he went to the fridge for it later and Kong had eaten it. Or it was gone.
Yeah.
And who else lives in the apartment?
And you know it's Kong because he left his big glowing axe in there.
That's exactly right.
You know, sometimes you accidentally leave your keys in the fridge or whatever.
Sure,
You do that,
absolutely.
and Kong's going around. He's like, where's my big glowing axe?
Yeah.
I know you took it, Godzilla. Godzilla's like, why would I?
Yeah.
Why would I take the big...
Well,
I don't use tools. I'm a lizard.
It's just a copy of what I do, if anything.
Well, it is. It's technically one of its plates, isn't it?
I think so, yeah.
That's great.
But I think Godzilla has gone mad because he's regenerating or whatever, or he's got
Yeah.
too much power. It looks like a too much power
Puberty.
situation.
Puberty.
He's running around. He's got too
Puberty.
much power. Yeah, okay, fine. He's running around going through puberty, and he's got too much power because there's scenes where the Air Force are attacking him and he's blasting him with a big zap from his body. I think he's got too much power, and then he's going to go. He's fighting Godzilla. He's fighting Kong.
Yep.
And he's going to go and he's going to go into that hibernation state. He's going to regenerate his pink Godzilla, and then he's going to come out and he's going to fight Kong again. And then Kong's going to be
team up
like,
and-
"Come on, man! What about this other big
Let's
monkey?"
beat up this big gorilla
yeah,
together.
yeah.
Did you like how Godzilla, like the bad guys, has got a bigger whip?
Is that whip? That whip appears to be part of Godzilla's glove, isn't it?
Part of Godzilla's glove? Or
Part
King
of
Kong?
Kong's glove.
I thought
They're
Kong
the
was
same guy.
battling.
He is, but I think that's initially part of his glove.
Oh, okay,
And
right.
the other guy whips it off.
Oh,
him.
I thought that was a weapon because you know they have weapons. I
Yeah.
thought that was his weapon, and then Kong needed a weapon
Oh.
or whatever. Or whatever.
Wow.
Seems
Oh.
like he must have lost his axe. Do you reckon he's going to get his axe matched And then he's like, I need a new weapon. I left it in the fridge.
Mjolnir style.
I left it in the fridge. Yeah.
Did leave it in the fridge.
Yeah.
Well, it's handy if it's late at night.
Yep.
You open the fridge door. Maybe the light isn't working as well as it should. And
Big
you
glowing
put the big glowing action
radiation
there
axe.
to see what snacks Godzilla's left in the fridge so you can eat them.
Yeah. I love that they live together.
I do too. I'm loving. There's. I think the director said something along the lines of they're a real buddy cop duo in this movie.
Sure.
And I'm loving that. The more I see them running together, the more I'm loving it.
Yeah.
It's
No,
great.
I was never not loving it.
Yeah. And the more I'm loving that the Japanese Godzilla movies are like, this is about the failure of the government, and then the American ones are like, this is about dudes being bros. So that's what our movies are about.
Oh, my goodness. Just a bit of an Academy Award update.
Oh, so it's happening as we speak. Well, it's just wrapped up.
It's just wrapped up. Night of Nights.
Night of Nights.
Let's all get in and out burger. That's the thing celebrities do.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's become somewhat of a Hollywood tradition.
Oh, yes.
I love tradition.
Look at they're in their tuxedos and their gowns. They're eating a dirty burger.
Can you believe it?
They're getting grease on their tuxedos and so forth.
Vera Wang would be spinning in a grave.
That's right.
Anyway,
Yep.
Oppenheimer won Best Picture.
It sure did. And
Makes sense.
some other results. Cillian Murphy won Best Actor.
Yep.
Was there ever any doubt? Emma Stone won for Poor Things.
Oh, I just want to point out, Best Actor should go to Bradley Cooper's reaction face to not winning Best Actor.
I'm so happy for Cillian Murphy.
Good for you, Bradley Cooper.
Yeah.
You're making the
Good stuff.
most of it.
Let's see. Best Original Song was What
You
Was
said
I...
Emma Stone won, yeah?
I did,
You
yeah.
mentioned that already, yeah?
Best Original Song, What Was I Made For, which is Billie Eilish for the Barbie movie.
Oh, the Barbie movie.
And a bunch of other stuff. So Christopher Nolan for Oppenheimer, well
Yes.
deserved. A couple of
American
American Fiction won for
won.
best adapted screenplay.
I should watch that.
So
I gotta watch
Barbie
that.
didn't come away with a lot of awards, but it also made billions of dollars. So
Yeah, that's
in a
fine.
way, that's an award in itself.
Don't worry about it.
Best visual effects is an upset. Godzilla -1.
What did it upset?
Don't know. Oh, I'll find
I've
out.
got the list here. Hang
Okay.
on. That beat The Creator. Ooh,
okay.
that was really good.
That was good.
Guardians Volume 3. Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1. I think you'll find that all of that was real and in camera.
That's right.
And Napoleon. That's a stacked year, though.
Yeah.
I mean, if any of those won, you'd be like, what happened in Napoleon?
Yeah. That's right.
I mean, there would have been a bunch of special effects, but
Yeah.
it's not as like,
Yeah.
look at this alien.
Exactly. It would have been the sequence on the ice.
Yeah.
The ice sequence.
Oh, my God. Makeup and hairstyling. Poor Things won over Maestro. Oh, my God. Bradley
He
Cooper.
did that nose and
He did the
everything.
nose and he did the
Did
wigs
the
and
nose.
everything.
Nose and the wigs. Nose and the wigs.
Damn.
My goodness.
Yeah, Boy and the Heron won Best Animated. I still haven't seen that.
And
But
Robert Downey Jr. for Oppenheimer.
Well done.
Best supporting actor. There you go.
And he also supports everything he did, didn't he say that?
He said that, yeah.
Especially the communist stuff.
Yeah, that's
what
right.
he said, yeah.
That's right.
Oh, my God.
He said whatever. He said, I'm in support of whatever will get me into the most trouble.
That's right. Oh, and Emma Stone called Jimmy Kimmel a prick.
Yeah,
That seems
yeah.
as if as well. It could have been in jest.
Could have been in
They'll
jest.
get in and out together, then they get the selfie. It's
Yeah,
been
yeah.
10 years since the famous selfie.
The selfie with Bradley Cooper. He's in it. He's in it.
He's in it.
And he's cursed because everybody else in that's won an Oscar. Ellen won an Oscar.
Yeah? Liza Minnelli, who's
Liza-
apparently crouched down the back, won an Oscar.
Won an Oscar.
Yeah.
They all won an Oscar except Bradley Cooper.
God.
Yeah.
Remember one of the biggest news in the world is somebody took a selfie
Oh my
at the Oscars.
God. Because selfies were big. Celebrities were big.
They were big.
We loved celebrities. We loved selfies.
We did, yeah.
Taking a selfie.
We did.
Hashtag selfie.
Hashtag taking a selfie.
Hashtag taking a selfie.
So there you go.
That's right.
Anyway, who won the Razzies? Who gives a shit? Fuck off.
Oh, is that the same night?
I think it was last night.
Okay.
I'm not
Best
sure.
animated feature, The Boy and the Heron.
I said that already, Mason. It beat
Well,
the
I'm saying it
Spider-Verse.
again. Best supporting actress, Divine Joy Randolph for The Holdovers. Did you see that as well? There was some controversy over
but the
one of the writers of Paddington 2 said that he'd written a script called, I think it was called Frisco.
Yeah.
And that Alexander Payne, who directed The Holdovers, had read his script and he'd written The Holdovers, and it looks very
and
similar.
there's one of those things where oftentimes this doesn't mean anything. You know,
I don't
or
think this does mean
but this-
anything.
You don't think this could?
Well, I mean, it
seems like there could be.
No, if you read it though, there's a sort of cover letter summary that's like, this is the same, this is the same, this is the same, and here's some scenes and you go, oh, that's quite damning.
Yeah.
But then the scripts are put side by side.
Yeah.
And it's basically just like two people are in a room and they have a conversation,
Oh, right.
and that's big time ripoff.
God,
I don't
damn.
think it holds any water,
You
honestly.
don't think it holdovers any water?
I don't think it holds any
You don't
water.
think it holdo maneuvers any water?
That's right.
Great. All right, should we move it along then?
Yes, let's move it along.
Night of Nights. Just the stars running around and taking selfies, gets them in and out. You're a normal person, pretend to be a normal person.
Just keep pretending to be normal. Be normal. Let's all be normal. Let's all be normal. That they just because we're normal. Normal. This is our life.
Normal life.
Normal life.
Okay.
We're normal.
Do you know what it's time for?
Let's kill a guy. Let's kill a guy in In-N-Out car park. Let's kill a man.
Who's the guy? Doesn't matter who. Let's kill a guy. Let's get the footage afterwards.
We're in a big cult. We got a pentagram. Anyway.
Oh,
They're
man.
normal. They're
I hope they
normal.
do have a big pentagram.
I hope so too.
I hope to see it one day.
Yeah.
We love Hollywood. Night of Nights.
Hollywood.
Anyways, Dwayne The Rock Johnson. Goddamn.
Stand-up guy. Professional.
Wow.
Always-
Mason, you wait.
No. The pinnacle of professionalism. Remember that time he was on set of the Fast and Furious movies and was like, I don't like Vin Diesel. He's not professional. Unlike me, Dwayne The Rock Johnson. Consummate professional.
They're probably just both lunatics, though, really.
Absolutely. That's right.
Anyways, everything I'm about to talk about here is from an article from The Wrap. And Amazon MGM said the following claims about Dwayne The Rock Johnson are false and ridiculous.
Defamatory?
No.
Okay.
They're just false and ridiculous.
Okay.
So we're going to get into this. People might have seen this article, but it's basically about a history of Dwayne Johnson, the opposite of the things Mason was saying. Maybe unprofessional, etc.
What?
Maybe
No.
turning up late, etc.
Look how big he is.
Maybe pissing in bottles, etc.
No.
Yes, Mason.
His gin or whatever, his tequila bottles?
Pissing in it, Mason.
No.
And you
He's-
bought so much
he's
of it.
producing beautiful tequila.
You're drinking some now, Mason.
I am.
Apparently, there are a number of...
Let's get into it.
Here
Let's
we go.
dig in the muck then, shall we?
We have to. There are a number of production issues ranging from Johnson's chronic lateness and lack of professionalism.
Chronic lateness?
I don't think he's that kind of guy, Mason.
No.
Maybe he is.
I was miming smoking steroids.
Then yes.
Smoking a big steroid
Then he
doobie.
was smoking a big syringe full of steroids. I want you to cast your mind and your MacBook, Mason, back to the year...
Okay, I'm going to cast my MacBook into this river.
Good. Back to the year 2018 and the movie Rampage. Johnson was late an average of 4 to 5 hours daily with one co-star, who we don't know who.
Or probably the only other person in that movie.
Yeah,
Who
whoever
was it?
it is, I don't know. The gorilla?
Not going to check. Maybe. The winged wolf or whatever it was. Actually, I think it was very unprofessional. I was here every day.
On set, away from his trailer,
Mm-hmm.
if he needs to pee, he doesn't go to public bathrooms. One insider who knows the movie star said, well, he pees in a Voss water bottle and his team...
Good product placement.
Absolutely.
That's the glass ones.
It's the
sort of
glass one.
cylinder ones. Okay.
And his team or a PA has to dispose of it.
Piss
PA.
assistant.
PA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is wild because surely if you're doing this, if you're getting a
It's probably so hydrated or really dehydrated.
yeah, it's tough to say. Isn't
I don't
it?
know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or maybe he's drinks so much that he's constantly on the verge of having to pee all the time.
Maybe he is. He actually got a quote and he says, I would never piss in a bottle because I piss so much that I
Wow.
would fill up the bottle with all my piss because I'm
Wow.
so powerful. I would need multiple piss bottles.
That's amazing.
That's a quote from him.
Wow.
He says, because my balls are so full of piss.
Wow.
My
Well,
back teeth
here's
are
a quote from
floating.
Tim Burton. He said, I would never piss in a bottle, but I would certainly never piss in a bottle given to me by Kevin Smith. If you're The Rock and you can get an additional trailer that has your personal gym in it, surely you can get like a little toilet put
Yeah.
somewhere in a little...
A little shower curtain.
Call Kenny.
Call
the piss
Kenny.
guy.
The piss,
The
he's
toilet
more of a
supply
shit guy, but yeah.
Okay, right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're not wrong, Mason.
It could be even like not even. I'm sure. I bet for Hollywood superstars who are like VIPs at music festivals, I bet they have really nice
VIP
portable
piss.
toilets. Very, very important piss. Yeah.
Very important piss people.
That's right.
Yeah. I mean,
You get a nice one.
get a nice one.
Nice lighting, good selfie lighting. You
Also,
know?
it's weird that you're like, if you're 4 to 8 hours late,
yeah.
but then
Get your
when
piss
you're
out of the
there,
way
you
before
piss-
you get there.
But then when you're there, you stay on set and piss in a bottle.
Yeah.
Your priorities are fucked up.
Yeah,
man.
that's weird, isn't it? Right? He's like, well, what now? I'm here. I've got to be absolutely professional. I can't simply leave and go down that corridor and pee and come back in 1 minute. I simply must pee in a bottle right here.
Yeah, that is wild. But how do you feel when there's a new The Rock movie or anything? How do you feel about it? What's your response? What if he was in Tron Ares? Would you like that?
Kind of.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, see?
He could be Big Tron.
Yeah, he could be Big Tron. That's right. You thought you defeated Tron, but now he's Big Tron.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's because whenever you see...
Think about how many lights could be on it.
If
How
it's
many
a-
light strips on the Rock when he's Big Tron? He'd look like a house at Christmas time.
I just think, whenever there's a trailer for whatever he's
He'd be
doing...
bench pressing Daft Punk.
Sure, yeah.
You know?
Get them and the Olsen twins. He's
That's
doing
right.
it all.
Mhm.
But just, he'll pivot. As he always
yeah.
does, and he'll try and fix his image. And
He'll squirm his way out like
That's
the little
right.
rat he is.
Do you think he's got a rat's heart?
No, he's got a lion's
And a-
heart. He eats it for breakfast.
But a rat's brain is what you're
Maybe.
saying. Good luck to him.
I
And we
agree.
respect him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, more DJ news or DTRJ news. That's Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
I know.
People call him DJ. Did you know that?
Nobody calls him that.
I've seen in interviews people go, they say DJ. They say, what are you doing? And he goes, I don't know. This is by GQ. They asked him, so we covered this a while back, but the Rock apparently was very late on a bunch of Red One shoots and other shoots prior to that, and he was so immersed in the process of filmmaking that he'd piss
Once he got there,
he'd piss in bottles and hand them to people as opposed to stepping away for the minute.
As wrap gifts.
Yeah.
You can hand him the Rock's pissed-filled bottle.
You can wrap that though.
That's
you wrap
right.
it yourself. So they asked him on lateness, and he said, "Yeah, that happens, but not that amount. By the way, that was a bananas amount. That's crazy, ridiculous." And then they said, they asked him about peeing in bottles, and he said, "Yeah, that happens. I've said 1,000 times, hey, I'm here. Come and ask me, and I'll tell you the truth."
Sure.
All right.
The Rock, you're not a trucker on like a 24-hour journey that you have to ship some, I don't know,
Yeah.
some gas across state lines or whatever. You got to piss in that bottle.
Do you reckon he'd ever turd out in a bottle? Hand it to somebody on
Do you
set?
think he'd ever turd out?
Yeah.
I don't think he would. No, I don't think he would.
But if you asked him, he'd tell you the truth about it.
No, you would.
So-
Yeah. So if somebody could get that question to him,
you turn now?
hey DJ, is that now? Is that now, brother?
Big time. So, just good stuff. Good
Yeah.
stuff.
Also, you don't have to confirm any of those things, The Rock. You could have just said, what is anybody talking
yeah,
about? I
don't
know.
ask me that.
Yeah.
It's a weird thing
Is
to
there
ask.
any proof of that?
Yeah.
You know?
Just all these turded out bottles.
Just go to the provided bathroom on set because you're The Rock.
Yes.
You're a big celebrity.
You're a big
And
celebrity.
you could just be like, hey, let's pause for 5 minutes while I turd out, everyone. And then it'd be like, ring, and the director would be like, and then all the sets would part or whatever. And the director would have the loud hailer to be like, The Rock's turning out, everybody. Rock's turning out. Quiet on set. Quiet on set. The Rock's
not
turning
break
out.
for lunch?
Nope.
Just quiet. Everyone be quiet.
Yeah.
Listen to him turning out.
Yeah, that's right.
Now, this is interesting because you were telling me this earlier. You've watched all 6 seasons of The Rookie starring Nathan Fillion.
I
Is
haven't
that
seen
true?
that. No, that's a
What
lie.
is that
Are you
about
saying-
even? Because
I
like
don't
he's a rookie beat cop.
Why have you brought this up?
And he's 45. Is the joke that like, oh, he's older?
It must be.
Because like, no, it is. I'm asking you. So because he's 45 and that's old for a rookie.
Yeah,
So it's like,
40-year-old
oh,
John
what are
Nolan.
You, what are you doing here?
The thing about him is 40-year-old John Nolan moves to Los
Yeah.
Angeles in the hope of becoming a police officer.
Oh, that's good.
However, he's met with skepticism from all corners and must battle many challenges
yeah,
along the way.
because he's old.
I think so.
Now, does he, as it progresses, as
Why are
you
you
get to
doing
like
this,
5
James?
or 6,
Why are you doing
does
this?
it like does he become like more of a mentor figure? Does he move up through the ranks? Does he stay a beat cop or does he move into like being a detective?
I think he
or-
probably becomes a mentor to Sean Ashmore. In fact, I know he does.
You know that
And probably
you watched.
probably a mentor to True Valentino as well.
Okay, that's
Yeah,
interesting.
That's
okay.
right, yeah.
Would you recommend this though?
I'd recommend it. I think you'll be hooked by the opening theme, which is Kings and Queens by Chin Chin. I think you'll be like, this has got a beat you can dance to.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you think it's better than like Castle?
Yeah, easily.
Okay, yeah. Okay, cool.
Easily.
It's on Netflix as well, yeah?
I guess.
All right, I'll check it out. Thanks, man.
What are you doing? What's happening
What
here?
am I reading this week? Thanks for your contribution.
Why are you suddenly obsessed with The Rookie? What are you doing?
I'm not.
You are, though.
I haven't seen it.
I know, but why did... Very strange. Very strange.
I've been to Lord of the Ringsing everything. We started at Caravan of Garbage.
Yeah,
We did Fellowship of the Ring. we're doing video games in between. So this week coming, we're doing the Two Towers video game. Oh, also BigSandwich.co this week, we did a Madam Web commentary. And I forgot this, but last week was the podcast we did. We got this covered where you bloody got me with unlimited Dark Knight Rises ending explained content.
Yes, that's right.
Which really messed me up, Mason. It hurt me a lot.
Yeah.
I think you liked that though.
I did. It was fun.
Was it as good as The Rookie, seasons 1 to 6?
It was better than that, considering I've never seen The Rookie. But I have experienced making a fun of you.
Okay.
I've experienced that.
Cool, man.
I mean, you're making fun of me now by
No, I'm
suggesting
not.
I've seen The Rookie. I've seen many wonderful works by Nathan Fillion.
Yeah?
And Sean Ashmore.
Yeah.
Yeah, but not that. I've
Which
not
one's
seen
Sean Ashmore? He's one of the brothers.
He's one of the brothers. I think he might be.
Is he a rookie in it too then?
He's in it.
But is
I don't
he
know
a rookie?
I don't know. He's probably not a rookie.
All right, Mason, this is by Deadline. Wolves 2 has been cancelled by Apple, they said. They said, we cancelled Brad Pitt and George Clooney's movie Wolves 2. They probably drew Wolf's $sign on the board.
Yeah.
And then went, no, we made Wolves already.
Sure.
Wolves, then another additional $sign on the end. Wolves. You didn't see this,
They
did
probably
you?
handed out mugs that said you don't have to be wolves to work here, but it helps, but it's cancelled.
You think they did that?
I think they did that, yeah.
Yeah, it's not. I talked about this last week. It's not great.
Yeah, so I haven't seen it because it's on Apple TV Plus, which now there is an app for my TV, but I haven't got it yet.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for a little time off, and then I'm gonna enjoy the bounty that is on Apple TV.
What are you going to
Plus.
start with? Severance?
Yeah, maybe Severance.
Dune
What else?
Prophecy, maybe. If that's
no, that's
on
that's on Bonge.com.
Oh, that one about in the future and it's robots and humanity.
No, I'll skip
Isaac
that one.
Asimov, etc.
Foundation. Okay.
That one?
Isn't there a few? What's Raised by Wolves on? What was that on?
That's on that. Yeah.
Okay,
Those
right.
Wolves is good.
Okay.
That's a Wrigley Scott one.
A Wrigley Scott.
Yeah, man.
Okay, yeah.
Man. That's very. That's some Blade Runner shit in it. I'll tell you that much. There's a bunch of stuff. Good stuff. Silo's good. I haven't seen season 2 yet.
Okay, yeah.
Yes. Greyhound, that Tom Hanks boat movie.
Slow Horses I haven't seen yet.
Slow Horses is apparently
should
good.
get that,
I haven't
yeah.
seen it.
Okay, yeah.
What's The Rookie on?
Why are you obsessed with the Rookie?
I'm not.
What's
I'm
going
asking
on?
you. What do you think
I
it's on?
don't know what it's on. It's over here. It's probably on like 7 Wow or something.
Over at your house, it's on the shelf in DVD form.
That's right. And Blu-ray. I updated.
Good. So anyway,
It is on 7 Plus.
What
The
is?
Rookie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know you know that.
I do know that now.
Yeah. Is it also on Apple?
Some of it. 3 seasons.
Which seasons?
Doesn't say.
Doesn't matter for you though, does it?
No, it doesn't, because I know them all by the back of my hand. I can just look at the DVD box set cover and I can just perfectly imagine every episode. No, I've never seen the TV series The Rookie. You're building some sort of riff.
I don't know why you even care.
I don't care.
Mason.
Why do you care?
I showed Apple my final cut of Wolves.
I would love some comic book recommendations from people. If
I'll give you
anybody's-
one.
Okay.
Batman Year One.
I've read it.
But have you read it?
I bet we've covered it on Big
I was going to say, have
Sandwich.
you read it again?
I have read it multiple times.
Okay, yeah.
And numerous times.
You reckon you've read it enough times, have you?
I could read it one more time.
There we go. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to give you something that I am watching.
Is it
It's
The
called-
Rookie?
No.
Okay.
Do you think I should watch it?
We established off air that James has no plan for this.
Nobody
He's
said anything.
No, you said you had no plans for. I said, "What's your game
No
here?"
plans.
And you said you
I've
have
got
no
plans.
You said you're just throwing this out there to see what happens. And I guess it's my job to spin this into some sort of coherent bit. Is it? I'll give it my bell, but more work for me. This is my version of watching all the extended editions of The Lord of the Rings. Is picking up what you're putting down, this scrap of an idea, and turning it into a bit. Is it? All right. See you next week for bloody.
So you're going to come in hot with an absolute
With an absolute
cracker of a fucking
with,
conclusion to this.
with a Shakespeare style conclusion to James tells people I've seen the TV series The Rookie,
all of it.
all the whole thing. Yeah. You're welcome, folks, and you.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
They're all good, aren't they? Oh, this is exciting news via Deadline if we're talking spin-offs. A second The Rookie spin-off is in development.
What do you
I
mean a
thought
second? The Rookie
Well, there already
spin-off?
was one because
Was
this
there?
comes after. Yeah, he pretends he doesn't know, but it's been a year since the show's first spin-off, The Rookie Feds, starring Niecy Nash Betts, was cancelled after one season.
That's a shame.
Now, for those, do you want to explain the premise of The Rookie just quickly?
I don't know what it is.
Come on, man. Let's be real with each other for once.
Okay, it's about a veteran cop named
No.
Rocky Rookie And he has various adventures as a cop, as far as I know.
No, Mason, he's called the Rookie, and you know this.
Go on.
Because he's a 40-year-old man who becomes a cop, a beat cop. And they're
yeah.
like, but you're old. And he's like, not old enough to cave someone's head in with his baton.
That's right. It's easy when the balance of power is in your hands.
That's what he says.
And you're given state-sponsored violence.
It stars,
you got a license for it.
Stars Nathan Fillion. And the Untitled spin-off series was written by the original series creator, Alexi Hawley. So set in Washington State, the second The Rookie spin-off follows a male cop who is stepping into a new phase of life in his second act. It keeps the major midlife crisis concept of the Los Angeles set original series, which started off with Nathan Fillion's John Nolan.
So they're just going with second Rookie. It's another Rookie.
What if there was another Rookie?
Well,
he's not a rookie anymore.
No.
Because he's a beat cop. Or something, or a detective. I don't know.
Yeah.
He's switching careers to become, became the oldest rookie in the LAPD.
Wow.
God, this is crazy. What did, you'll know this, but I
won't
have to
know
Google
this.
it. What is Jonathan Nolan's job? John Nolan? What was his job before he was the rookie?
He was Christopher Nolan's brother.
Oh.
Yeah. He wrote Westworld and stuff.
Oh, and then they went.
And then he was like, what if you're the youngest beat cop or something?
Let's find out. It's training and then blah, blah, blah. Biography. Here we go. Can't believe I'm telling you this. In the pilot episode, Nolan is storing his divorce papers and wedding ring in a safe deposit box in his hometown of Foxburg, Pennsylvania. He tells the bank manager that his divorce has been coming for 2 years and that he and his ex-wife Sarah have agreed to stay married until the son. This is all boring stuff, Mason. Jeez, I don't need a god. What did he do? What was his job? Oh, there was a bank robbery and he went, I'm going to be a police officer now. Why am I telling you this?
Because I don't know anything about the Rookie. I know you know about the Rookie.
That's true, yeah. Great stuff. Anyway, I don't know what his job was.
Probably just a man.
Yeah, just a man. What was John Nolan's job before Rookie?
Are you asking ChatGPT?
Yeah.
Great.
I was a construction company. He
was a construction company.
closed his construction company in Pennsylvania and moved out west to be a police officer.
Okay.
God damn.
Wow.
Do you think I can go into this show having not seen any of The Rookie?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, I do think that.
Great.
Are you going to is my question.
Well, I think I'd like to know more about this John Nolan
No, you
character.
don't.
Yes, I do. I've heard nothing but good things from you.
You've never heard anything from me about the Rookie.
We should move on.
Yeah.
I know you can talk about this all day, but I
couldn't.
can't. I've run out of things to say.
Yeah.
This is by the Happy, Sad, Confused podcast.
That was another segment of James is searching for a punchline desperately to end this bit, and he hasn't found one yet.
Sometimes you just get a bit of news during the week. It's like a bolt of lightning from God, you know?
That's right, yeah.
You keep a joke going.
Or a bolt of lightning from the devil, because again, it didn't round this out, did it? It's just expanded.
The devil doesn't shoot lightning, Mason. You don't know what the fuck you're talking
I bet
about.
he could if
That's
he
not
wanted
one
to.
of his powers.
I bet it is. I bet he
No,
could.
he's got a pitchfork and a fire or whatever.
Yeah,
you don't know.
I don't know. It's true, actually.
This is via Collider. It's a DCU. That's a DC Cinematic Universe.
Do you think Collider have some sort of sting where they go, movie stuff, other stuff, Collider?
Oh, yeah, they should.
They should. They can use that.
Yeah.
They can use that. Not for free, obviously.
I think they fired most people at Collider at one point.
And I can come in as a consultant.
Yeah.
You know?
They can't just take that idea, can
No,
they?
absolutely not.
Yeah. Movie stuff. Popcorn.
Yes.
Interviews.
That's right. Sticky floors.
Behind the scenes.
Collider.
Collider.
They're all colliding and stuff.
All Collider.
There's a guy who explains it. He explains the sting in case you don't get it.
I didn't get it. Not
Imagine all the
initially.
stuff it's colliding.
Yeah.
Collider.
I went there. I went to the headquarters.
Oh.
Been in there.
Nice.
Significantly less people there now.
Do you open the door and then like two really big like wooden stakes
Yeah.
spring out of the
They
walls
got
like an
me.
Indiana
Like
Jones?
fucking Ewoks.
Yeah,
There was an Ewok trap set for me.
Nice.
Anyways, James Gunn talked about the timeline of things and Batman entering the DCU.
He was on some sort of
I don't know what he was doing.
I
He
don't
was
know.
out and about.
It was a pod. He did a podcast as well, I think, but it was like a proper podcast, where
Sure.
they have cameras.
Oh,
like
wow.
a proper
Yeah.
podcast.
No, I don't know anything about that. He said there's no timeline, there's no set timeline for anything. The only thing that I've tried to make clear to people from the beginning, in the way that I hope we're different, is that everything in DC is going to be based on the writers. Until we have a screenplay that I'm totally happy with, that movie is not going to get made no matter what. I think that's...
Blade model.
Yeah, isn't that interesting?
Yeah.
I mean, we kind of knew he was doing this, but it doesn't necessarily guarantee a good movie.
That's true.
But just to be like, this script is fairly dynamite, as they say in Hollywood.
That's right.
And let's make this one.
Yeah.
That's great. They're not like locked in, like we've announced 9 projects. And remember when they announced the...
Simon Kinberg, this script is dynamite.
Is it? That's what he says. Is it? You think so?
You think so?
Based on what?
From me. This is mine. You understand this is one of my scripts. Okay.
All
right.
Can I direct it? Okay. I mean, you know the movie I directed, right? All right.
You know, I directed Dark Phoenix. You know, I directed
that, right?
You directed that.
I'll do it. If you want me to do it, I'll do it.
I feel like I'm talking myself out of this, but I'll do it. I'll go now. Can I sign a thing now and then I'll go?
Yeah. So he said, this is the order of things coming out. He said this to IGN. Creature Commandos, which is animated.
Oh, yeah, nice.
Is that late this year or is it early next year? It's soon, whatever it is.
Soon.
Superman's after that. That'll be
yeah.
like mid next year.
I've heard of it.
Peacemaker, season 2, which is also a reboot, which we'll talk about sort of.
Oh, yeah.
Then Lanterns, and then Supergirl, which is middle of 2026. So it's interesting that they're going to get Lanterns out, it looks like, before Supergirl.
Yeah.
I really like this lineup.
Me too.
Yeah, well, I mean, the Superman trailer, they reckon, I think I saw 20th of December for the trailer, maybe? I don't know. It's coming soon, though.
Yeah, nice.
And Frank Grillo talked about it this week, and he was like, goosebumps.
He said he'd got
goosed
goosebumps.
bumps.
I'm goosed with bumps, he said.
That's what he said.
Which is what we say in my hometown, where I'm from.
Where are you from?
Grillo land.
Grillo Land?
Yeah.
Is that Frank Grillo Land, or is this unrelated?
No, it's all his family's from there.
Oh, you're from...
It's like Munchkin land.
Okay.
But it's all Grillos.
And you?
Yes.
Okay. All right, that's good, I guess.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
That must have been hard for you growing up because they're all ripped and cool and in movies, and then it's you.
Ripped and cool, but I'm not in any movies yet.
Yep. Oh, and then
I don't even want to be in movies.
Yeah, I know. I'm sure people are upset about this or whatever, that like, what, you're only making the things canon that you made? Well, yeah, it's his universe and he can. Also, Peacemaker, good. It was
exactly
good.
right,
so
yeah.
maybe a good thing can be
Yes.
can be in a universe.
And I think it's good that they cut out the Justice League.
Do you think
not good?
Do you think it's good they cut out the post credits of Shazam 2 where they meet him in an abandoned gas station or something?
What?
At the end of Shazam 2, they go to meet him in an abandoned in the woods and he's zapping bottles.
The
or something?
Task Force X guys.
Yeah.
No, that should stay in.
Yeah, you reckon?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
And he's still out there
Still
to this
out there.
day.
Oh, they don't kill him?
Yeah, they're like, we've got a special mission for you, Shazam, to stay out here and shoot all those bottles. They're a threat to democracy and the multiverse.
Yeah.
So you wouldn't want those bottles to take over the multiverse.
And if you run out of bottles, well, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Just don't worry about it.
Just don't even, just sit here and wait for a delivery of more bottles.
There'll be bottles, yeah. So, yeah, he basically, so he confirmed that, everything is canon, he said this later, except the Justice League and a couple of other things. So it's not just that. And nothing can be considered pure DC canon until Creature Commandos.
Nice.
Which is, again, soon. Let me just find out the release date of that. Commandos release date.
You have,
December 5th.
you have a new version of Siri where you have to sing everything.
Yes.
You need to Google.
Do you have to sing well?
No.
Good. This is via Deadline.
Oh, yeah.
Are you-
Deadline.
Is that your one idea? I've just realized that that's your one idea.
I could think of a second idea.
What about it's?
Ring, ring. Hello, you're dead. Deadline.
What's the animation though?
A man.
Is it a line and they shoveled dirt?
There's a
over
very
it?
old. No, there's a very old man in a hospital bed, and he's clearly not long for the world. And a nurse very sadly brings a black phone to him,
Oh no!
and it rings, and he picks it up, and it goes, "You're dead," and he goes, "Oh." Then it goes, "Deadline." You think
The phone says that,
somebody does.
or he says it.
The WWE wrestling announcer guy comes in and he says, "Deadline."
Deadline.
Yeah, I think that would work.
Can he say, "Let's get ready to Deadline"?
You could say that, yeah.
He could.
Yeah. Yeah.
Great.
And then the EKG meter or whatever goes beep.
That's a flat line, but whatever.
Yeah.
I'm not here to mess up your great idea.
No, I mean, it's just flavour.
Yeah, it is flavour.
Yeah.
Deadline Mason again. You want to do it or
No, I think I think people are going to do it in their heads.
Okay, cool. They can see it.
Yeah.
you can see it?
Yeah.
The spectre of death. It's great stuff. Mason, put us in a phone.
Yeah. I'm
About
afraid, sir, the news is not good. Deadline. Beep. Oh, ring, ring. Oh.
I lost you on that one. I don't know when it was ringing.
Different
or who
stuff
it was-
happens every time.
Okay.
But it's sad and it goes for too long. That's how it works.
So it's live.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah, that's right.
Anyways, set photos of Superman. We've got some full body shots.
That's right.
Of Superman in his baggy suit. Bagging about.
Oh, yes.
I like it.
I like it too.
Yeah. How baggy will it be on the day? We don't know. How much are they tightening it up with
I hope
CGI?
they make it extra baggy.
Extra baggy.
Yeah, that's right.
He's big.
He is big, yeah. No, I mean, people have compared him to obviously Henry Cavill in the previous gen Superman, and they're like, oh, look at this guy, he hasn't bulked up. Henry Cavill didn't bulk up that much. Have you seen the underlayer of that suit? The Cavill
I mean, he
suit?
did bulk up. He did bulk up.
He bulked
bulked
right up.
But this guy also, and look, every Superman is different.
Yeah.
And if you look in the comics, it's the same. Sometimes Superman is like all lean and thin and New 52.
yeah.
Sometimes he looks like a fucking thumb.
That's right.
We're leaning towards the thumb Superman in this.
I hope the David Corenswet Superman is a big success. I hope this is one of the greatest Superman movies we've ever got.
I hope it's one of the greatest movies, actually.
Me too.
Yeah.
But I also hope that the next generation of Superman after this is the one where people go, well, actually, he's got an alien physiology and he's just naturally incredibly strong, so he shouldn't need to work out at all. So he's just a big fat guy.
Yeah, awesome.
That'd be great,
Yeah. Or one of those skinny fat guys, you know?
Oh, yeah, absolutely, yeah. Uh-huh.
He's thin, but it's not right, you know?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. Now, I suspect the biggest controversy or controversy of these set photos, it's maybe not even Superman. You know, he's got the spit curl, he's got the look. Maybe you think he needs to be bulked up or what have you. But we also got a little image of him in civilian mode as Clark Kent, and let me tell you, he's bussing for real. He's got the broccoli head. He's got the Gen Z perm.
Are exaggerating the broccoli
Oh,
hair.
you think that's been shopped?
No, I don't think it's been shopped. I think if you looked at the back, because the broccoli hair is broccoli's all out on all sides.
Yes.
And I think it's just the front. Clark Kent doesn't always have super slicked back hair.
No.
Like that, he does often. The Chris Reeve one does it. The other versions have, obviously.
I think also the Henry Cavill version, his hair was wrong. It was reversed.
Oh, you think you should have made him?
He should have been spit curled as Superman and then like normal hair as Clark Kent, but he's often spit curled as Clark Kent and then
slick.
Yeah.
Slick, wet Superman.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, I've been into the Snyder Cut fandom and they've read it. And they're having a laugh at this Superman.
Well, they're
like,
laugh?
can you believe this downgrade? Can you believe it? Can you believe what they've done to Henry Cavill, Zack Snyder, etc.?
Yeah. Henry Cavill wants to do this, and they've said, no, you're not allowed.
I like different versions.
He never wants to do anything else. He never wants to do Warhammer or just other stuff.
Some seasons of The Witcher.
He doesn't want to do any of those things.
Some seasons
He
of The
wishes he
Witcher.
was just constantly being Superman and being berated online for getting things wrong. That's what he's always wanted.
Yeah,
and he
man.
continues to want that.
That's right. But look, I like different versions of things. It doesn't mean, and in doing so...
That's not true.
You're not going to...
You only like one version of the Red Rooster flavor combo.
Yeah, and they changed it.
That's what I'm saying.
The new version, I had it today. Every time I have it, I'm like, why am I doing this? Why do I do it, Mason?
I don't know. I don't know why you're doing anything.
I've got a problem.
Yes.
It's Red Rooster.
It is, yes.
I have other problems, but
Sure.
that's one of my problems, one of my main problems.
I start a lot of sentences by going, see, my problem is, and then I'm like, I've got a lot of problems. One of my many problems is, I say it so often. Anyway.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what, there's been a few comparison photos of this Superman suit and the Robert Pattinson Batman suit.
Yeah.
And they do very much look like they could exist in the same universe, which I think lends credence to maybe to your theory that they'll just go, they're the same.
I said maybe, Mason.
Okay.
I didn't say definitely. I said they could, and they should, and they will 100%. So I just got to open the door because the dog wants to come
Oh,
in.
Ollie. Hello. Hello, Ollie. There she is.
But it's so cold, Ollie.
It is cold.
When I opened the door, Ollie.
That's why she wanted to come in. She's cold.
Yeah. No, but she only wants to come in if the door's closed.
Ollie, you have to behave. Otherwise, we will put you in a spaceship and we'll launch you onto an alien world.
That's right. And you'll be much stronger than everybody there and kill everybody.
That's right.
By the physics and geometry of their world. Correct? Is that
yes.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Also, Mason, we've seen some more Superman set photos.
That's
Now,
right.
James Gunn said anything that you see there is not like a massive story spoiler. We're not going to get into the specifics of
But if you don't want
breaking
to know
down.
anything about the new Superman movie, then maybe skip ahead.
Never see it.
Yeah, never see it.
You don't
If
need to know
never
anything.
ever want to know, if you've taken an oath of some sort,
Yeah.
then you'll never know anything about this movie. Don't see it. Don't listen to this bit. So we see there's a scene in which it appears that Superman and some other superheroes are entering a building and they all arrive and you see Mr. Terrific, he's flying on a little jetpack kind of situation. You get Hawk Girl, we got Green Lantern, so that's Nathan Fillion's Green Lantern. And the big kerfuffle on the internet is
It's not his haircut.
It's not his haircut this time, even though it is busting for real.
Yeah.
No cap.
No, I know the Green Lantern's haircut.
Oh yeah, no, that's true. Well, that haircut is not. That haircut is
He
mid.
looks,
It's mid.
Yeah, he looks blonder than red.
Yeah, but I think that's
They'll
set
fix
photos.
it. They'll fix
They'll
it, Mason.
fix it.
They
Well,
better
here's
fix
the thing as
Yeah.
well. So people are up in arms, but are they really? Because the costumes for the other superheroes that are not Superman look they're very uniform. Like because last week we saw, or a couple of weeks ago, we saw Mr. Terrific's
Yeah.
costume, which has a sort of an iconic jacket. But we only saw the back of it. But if you look at the front, it looks exactly the same as all the other costumes. Hawkgirl and Green Lantern
Yeah.
and Mr. Terrific all have like a very similar kind of chevron look to the jacket. They all have they're all sort of white and there's some piping on it. The Green Lantern suit is barely green at all.
Yeah.
And people are like, James Gunn's ruined everything.
Doesn't he know Green Lantern's green?
Has he never read a comic book? He doesn't know anything about it. Has he never
Doesn't look like
Has
it.
he ever made a movie with superheroes in it? I don't think
Doesn't
so.
look like
Doesn't
it.
look like he's done that. But like
They're all branded as well.
they're all branded. They all have the Lord Tech logo. So
Yeah.
in this Sean Gunn, bit of nepotism. Bit of nepotism. Just James Gunn never booked his friends and family in a movie before.
He's always doing something or not doing something.
That's right. How dare he do or not do anything? How dare he? He's ruined this. He's ruined the Snyderverse.
I wish he'd reconsider.
Bring back the Snyderverse. I think he should trash this and bring back the Snyderverse.
I agree.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, we'll use that as a clip. We'll put that on Weekly Planet
Oh
Clips.
yeah, this will be a good. YouTube short.
That's right. YouTube short where we pretend to be mad and there's video of us where our facial expressions don't change at all. That's what you need. You need big energy on those clips.
Oh, yeah,
You
yeah.
need a big row of Funko Pops and you need to be going, I'm so mad at this. I'm not mad at anything. I'm not mad at anything we talk about on this show.
Nope, he's never.
It's never. But clearly what is happening here is it's a sort of Kingdom Come in reverse.
Yeah.
They're all going to be these corporate superheroes. They're all wearing the Lord Tech logo. So they're being sponsored by Maxwell Lord or something like that, and they're perhaps failing in their superheroic ideals. And then Superman shows up. He's new on the scene, perhaps newish, and then they're all inspired by him to shed the corporate sponsorship and become their own people. And they're going to get their own uniforms by the. In fact,
Maybe not even in this movie, but at some point.
Almost certainly, there's going to be a line in it where Superman goes to Guy Gardner and he says, if you can make anything with that ring, you can make your own uniform. And he goes, oh yeah, and then it's just the Green Lantern suit. Like
Ooh.
that's what's going to happen.
And then Batman's going to punch him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sucker. He'll
Yeah.
say, sucked in. I got you. I tricked you.
Yeah, that's right.
You know, you were so busy making the uniform, you didn't build an impenetrable shield. So I'm going to kill you. I mean,
could this movie be terrible?
Yeah,
and could
maybe.
this all look dreadful in real?
It could.
At the end? Maybe.
It certainly could. But
Maybe,
I mean, that's obviously what is happening.
Yeah.
Here, though. Like people out there, like getting mad, quotes fake mad. They're getting mad about this. They cannot possibly be getting really mad about this. This is that's obviously what's happening. If you've seen a superhero movie before, that's what is happening here.
Exactly.
But otherwise, it looks good. I mean,
Superman's hugging kids at one point. Did you see that?
Okay.
He lands and the kids are like, "Woo, it's
Superman.
Superman.
Yeah. We like you and not those corporate stooges. Yeah.
Yeah, cool. We got our first look at Crypto the Super Dog.
That's right, we
ripped
did.
straight from the comics.
That's right.
James,
What do you mean ripped straight from the comics?
They stole this idea
What?
from a comic book.
You common thief, James Gunn.
I agree.
How dare you? But isn't there the controversy or controversy, depending on where you're from, is that this is not what you would think of perhaps when you think of Crypto.
Crypto the Super
Because
Dog.
Crypto is often like a
lab.
Labrador.
Not exclusively, but
Not
yeah.
exclusive, that's what I'm saying. Well, James, we'll get to that.
Well, this is the initial. Oh, first of all, I love the image. I love it.
You're on the moon.
Yep. Speaking of bloody dogs,
Oh, is it? Ollie's here.
I've heard some people complain that there seems to be a lot going on in this Superman movie. They packing this too full of comic book lore and characters. But the thing is,
If they didn't, they'd be like, where's the lore and characters?
well, that and like movies, just movies in general, have a lot of people and
Sure
sometimes
do.
dogs in them.
Yeah, that's
And so
true.
I think it's okay that, there's a dog in this and it just happens to be Crypto.
Also, James Gunn said he's going to kill the dog early on.
Good.
First act, he's going to kill the dog.
his dog at home.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
So I honestly, I don't have a problem with this. I think it'd be fun to have a cheeky Crypto kind of
Me too.
cameo or appearance or whatever.
And speaking of cheeky crypto, here comes our ad segment.
That's right. Do you have money that you want to give us? Because we've got just the thing.
We've got a coin.
Yep.
It's got our faces on it.
It's not real.
It's not real.
But you can own it.
Yeah, we made it in MS Paint.
That's right.
We'll send it to you, but not a real one.
No.
Yeah.
Digital currency is the
right.
new media.
That's right. And you're giving it to us.
You gotta
You'll
get
be
ahead
part
of
of
it.
the family.
Then you'll know what we know.
That's right.
The life comes at you.
We'll send you a weekly newsletter once.
That's right.
And then we won't send you any more because we don't care because we have your money.
That's right.
Send us real money. We'll give you a
We
coin.
want real money.
We'll give us real money. And we will send you a coin, but not really. But you'll have it, and you can join the community.
You can sell it. We don't care.
Yeah, good luck.
Don't give it back to us.
We don't want it.
We don't want it.
We'll block you. We'll block your emails.
We'll blockchain you. And that's a guarantee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not actually on the blockchain.
Mason.
Yep.
I am
Go on.
very excited for a Superman movie.
Me too.
I am. There's a moment, and I think I talked about this to some people I met at one of the live shows that I did. They're like, what are you looking forward to? And I'm like, Superman. I remember I saw some leak footage or some set footage where Superman and a bunch of other superheroes land.
Oh, yes.
And it's like,
Mr. Terrific's on his little jet
yeah,
device.
and whatever. And there's like Guy Gardner.
Not whatever.
No, whatever.
Wow.
No, there's like Guy Gardner and Hawkgirl or whatever. And there's like a bunch of kids around and they all kind of just walk past. And all these kids like run up to Superman. He like picks them up and he's like, ah.
He eats them?
Yeah.
No.
But just that idea that he's just like universally loved and takes the time to be kind.
Yeah.
And the way that
Like
people...
Zack Snyder
Like
does.
Zack Snyder. And I just saw that and went, I don't know, I think this is on the right track. I don't know. That's just like a very short clip.
Yeah.
But I like the idea of this Superman, like this impossible person.
Yeah.
Like existing.
Yes.
You know? I don't know whether he's going to nail it. I feel good about it though.
Yeah.
How do you feel about it?
As long as he eats enough kids, I reckon.
Yeah, you got to power your Kryptonian heart.
That's right.
Yeah, and that's law and canon.
That's so true, isn't it?
Superman, as I've said before, it's the movie I'm most excited about next year, which means it's cursed because every time I say that, the movie comes out and it's not that good. Indiana Jones 5.
Oh, yeah.
I just wanted it to be excellent.
Well, it wasn't. And it never was going to be. But at least we got to see that guy through the whips.
Yeah, that was
Remember?
good.
went
We
to the
saw
premiere?
Whippy Whipperson. I remember. Yeah, man, I fucking remember. He
Whip it good.
He whipped for too long. Remember how long he whipped for?
Yeah, ages.
Yeah.
I went and got a coffee or something. I came back
Yeah?
minutes later and he was still whipping.
You missed me fist fight that guy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Which would have been embarrassing for you because he had those
Yeah,
whips.
he whipped me a bunch. I don't think I got a hand on it.
You should have brought a chair.
I know.
You got to bring a chair to a whip fight. Don't you remember the movie The Rundown? He brings a chair. That guy has 2 whips.
I didn't bring a chair.
The Rock had a chair. Anyway, wonder what Whippy
I'll
Whippets
get him in Indiana Jones 6.
That's right.
I'll be ready.
You'd be like, and before we get started, folks, here's a little demonstration of some fun. And you're just leaping from the balcony with a wooden chair, and you just flatten him. Yeah,
Yeah,
cool.
man.
I think.
I'll do it.
Yeah. We should go to more movie premiere things. We
I
often
don't
have
want
time.
to.
I do.
All
I'll
right.
go to another
Tell
thing.
me then. I've got the emails.
Well, it'll 9 out of 10 will be like, oh, I can't. I'm at work. or
yeah,
whatever.
exactly.
But,
Okay, if there's a notable one or you
Yeah.
have one, let me know. You want to go to fucking... You want to go to fucking...
All right, first of all,
Craven?
language.
You want to go
Yeah,
to that?
kind of.
Do you?
I want to see.
It's out like Wednesday night. Like comes out like the premiere's Wednesday and then it comes out Thursday morning. Or you could probably... I'll have a look now. Let me
Okay,
see.
all
Let me
right.
see if I can still get you a ticket to this.
this Wednesday.
I think it's next Wednesday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Maybe.
You fucking donkey. Let's have a look at this.
This is live housekeeping, folks. This is incredible. You know why I want to see? You know why I want to go to Craven?
What?
Because I want to see who is desperate enough to like show up to the Craven premiere.
Yeah.
You know what weird influences?
Yeah.
You know, that's what I want to see for these.
I think you just caught up in Craysember fever,
Yeah.
honestly. All right, here we go. So it's on the 11th.
Okay.
Can you make that?
I don't know. Put me down for 4 tickets and we'll see.
You're not bringing anybody.
No,
I don't know what
absolutely
you're
not,
talking
no.
about. What are you saying to me or anybody?
No.
There's no preview screening. So you could see it a day early, actually. You could go to the Wednesday. Do you want me to just reply to this and say
Yeah,
yes?
why not?
All right, there we go. And I'll just send the tickets to you and then you won't go.
Yeah.
And then I'll be blacklisted.
You'll be
for
blacklisted
lying.
again, but you don't go.
No, I don't go. I've got better things to do.
No, you-
I don't. I don't.
You're gonna. I'm gonna text you on the 11th, and you'll be like, "I'm staring at a wall, not a television. I've turned my soul chair around to a wall.
The chair I'm going to hit that guy
That's right. I'm marinating this chair.
with. It says, will you be bringing a guest, 0 or 1?
0 to Craven 0.
I could go with you.
It's true.
I won't.
Okay.
Submit. There you go. You're going.
Nice.
Thanks, everyone. That's the show. I think I can't do this anymore. I don't want to. Hang on, I just got a confirmation email. I'm back. All right. Okay, here we go.
Who's this shadowy organization that's just saying you're back? They're like, you can't get out.
Yeah. I don't
Are
know.
you being paid by dark money?
No,
like some
Mason.
sort of political organization?
No.
Because it seems like you were out and then somebody was like, you can't quit.
I won't quit.
Okay.
How about that?
Okay,
I
great.
won't because I can't.
Yeah.
They won't let me.
Mm.
All right, let's start with this, Mason.
Go on.
Let's start with this. Christopher Nolan's next film has been announced, and it's not the movie Helicops, which is what we thought.
What a. He's a real one of your brothers as far as
I agree.
A real low dog.
The lowest of dogs.
Yeah, that's right.
So it's going to be an adaptation of Homer's The Odyssey, which I've not seen.
Okay.
Is it good?
Yes.
It's good, is it?
Yeah, that's right. It's from the 80s, that movie.
Well, no, if it's from the 80s, I probably wouldn't have seen it.
Yeah.
Maybe it's happening, but it's like a Jonathan Nolan TV show and he's producing or whatever.
Oh, there's two projects.
Because he's doing Westworld, Jonathan
James,
Nolan.
what about this? What if Christopher Nolan is doing The Odyssey and his brother is doing the Blue Thunder TV series, but it's the same cast?
Yes,
and
that
it's got
would be cool.
parallels.
Parallels.
Yeah.
What if it is the same production? Maybe it's Homer's The Odyssey / Helicops.
Maybe it is.
It's set in the future or whatever,
Yeah.
or the near future, or the 80s or something.
Yeah, Odysseus meets the helicopter cops. It's a Scooby-Doo meets Batman situation.
I did get my son a Scooby-Doo meets Batman comic for Christmas, which we've been reading through.
How was that back? That concept?
Yeah, it
'Cause it was-
this one from like 2020.
Okay, right.
But yeah,
All right,
there's
wow.
a few volumes.
Okay. So interestingly,
The first story,
Oh,
right?
here we
The
go.
first
Yes,
one
yes,
was
yes.
like Batman got his gloves stolen from an exhibition, so he got in the Scooby Gang to like work out.
did he infiltrate them as matches?
No,
below?
he just called them and they were there. And I'm like, this is the first volume, and I guess they just know each other.
Well, yeah, because they know each other from the 60s.
Oh,
where
that's
that
a good
cartoon
point.
came out.
Well, this one was set in 2020, so I don't understand how any of that works. But anyway,
sliding timescale.
yeah, sliding time scale. So anyway, he's like,
But different because Batman doesn't age, but the Scooby Gang do. So they're like, we're going to go on an adventure, Scooby Gang. They're like, we're so
the
old.
dog's dead.
Daphne's also dead.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
She lost her glasses and then no, that's Velma. Well, Daphne has
She
glasses.
would have had glasses at this point.
Daphne lost her glasses. She got hit by a bus.
Yeah. So the first one, they have to figure out what of Batman's. He gave some of his suits to a museum. We'll get back to helicopters.
Okay.
Suits to a museum.
I mean, first, that's bad practice.
I agree.
I mean, there's probably DNA,
DNA in
evidence.
it, Batman.
Yeah.
It's 2020.
You've pissed in them?
You dumbass.
Did you clean them out?
He
before you
definitely
don-
didn't.
There's no way Batman would donate his
Well, he
suits.
did.
Wow.
Anyway, so he's like, this is my first suit, but the gloves are different. They're not the original gloves, which means these have been taken. But the thing is, they must have been taken from the case when I first used them because that no one got into the Batcave. Like Alfred said that they didn't.
Oh, so Alfred did it.
Yeah, well, he's like, and I have no memory of this. So what I'm going to do, I know a guy who uses hypnosis and time travel, and he's going to send Scooby and Velma and Shaggy back to the past. And I'm like, what?
To play the games that suck ass. But
Great
did
reference.
he actually send them back in time?
Yeah.
Did he send their minds back
No,
in
he
time?
sent
Is this
them
a
back
Days
in-
of Future Past situation?
No, they just went back.
Did he send their minds back in time to their past bodies?
No.
So this guy does hypnosis on you and then you go back in time.
Yeah, they
This is
literally
insane.
blinked out of existence and appeared in Batman's first case. And they get there and they see Batman and what happens is they end up swapping gloves with him.
Okay.
And then they go back to the present day and it turns out that it was them that swapped the gloves and it's
yeah.
some kind of Ouroboros time loop situation.
Whoa.
And I'm like, what the fuck mystery
Yeah.
story is this to open with a time travel paradox? Kids fucking Scooby-Doo Batman story. My son's like, what happened? And I'm like, I don't really know.
And then Batman's like, hey, hypnosis time travel guy, any chance we could go back in time and stop Joe Chill shooting my parents in that alley? And he's like, nah, I've run out of time travel juice. Sorry, I ran out of time travel juice when I did the glove swapping thing. So sorry, your parents have to remain dead.
Can you believe that's the first comic? Can you believe that? Out of the gate. It's not like they go to a haunted fucking carnival and there's there's a guy there and whatever, and
Yeah.
it's probably the Joker, etc.
And most of the time, it's nothing supernatural happens.
No,
to
they
them.
time
a
travel.
guy in a mask.
But like it was nothing. It wasn't even like
This is the craziest thing we've
it
ever
was
seen.
just like I know this guy who does time travel hypnosis.
Wow. What are we talking about?
Insanity.
Yeah.
Helicopters. Anyway, Christopher Nolan's next film, The Odyssey, is a mythic action epic shot across the world using a brand new IMAX film technology.
Oh, yeah,
Love that.
that's right, yeah.
The film
Carbon fiber.
That's right. The film
It's
brings
quieter than ever. And he
Is
would
it?
like that because it'd be like quieter on set.
everybody be
Quiet
quiet
on set, quieter
No
on set.
sitting, no pissing. Everybody.
That's right.
You know he doesn't go to the bathroom or whatever.
No, that's
No, he said that. Robert Downey Jr. asked him, he's like, when do you go to the bathroom? And he's like, I go at 8 a.m. and 6 p.m.
How vulgar of
Yeah.
Robert Downey Jr. I suppose you're urinating all day, are you, Robert?
The film brings home his foundational saga to IMAX.
I'll just add that to the schedule. My assistant. Robert will be pissing all day.
The film brings home his foundational saga to IMAX film screens for the first time and opens in theaters on July 17th, 2026. So 2 and a bit years away.
Okay.
So yeah, if the Odyssey, do you want a little update? Do you want a little synopsis?
I love a little synopsis.
It follows the story of the Greek hero Odysseus.
Odysseus, yes.
Odysseus,
Oh, you
as
go.
he journeys home after the Trojan War, presumed dead.
I see what you're doing now.
Odysseus and his wife Penelope and son Tumultuous contend with various suitors who compete for Penelope's hand in Odysseus' absence.
Nice.
Yeah,
So it's the first I'm hearing of any of this.
it's set after Troy,
Yes.
the movie Troy. If you've ever seen that,
No, I think this might be his go at. I reckon we might even be seeing some sort of Clash of the Titans or stop
like Ray
motion.
Harryhausen.
Yeah, Ray Harryhausen claymation situation because they did some of that in Skeleton Crew, as I
they
understand.
did. They did
Yeah.
some stop motion in that.
But yeah, I think this might be like his take on that.
Okay, yeah.
I don't know. I don't know where his tastes lie. Besides,
Unless this is all a lie.
this might be a lie. Maybe it is helicopters again.
God,
Yeah,
this guy. How does he do it?
yeah.
Anyway, whatever he's doing.
He's doing a modern day interpretation of SWAT cats.
What's what? Was that like a Ninja Turtles knockoff or
Yeah,
something?
it was like an animated series from like the 90s, I think.
SWAT Cats. Do
You-
I remember this one?
might.
Oh, yeah, I know this. Yeah, it is. It's one of those biker mice from Mars, etc.
Yeah,
It's one of
yeah,
those
yeah.
ones. There's only 2 of them.
I don't know.
It's called SWAT Cats, the Radical Squadron. But there's 2 of them. Why are there only 2 SWAT Cats?
Because one has to be
SWAT
played
cats.
by Matt Damon and one has to be played by Tom Holland.
That's a good point.
So it's perfect, isn't it?
Yeah, I guess
it's
it is.
synchronicity, isn't
Yeah.
it?
You need at least 3, man.
It's Syncope,
Yes, it
which
is.
is the name of his production company.
It's cats with a K, by the way.
We know.
Do we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, it's pronounced SWAT cats.
SWAT Cats. Great. Anyway, whatever Nolan's doing, I'm interested.
Same.
He's always doing stuff, and I like
He's
that
always
about
doing
him.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he hasn't had a movie since like last year, and we need another one.
It's true, yeah.
So get on it, man.
Has he done before? He's not done anything kind of mythical
Apparently,
beast
he
situations.
he turned down Troy for
Oh,
Batman.
right. Yeah, okay.
I read that in a comment, so I don't know whether that's actually true,
okay.
but maybe it's just been in his brain the whole time.
Yeah, maybe. I missed out
Yeah.
on Troy.
Mm.
I would have done a better Troy.
Do you think he would have done a better Troy?
The Troy that came onto screen was hot garbage.
I thought it was all right.
Well, what you think is all right could bloody fill a warehouse, James.
Do you think?
Yes, James.
Do you like SWAT Cats?
Yes.
Okay.
I would come home from school and I would watch SWAT cats.
Wait, how old are you? Because SWAT Cats came out in 1993.
Film school. I came home from film school.
Great.
I watched SWAT cats. and I would wish that my oeuvre would be as good as SWAT cats, and now it will be.
I guess it will be after you do this, whatever you're fucking Christopher Nolan. That's right. I was going to say James Gunn. You're Christopher Nolan.
Correct.
Okay, should we move it along?
Yes.
The Joker 2 got a trailer.
That's right.
The biggest trailer of the week. It's actually Warner Brothers' biggest trailer since Barbie. Now, in the last Joker movie,
Yes.
where we left Arthur Fleck, he was imprisoned because he shot Robert.
Oh,
De
the
Niro.
Fleck only just got that.
That's good, isn't it? I think I am skeptical, but this could really be something. Really, we're both kind of lukewarm. You more so on the first one.
Absolutely, because it was bad.
But there's some stuff in the trailer which I think is interesting. Some is a little on the nose or on the
Oh.
lips, as it were, Mason.
Oh, yes. What do you think this means, James?
What?
There's a moment where Arthur Fleck, I only just got that,
Yeah.
is he's being walked through the Arkham facility outdoors and all the umbrellas are in colour.
Yeah.
This colourful. Is that
Well,
is that
that's-
just Joker colours?
I think that maybe that's how she sees him, but he's under the umbrellas and he can't see because of the darkness.
Oh,
and she has to
yeah,
bring
yeah.
out the Joker in him. She's like, "Remember who you are,"
Sure, yeah.
and he's like,
You're the Joker.
I'm the Joker.
Yeah.
I'm a Joker."
A lot of meme stuff in here. Lady Gaga shooting herself in the head.
That's fun.
That'll be a big meme in future, I think.
Yeah. Did you see the double stair kick? The 2 kicks?
Yes, I saw the double stair kick. And this is very La La Land, I
It is,
feel.
yeah.
There's some dancing on the streets where there's some disaster.
He's being chased by the big Joker
Big
there.
Joker. That's a big classic Joker as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's chased by original big Joker.
Yeah. Okay.
Now, at the end, where she's like, "I want to see the real the Joker,"
Uh-huh.
and she draws the lipstick and then he lines up and he does the big smile.
That's blown people's
Did
minds.
that give you chills?
I was I was already chilled to the bone.
Yeah.
With the potential of what this is and what this will turn our remaining listeners into Jokers and Harley Quinns.
Yeah, did it chill like inside of your bones though?
No.
Did the chilling penetrate your bones?
My marrow remains lukewarm. I'm like a microwave pie. I'm hot on the outside, inside still cold.
Still cold,
unpleasant.
okay.
And you bite into it and you're like, oh, I'll put that in for another couple of minutes.
Yeah, and now it's bad.
Now
It's
it is
too
bad.
hot on the outside.
I mean, it was already bad.
Yeah. So people are saying that also I saw that, that smile that he does?
Yes.
Like it doesn't line up with how she sees him. It lines up with the camera.
Okay.
Because the perspective of the smile, doesn't work. You see what I'm saying?
Yes, but where are you where are you going
I'm
with
saying
this?
that like she wouldn't have seen that. She would have just seen a man smiling next to a red smear.
Right,
is what I'm saying.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know any...
and where's the music coming from? There isn't a band actually in the scene. So where's the music coming from? That's you. Why don't you enjoy the magic of cinema, James?
I got chills. Isn't that enough?
That is enough.
Isn't it enough that I got chills?
I guess it's enough you got chills. Yeah. You got chills and critique of this beautiful scene with beautiful imagery. Wow. They sort of cancel each other out, I think. So you got nothing out of this. This was this big zero for you.
Did you see this? Jeremy Loves All said this on Twitter. Joker 2 director Todd... This is from CinemaCon. Joker 2 director Todd Phillips confirms that Joker is bisexual.
I did see that.
The quote is, he's bisexual and stuff.
I did see that,
it's
but
not real.
I was going to say it's not a real quote. Okay, but that would be very funny. Again,
he's bisexual and stuff.
Yeah, just to get a bunch of people again to model their entire personality around the Joaquin Phoenix Joker, and then just be like, "Hey, he's bisexual. He's actually yeah." And he poos his pants sometimes.
And he poos his pants, and he walks around in that. He doesn't even change them.
That's all right.
He's got his big white briefs, his wet white briefs. I got chills just thinking about the Joker. Pooing his pants and dancing in his big wet white briefs, Mason.
That's great. Wow.
Anyway, I think this could be good.
Yeah.
Really. We joke like the Joker.
That's right.
And we're in danger of turning into the Joker.
Because we joke like the Joker, and it's a slippery slope, isn't it? It's the first step in turning into the Joker. You start joking like the Joker.
Exactly.
Your jokes get a little bit dark.
Yeah. But becomes too real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like sometimes I go, crime's actually good.
What?
And I'm like, no, that was a joke.
Yeah, I hope so.
It just came out of my mouth. I don't know. I hope I don't start suddenly believing that.
That's not okay, Mason, that you said that.
Yeah.
Did you see Bigger Joker?
I did see Bigger Joker.
So I had a dream this week. It was kind of a dream. It was coming like
Bigger
as I was
James?
waking up. No, it's not Bigger. I wish. It was a dream where it was like, what would be the perfect foil for Batman?
Is Steve Coogan in this?
Yes, he plays an interviewer.
Interesting.
The perfect foil for Batman.
Okay.
And I've decided,
Yes.
and it's not a great idea, and it's an idea we say all the time, but what if it was just bigger Batman? So it's Batman.
Mm-hmm.
He's exactly the same. He's slightly bigger, but he's also got all the stuff.
Sure.
He lives in a mansion. It's slightly bigger. He's got the whole Bat family. They're all slightly bigger. And he's not a villain, but regular-sized Batman is just like, this fucking guy.
Is he like, is bigger Batman just showing him up all the time?
Yeah, no, not even. He's just, he is
around.
He is Batman. He's just bigger.
Did they have their origins at roughly the same time?
I don't know how it works.
Okay.
Maybe they try and figure it out and they're just like, we don't know.
I mean,
probably
DC in the
dimensional.
comic books now are, I don't know if you saw this, but they're doing a new Absolute line. I think it's maybe to capitalize on Marvel's.
Absolute bigger
And
Batman.
they're absolute. Well, I was going to say. I mean, if this isn't bigger Batman, I don't know what to tell you.
Oh, damn. Maybe this is where my dream came from.
Maybe this is where your dream came
That's
from.
not even a logo. It's just a rectangle.
It's just a rectangle. It's like a big block of off cheese.
I did see that this week, yeah.
Yeah. So I think it's to capitalize on because Marvel now have a new Ultimate Universe.
They've got bigger Captain America.
Yeah. That's right.
All right. So who's writing a bunch of those? Do we know? They got some names associated with it.
I can figure it out for you, James.
Can you figure it out,
DC's
please?
giving you details on Absolute Batman at SDCC 2024.
Absolute Batman.
Scott Snyder is involved.
Scott Snyder's involved.
That's right. Black Mask is involved.
Black Mask.
Right. Batman is in his 20s. He's 7 feet tall. He weighs 250 pounds and he's a city engineer.
I'm sorry, he's 7 feet tall.
He's 7 feet tall.
Oh, so this is the version that is what if Batman was like made now, right?
Kind of.
So it's like the origin is basically his parents are killed, but everything else is different. Is that the idea?
I honestly could not tell you.
Yeah.
But he is He doesn't appear to be a billionaire. He's like
City planning
he's
man.
a city planning guy. Yeah. And he's described as a thick boy on his
He's
character design
7
sheet.
feet tall.
He's 7 feet and 250 pounds.
I guess he hunches when he's at work.
We didn't talk about this at the time, but they cast for the new season of Reacher a guy who's bigger than Reacher. I don't know
Bigger
if it's
Reacher?
Yeah, bigger Reacher.
I'm loving this, mate.
It's in the zeitgeist, just fighting a guy who's
Bigger
same but
blokes.
bigger. Yeah.
No, my Batman doesn't fight bigger Batman.
Okay, all right. He just seethes.
They just exist together in the same space. Yeah.
Wow, what an incredible dream you've had. What a mind on you.
All right, we should do some Marvel stuff.
Let's do Marvel stuff.
Madam Web news.
Yes.
It has come out, don't worry. We already watched it.
We did, yeah.
Don't worry.
We don't have to watch it again.
Don't worry. Well, we probably will at some point.
Yeah.
This is via Bustle, the magazine.
I know, the Bustle, the magazine for women.
Whatever, yeah, yeah. So Dakota Johnson was talking about being in that movie, and she said, "Yeah, I had the
Yeah. Yeah. It's a dark time in my career. Way back 2-3 weeks ago.
yeah." I had the LA premiere for Madam Web, and then went to Mexico City. I had pneumonia and was on steroids and the nebulizer and doing all these little things. And I was really, really sick and felt horrible. I looked horrible. I was like, ugh. And then this movie came out, and it was like, I can't take any of this seriously at all. I don't know. Unfortunately, I'm not surprised that this has gone down the way it has, as in the reception and whatever. And I don't make sense in that world. So she was like, yeah, just, I mean, she's been distancing herself from this movie ever since,
Before it
as
came
long as
out.
I can remember.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's not really surprising. But apparently,
I think in her, like, when Melanie Griffith announced the birth of her child, Dakota Johnson,
Yeah.
I think in that birth announcement, she was already distancing herself from
that true?
Madam Web. Yeah.
oh my
Yeah,
God.
Yeah.
But you know, fate, you can't outrun it,
That's true, yeah.
which is the point of Madam Web.
That is the
maybe.
point of Madam Web.
Was it? Or you could. No, you could change it if you wanted
I think
to.
you could
and
change
you could
it if
visit your
wanted.
mum in a dream.
Yeah, you can kill a guy earlier than you thought you would. That's the moral lesson you've learned. You go just to do it.
Yeah.
You know,
just get him. You could go now.
That's the moral lesson. Is don't hesitate.
No.
You know?
If you're thinking of killing a guy,
Yeah.
why not?
That's right. And drink Pepsi while you're doing it. Maybe kill him with a Pepsi.
You could. You could. Yes.
We endorse that.
Yep.
We're Pepsi.
So then we have this from the Daily Mail. I've written in brackets, could be bullshit because it's the Daily Mail.
Yeah.
But, you know, this wouldn't surprise me if it was, but it's fun to talk about. Dakota Johnson is reportedly accused of dragging the film and failing to take any responsibility after admitting she hadn't seen the film herself before going to make several damning statements about the production. When they say, like, accused of dragging the film.
J'accuse Dakota
Yeah.
Johnson.
Yeah, I would say it's just accurate. It's what
Yeah, she's
has
been saying it a lot. Yeah. Yeah. But also, I would argue that with this kind of movie, of the level of quality that it is,
Yeah, you get what you deserve.
well, you get what you deserve, certainly. But also, there is a certain segment of the public who would only see it if it's being dragged by the people making it. You know,
Absolutely.
she's bringing in a certain amount of ticket sales from people going, "Oh, this is so bad." And
Yep.
She thinks it sucks, and she's in it. So we got to see this. You know,
Probably did account for most of the ticket sales, actually. It was the most interesting part of this entire movie.
agreed.
Yeah. So they're going to say lots of people at Sony are questioning her star power. Oh, come on, mate. Don't do that.
Yeah, come
Don't
on,
do that
mate.
to a Hollywood celebrity.
She's been in things.
She's been in 50 Shades of Greys.
Oh, yeah.
3 of them.
Yep.
And how she reacted to this failure will likely come back to haunt her. One insider
Disagree.
told, no, I doubt it.
Yeah.
At least she'll probably stay at the same level of
I
fame.
think so as well. Yeah.
For a bit at least.
Yeah.
It's okay to joke about your movie not doing well, is it?
Yes.
Okay. And even lean into bad reviews like Sydney Sweeney did on SNL with her monologue. So that was fine. But producers and Sony aren't laughing over Dakota's continued dragging.
Because they don't know how to laugh.
They don't.
They don't understand what humor is. Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like chewing. That's what they think. And it
They-
is sort of, I
Yeah.
guess. Yeah. So you're not laughing over Dakota's continued dragging of how she sees the fallout of Madam Web. Now she isn't taking responsibility for its lackluster results. This is not her fault.
No.
I don't think she's particularly good in this movie, but I don't know. I have no idea what it was even supposed to be.
She's not the draw card.
No.
I mean, you know, I enjoyed her dispirited performance. But the draw
too.
card of this movie is that it's Spider-Man adjacent.
Yeah.
But it's not Spider-Man adjacent enough that anybody cares, because guess what? Spider-Man's not in it.
There's an evil Spider-Man and 3 Spider-Women in the future or something.
Yeah. But I mean, the downfall of this movie was it's the dregs of the Spider-Man universe. And
Yeah, man.
they just expected that to be a big hit.
Yep. Not every movie is going to work.
Disagree.
But a lot of hard work is put towards even bad movies.
I actually love every movie.
Okay.
So I would say Sony executives keep releasing Spider-Man and Jason movies. Give us the Sinister Six.
Oh man, I can't wait. But a lot of hard work was put towards even bad movies, and for your star to shit on it is a bad look. They continued. Dakota is being looked down on.
God.
Get over it. Yeah. Over a talk of the film because everyone in the production is thinking, what if the movie was still the same but also a box office gem? Impossible.
Yeah, impossible.
By the way,
yeah.
what are you talking about?
Yeah.
If this movie was imagine how bad it would be if this movie actually did really well and she was still doing this.
Imagine if the moon was also a piece of cheese. Can you imagine that? That'd be cool. We could get cheese from the moon, eat cheese from the moon.
A potentially limitless supply, or at least a couple hundred years worth of cheese.
Yeah, what if magic was real? And similarly, what if this movie was good and a box office success? Or if
they didn't even say good.
What if it was the same?
It was the same.
Well, if it was the same, that'd be great for you executives because you could just make tripe forever.
Yeah, that's right. That's what they want, though, isn't it? Because that's their ideal scenario. Imagine if we put no effort into this movie and we interfered with it and everybody knew it was bad and then it made $1 billion.
What if we just put this movie into AI and said make 1 million identical copies and they all made $1 billion?
Oh, my God.
What if?
What's a billion movies who make $1 billion each? How much is that?
$1 billion.
God, that's so much.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, that's really cool. So anyway, that's fun. That's a fun thing that's ongoing and forever. I love that Sony are just like, what happened? Where did we go wrong here?
Yeah.
I don't know. You should figure that out.
Yeah. I wonder if it's because...
Also, everybody knows but Sony. Have you noticed that?
Yeah.
Like, everybody who pays attention knows. If you were like, why didn't you see this? You'd be like, I don't know, because I don't know what it is. That's a problem.
Yeah.
Like, that in itself is, figure that out.
But in the minds of, I think, these executives and a bunch of Sony shareholders, a Spider-Man movie and a Madam Web movie are the same movie. They don't understand why.
Well, did you see they're re-releasing all the live-action Spider-Man movies
to
again
make
this
up
summer?
for this bomb, to make their money back?
100%, yes. Yes, that's all right. At least they've banked some good ones.
Yeah.
Some of them. Yeah. It's exciting, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, so here we go. Let's start with this. It's via Deadline. Sean Levy is the top choice and is apparently having early conversations to direct the next Avengers movie, whatever that is, Secret War something, maybe not Kang Dynasty or something.
Deadpool 3 director Sean Levy.
That's right.
Free Guy director Sean Levy.
Night at the Museum Sean Levy, maybe.
Ryan Reynolds is a pilot, future pilot. He's his own.
He's his own dad at Star Wars. Is that a lightsaber?
Sean
Nah,
Levy.
man, it's not a lightsaber.
Did he do that one?
Yeah, maybe.
Great.
I think he did, actually. Yeah.
What do you think about that?
I don't mind it. I mean, let's see how his Deadpool movie is, to be honest.
Yeah, that's probably
I mean, you look at sometimes directors work well with, not to name any names, within the MCU and then maybe not out.
The Russo brothers.
I said I'm not naming names.
Yeah, but I'm naming names. Oh. I'm naming names. Joe Russo, the other Russo.
Give him a chance.
Yeah.
Look, also, to be fair,
give the first definitive gay character in the MCU, Joe Russo, a chance, if you wouldn't mind.
Okay, so I'm just looking at the Russo brothers movie.
I think it was Joe Russo in that movie.
Because I haven't seen any of these. And I know they worked on Community, but they also directed The Winter Soldier, which is a good one.
That's true.
They did You, Me and Dupree. They did Cherry. They did The Grey Man. And there's a movie coming out called The Electric State, which is out this year.
That's based on the Simon Stallenhag books. You know, we talked about Tales from the Loop?
Oh, okay.
That Amazon series?
It's the premise is a girl is approached by a robot looking for a missing brother, and with it, she sets out to find him.
There you go.
That could be the good one. Give him a chance, Mason.
I'm not going to
Again, I haven't seen any of their outside
Yeah.
of the MCU movies, except maybe You, Me and Dupree, but I don't know whether that will inform any of my current decision making.
Which one is that? Is that the
Matt Dillon,
Matt Dillon.
Owen Wilson, and maybe Kate Hudson or somebody else.
Okay, sure,
but maybe
great.
not.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you excited for that?
No.
You, Me and Dupree.
I'm not excited for why
It is Kate
why
Hudson.
would I be excited for that?
God, can you imagine if Dupree came to live with you?
Oh my god. Oh my god. Was he the problem? Was Dupree
He was the problem, but he just tried his best. Deadline here is that Levy has been given the latest script by Michael Waldron. Though I think he worked on Loki, though sources add that he has not given an answer on whether or not he will take the job. Also, apparently, it's going to have 60-plus MCU characters reprising their roles.
Terrific.
That includes Mark Ruffalo, Chris Hemsworth, Benedict Cumberbatch, Tom Hiddleston, Simu Liu, Karen Gillan. And unlike the first four films, where there's a core group that consisted of Robert Downey Jr., et cetera,
This one's just whatever.
slop. Many of the characters in this film would have equal footing, meaning it would be more of an ensemble feature instead of a handful of characters leading the team. That could be difficult.
Sure, absolutely.
But possible over a 3-hour extravaganza,
Absolutely.
which it probably would be. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, my guess would be Marvel have seen My guess would be Marvel have seen the movie Deadpool 3.
Is that your guess?
I think that's probably my guess.
You think they maybe have been keeping an eye on it?
I think that at this point they've kept an eye on it and they've seen a version of it that is finished or close to finished.
Yeah.
And they're like, this guy's pretty good at this.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Also, you got to think about like Ryan Reynolds' influence on that. Maybe you should get Ryan Reynolds to direct it, is what you're saying. And I don't disagree because he was in the movie Free Guy and my dad's from Star Wars and You, Me and Dupree, whatever the things that we were talking about.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. It's apparently unknown who the central villain will be, but it could include multiple antagonists. We talked about this. You can just swap out whoever for whoever.
Yeah, it's
Doctor
fine.
Doom for whatever.
Yeah.
Kang for this guy. That guy for whatever.
Yeah. Maybe the Fantastic Four defeat Galactus, but then there's Bigger Galactus.
Bigger Galactus. I'm Bigger Galactus. My skills are the same, but I'm much bigger. Not much bigger. I'm a little bit bigger.
A little bit bigger.
You probably can't tell, but believe me, if we were standing next to each other, you'd go, oh, yeah. No, he is a little bit bigger. God, I can't wait.
It's a shame they defeated original Galactus and sent him into another dimension or whatever, because if we stood next to each other, I'd be bigger.
Even like if we had no shoes on, which I would insist on, actually.
Wait a second, Bigger Galactus. Your dating profile says you're 6'1", but I think you're 5'9".
Nobody's 5'9" on a dating profile. Unless you're 5'7", in which case you're 5'9". Everybody knows that. And no one's 5'11".
Because you matched with this girl who's 5'11", and she's taller than you, Bigger Galactus. It's obvious. She's wearing flats.
I haven't measured myself in a while. Maybe I've shrunk over time. You
think you've shrunk
over time?
Bigger Galactus.
Over time.
Wow.
Venom: The Last Dance got its trailer. And let me say this. Looks fun.
It does, doesn't it?
Will it be good?
Yeah.
Almost certainly not.
I mean, what they've done here is they have tricked us by putting the funnest and best shot right at the end, because that's all we remember from the trailer now,
right.
which is of course the Venom symbiote symbioting a horse to make a Venom horse, and then it parallels. Remember the scene in the first Venom where he's on a motorbike? And he's springing off at Looney Tunes style on the Venom symbiote. And this, they're like, what if Venom was on a horse?
What if Venom was on
Venom
a horse? Yeah, exactly. So this is directed by Kelly Marcel. She's a screenwriter, but she's also done some directing things, including... Oh, she directed some episodes of The Bill. No, she was in The Bill.
What?
Wow.
She was in The Bill.
She was in 5 episodes of The Bill in various roles.
Various roles.
This is her first
I loved Constable various roles.
Me too. So she's written Saving Mr. Banks, 50 Shades of Grey, Venom, Venom 2, Venom 3, but this is her first directing movie.
Okay.
So I don't know what
this is a bit of a departure from Mr. Andy Serkis, who directed the last one, which I didn't think was very good.
I didn't think it was great either. I preferred the first one.
Had a young Woody Harrelson in it.
Did have a young Woody Harrelson. Oh, he was in both of them. First Venom and second Venom.
Oh, he was, wasn't
he?
he?
Had his Sideshow Bob hair.
That's right. I
first
forgot
one.
about that. Okay.
Yeah. So this time, what's the story? The Venoms are coming.
They were always...
No, they're coming back.
Okay.
They're on that asteroid or something.
Oh, yeah.
But this is different, though. There's a bigger Venom coming.
There was a bigger Venom in all of them.
No, this one's
I guess Carnage
bigger.
was smaller.
You could stand them next to each other, and you could probably tell that.
But this one also it seems to have all sorts of flora and fauna from the Venom
Yes,
planet,
that's right,
I think,
yeah.
So that's a bit of fun. That's a little bit different.
Yeah.
And they're showing them in daylight, which is nice.
That's right, yeah. I mean, also...
Continuity buffs.
Continuity-wise, all right?
I knew you were going with this. Some continuity
We have to
buffs
bring
are
it
like,
up.
continuity buffs are like, this is all over the place. This is inexplicable. I don't think they're going to explain this in the movie at all. They've lost the plot over here.
You don't think that they've absolutely fucked this up by accident? Because
They might have. I mean, it is Sony, so...
They could take it out.
Yeah. So people may or may not remember.
I remember.
Although I can't remember what movie. Is this in Spider-Man No Way Home?
Don't do this.
Okay.
Yes. At the end, it's a post-credits, yes.
Eddie Brock Venom
Yep.
briefly appears in the MCU because he's not the Venom movies are not set in the MCU. They're set in this vague, nebulous Sony.
No Spider-Man
No
universe.
Spider-Man. No, Tom Hardy was saying there is a Spider-Man in this universe.
Oh, yeah.
Doesn't get up to much though, does he?
Well,
'Cause
maybe-
he's not in any of this.
Maybe he's a
not-
boy?
Maybe he's a boy. Yeah.
Maybe he's a
Oh,
boy?
yeah, maybe he's not born yet. Maybe he's that baby boy that we saw in Madam Web.
He could
maybe
be.
that's in a separate universe, though.
Well, Morbius appears to be in the Venom universe, maybe. Also.
Maybe.
Anyway, you were saying. You're
So-
explaining Sony continuity.
I was explaining Sony continuity. So in one of so Eddie Brock is transported magically or scientifically from his Sony universe to the MCU universe, the MCU universe.
To a bar. Oh, yeah, that happens at the end of one of his movies, maybe?
Maybe it's Venom 2. It might be Venom 2. But then he spends the entirety of Spider-Man No Way Home in that bar, right?
Like having the bartender explain all the people in it in the universe.
And as Eddie gets increasingly drunk, and then whatever force took him to the MCU, I assume the portals, even though there's no portal where he is, he's snapped in and out.
No, because remember they do snap in and out. They just kind of phase in and out.
Yeah.
They don't use portals.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay, great. Terrific. Then the continuity checks out.
Yeah.
This is flawless. This is bulletproof continuity.
Going well so far.
And then he goes back to his own universe, but he leaves behind a little snippet of symbiote.
Venom juice.
A little venom juice on the bar.
And you think that's going to get on Spider-Man.
It's going to get on Spider-Man. He's going to become Venom Spider-Man.
Yeah.
That classic character, Venom Spider-Man.
Love it.
But then in this trailer, we see Chiwetel Ejiofor's character, who is Baron Mordo in the MCU, but he is just a different guy, and this may be an FBI agent or something, a policeman. He finds that in the Sony
He goes,
universe.
what's this?
What's this? I mean, it could be different goo.
Yeah, he could have been transported back to the same bar.
This is the Venom Gooniverse.
But he could be in the same bar in the different universe with the same bartender.
Because the bartender was the same,
from Ted Lasso.
but with different haircuts.
Maybe.
I think he does have different haircuts.
Well, then it's the different guy then, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
So Chiwetel Ejiofor was a military soldier who was tracking Brock and Venom and trying to capture the symbiote.
Terrific.
Juno Temple is a scientist tracking Brock and Venom.
Nice.
Reese Ifans is in this. Who also played the lizard.
He did play the
lizard. But he's not playing the lizard in
He's
this.
a different guy,
Yeah. Yeah.
So terrific.
So, yeah, I think they could just cut this scene. They also had, like, a picture of the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man in the Morbius trailer.
And that's just gone.
They just got rid of that.
Yeah, so who knows?
Also, I got to tell you, at this point, we're this far in, it doesn't matter. I don't care.
No, it doesn't. It's like the X-Men timeline. It's the X-Men movie timeline. Nobody
knows.
They just know you have a vague recollection of what happened last time. So it doesn't really matter, does it? Also, if I remember correctly, this in the comic book continuity, the symbiotes, they all have like a collective unconscious and it goes through dimensions. So
yeah, and they've done a bit of that in the movies or hinted at it at least, Because if one of them knows who Spider-Man is, then they all know who Spider-Man is.
Something
I think
like that,
that's the idea. Mm-hmm. Yeah. God, I love that.
Anyway, very excited for Venom Horse.
That Venom Horse bit does look good. Is Michelle
Monaghan?
No, what the hell's her name?
Obama.
Yeah, is Michelle Obama in this?
Michelle Obama's not in this. Michelle, she's the late...
Michelle Yeoh. That's it.
No, it's not Michelle
Got it.
Yeoh.
I already nailed it.
No, although
Williams.
Michelle Yeoh... Yeah, Michelle Williams.
Yeah. Is Anne Wenning? Is she returning as Anne Wenning?
I don't know.
Is she returning as her character from Dawson's Creek who died at the end of Dawson's Creek?
She's returning as Anne #winning. She had a bad breakup from Eddie Brock and she's renamed herself after Charlie Sheen's famous hashtag. #winning.
God, remember that?
Yeah, of course I do. Why would I say it if I didn't remember it? You think I've just came off the top of my head? I've thought, what if Charlie Sheen had a
Mason,
hashtag?
you've got such a mind that it's very possible that
That's
you created
true.
that.
I do have a beautiful mind, which Michelle Williams might have been in.
No, I think that was...
I'm thinking of Dawson's Creek.
Yeah, but I think that was black hair.
Michelle Monaghan. Michelle Obama.
Heroin movie. What the hell's her name? She's currently in Dark Matter, the TV show.
Oh, Jennifer Connelly.
Jennifer Connelly.
Okay.
There we go.
Yeah,
Great.
I was thinking of that.
You were. Anyways, let's move it along.
Okay.
Venom looks good. Let's say it here. It looks fun.
Nice.
It could be fun. Mm-hmm. I never really liked them, but it could be fun.
We need to start saying things that will actually get put on the posters. You know what I mean? We don't do that.
This could be fun.
This could be fun. There we go. That's perfect. We'll say it in unison. You ready? 3, 2, 1.
This could be fun.
There we go. James and Meso, the Weekly Planet podcast. We wanted to, because we need to say, because you know,
we want people back in the cinemas.
They do a bunch of trailers for stuff, and usually by like the third trailer, there's like, ain't it cool news? Said this is cool, ain't it? Yeah, you know, they said, but we need to get on top of that. We need to start.
Agreed.
Even if we haven't seen it, we got to get in there because that's all they need for these trailers, right? They just need somebody to say this could be fun.
Some guy said whatever.
It's got to zoom in on it on the blur, you know. Yeah, exactly.
All right. This looks, James and Meso.
This looks so much fun. We did a big chuck. You know? Right? That's got to be in the third one, you know? It's got to say Venom 3 final trailer. This could be fun. You know?
So this is via the wrap.
Uh-huh.
So according to an insider with knowledge,
Ooh.
getting
That's
blood.
the best kind of insider.
agree.
We asked an insider. They didn't know, but they said they'd guess. They'd have a crack at it.
Blade, the movie Blade, announced in 2019.
Not simply the concept of a blade.
No. Is much more important than getting the film out. So getting it right, is
Okay.
more important than just pushing the movie out.
Okay.
They are now onto their 6th writer. The original director, of course, Basim Tariq, he left over creative differences.
Oh, but they've got a new director.
Well, they have a new director, but...
And they continue to have a new director.
Mason Yan Demange, he stepped away. He's gone. This doesn't have a director.
What do you say? You're using some odd language there. He stepped away?
Well, it says...
He simply stepped away from his. Did he step away from the scene to sit in his director's chair?
No,
and go,
no, Mason,
I'm
it's not-
going to contemplate some more directing I'm going to do on this movie.
Despite having a release date of November 7th of 2025.
December.
Yeah,
You don't know any of these facts.
I know some things.
This insider doesn't know nothing.
It doesn't.
Oh, it's coming out in December, I think. Yeah, I'm on the set. I'm here.
November 7th of 2025, it's coming out apparently, despite not having a confirmed director. Jeff Snyder said Mahershala Ali had grown frustrated with the director and apparently he's difficult to work with. I mean, who knows what that means?
Yeah.
You know, like people can be frustrated with each other and it's the first person to say it could be the one that...
That's true,
That's the
yeah.
story.
Yeah.
You know, so this is... I mean, I do get the sense from what we've seen over the years that this is a passion project for Mahershala Ali and also Marvel, and they really want to get it right.
Yeah, right.
But they seem to just be tripping over themselves
Yeah.
to get to that point.
I wonder what the stumbling block is. Do you think, like if someone says, oh, the director's difficult, is the director difficult or is the director facing difficulties from someone
Yeah.
above them? Is it a case of like, well, look, we're going to have this ongoing Blade story, but you need to put in the references to the Black Knight, and you need to put in references. We're going to bring back the Eternals, so you better make a reference to that. Oh, and we're going to have the sequels. We're going to have Midnight Sun. So if you could, we're going to put that scene in, obviously, you know.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering if everybody might be struggling with that. I don't know.
Absolutely. Yeah. And, you want to kind of get it right because there already is like a Blade legacy. Well, they could call this Blade Legacy.
Blade Legacy Origin Zero.
And it's like, it's well
it's got zero
regarded.
sugar.
Yeah. It's also, it does feel like it is the birth of like the modern Marvel movie, the MCU stuff. It took a lot from Blade.
Yeah,
like the direction of that
Yeah.
franchise. I mean, being difficult could be
It was
that,
always ice skating uphill.
exactly. Well, how I imagine difficult when I think about a director on set or trying to make something happen.
You're picturing he's wearing a sort of like jodhpur style pants.
Yeah, he might
like
be.
they're sort of blooming out at the
Yeah,
the
they're big,
thighs.
yeah.
And he's got like a beret
Yeah.
and a cigarette and a holder.
Yes.
And he's got like
It's a megaphone, but it's not.
it's just cardboard.
It's just a cardboard. It's
Yeah.
just yelled into a tube, basically.
Yeah. Did that even
But
work?
that's not even the difficult part. The difficult part I'm imagining is that there was a bucket of loose, like wet cement, and he put his foot in it. He didn't realize, and it had dried.
Oh yeah, okay,
and now he's
sure.
just clunking around with this bucket of cement.
God, that
on
would
his
be
foot.
difficult, wouldn't it?
Can you imagine trying to get to a meeting?
Yeah.
And you've got a bucket of cement
That's right.
on your foot.
Yeah.
Like, how would you even do that?
Well, you'd have
They'd
to-
have to let you go.
Well, you'd have to first. I mean, I imagine you would hope that the meeting is somewhat close by, and then you could yell into your cardboard tube.
Yeah,
It's a bit like
yeah.
a megaphone. It'd be like, "I'm running a little bit late because I stood in a bucket of cement and it dried."
Yeah.
And I'm clomping and clamping about like some sort of cement-legged pirate.
Could have one on each foot.
That's right.
We don't know.
And there's just there's all your extras are there, and everybody's dressed like Errol Flynn with a little tweedly
Yeah,
mustache,
man. They're yelling cut and like not happy with it.
And there's alarms going. Ding, ding, ding,
And the
ding,
actor's like, I can't bloody work
and
like
the-
this.
People are lifting up
Yeah.
the walls of the set and moving them around.
Yeah,
and,
the actor's doing an accent, but then they cut the actor. The actor slips into their normal accent.
Yeah,
They
which
go,
is
I
different.
can't bloody work like this.
That's right.
You know?
Yeah,
They
yeah,
can't
yeah.
do it.
God, it must be.
They don't work with
must
amateurs.
Be crazy on the set of Blade.
And he's got that bucket of cement on his foot.
Bucket of cement on his foot. Exactly. Yeah.
God.
You know.
Yeah. Anyway, so it's probably something like that.
Yeah. Leading ladies there. She's like, oh, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Anyways,
This is my first role in
Hollywood.
Hollywood. Oh, you know.
Yeah, exactly. And it's a dog-eat-dog industry, you
That's
know?
exactly
We know
right.
that.
Yeah.
We know that.
Exactly. And Harry Styles is there as Eros.
Eros is there.
The Eternal of Love.
love
He's
that.
there, you know.
He was in that
he's
movie.
He's waiting for his cameo.
It's a good movie.
Yeah.
It's a good movie, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
that's right. And they have to get in Willie Lumpkin. He's
Gotta
got to be
get
there.
him. He's there too.
That's right. Excuse me, I got some letters for Blade. Vampire Hunter?
Blade. Classic Blade.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, this actually says blurred. This
Blurred
is
Lines?
Yeah, yep.
Oh, no. It's the lyrics to Blurred Lines?
Yes, it is, yes.
Okay, great. So anyway, we'll see what happens there.
Yeah.
This could fall apart completely,
Yeah,
right?
like those sets.
The actor could
He's
leave.
probably like, I'm finally going to get you, Dracula, and it's just the wall of the set falls down.
Just as he's
Cut, bring, etc.
Yeah, so on.
The thing we
I
said
can't
happens
work
again.
like this.
Yeah, that's right.
So on.
Oh, it's my first role in Hollywood.
Clunk,
Ah.
clunk,
Clunk, clunk. Yep, that's right. Every day on this bloody set.
I don't know how they do it.
No.
Anyway, Bob Iger had some had some ideas about on wokeness. People are like, what's going on with wokeness? Is
yeah.
Disney too woke? If you thought that, don't worry about it.
I did think that, but continue.
He said the bottom line is infusing messaging as a sort of number one priority in our films and TV shows is not what we're up to. They need to be entertaining, and where the Disney company can have a positive impact on the world, whether it's, fostering acceptance and understanding of people of all different types, great. But generally speaking, we need to be an entertainment company first, and understanding that, look, we are trying to reach a very, very diverse audience. And I think this is 100% true.
Well, yeah.
They're reaching a diverse audience because they want to get
all the money.
Everybody. It's not about like an agenda. We're going to lose. I mean, they fucked up on Indiana Jones. I don't think that's a diversity issue. Because of woke, sure. I'll even concede that one. They can have that one, all right? You win. That one, you're right.
The wokeness warriors, they're taking Indiana Jones.
You won. You got that one.
Oh my God.
But like, it's literally just like ones and zeros on a spreadsheet. How much money can we get if we pretend that there's a gay person in this movie or whatever?
That we can cut out for markets
Yeah,
that don't like that.
They don't care.
Yeah.
Ghouls.
Cool, they are. The fact, like the first part of that statement there, the fact that they even have to say, the first thing we're about is entertaining. As if he's going to come out and be like, no, we're here to just push a message with products that people don't like.
They wouldn't say that, would they,
No,
Mason?
that's true.
Not with a message. I don't know. I mean, do people know that though? I feel like, I don't know. Am I crazy?
No, it's because so many YouTubers and these commentators, they know it's not true.
Do they? I don't think they all know.
I think some of them do. And I think some of them do. I think probably like the upper tier versions. I've said this before, but like a lot of right-wing commentators, I think they all have like one genuine bigotry in them.
Yeah.
Like a lot of them are like maybe...
It's a solid one.
Exactly.
Like a foundational
like a
stone.
lot of them have a foundational racist or sexist or homophobic or whatever it is. And then, but then once they're there, they're like, but if I also say that there's too many trans people in Star Wars movies or whatever.
Is that true?
Yeah, it is. Let's make this a video. Let's chop this bit out and make it a video.
I would never put this in a video. I could not handle.
I think they all have one genuine bigotry, and then they're like, well, now that I'm here, I may as well just say there's too much diversity in Star Wars or too much whatever, and that because that gets them. Because like once they've gone past that barrier, why not? And then it's kind of, and I think a lot of them obviously know most of it isn't true, and then maybe like, and then the people they pitch to that they pitch their videos who don't know that.
Yeah, okay.
And I think there's probably also like a level of creators below them who are just sort of like, they're also making videos and they get all their information from the bigger YouTubers and...
I mean, if you're one of the top ones, there's a lot of money in that. If you're starting out now, you're probably late. You probably need a new angle, if I'm being honest with you. But, do what you can.
Yeah, that's right.
Do what you can.
Do what you can to ruin the internet forever.
So there you go. Bob Iger doing the Lord's work.
That's right.
Who's laughing at us?
Yeah, that's right.
It's my THR. Olivia Wilde will helm Evangeline.
If I may stop you there just for a second.
Sure.
Just if I can chew on this in. New T-shirt idea. God is real and he's laughing at us, the Weekly Planet. Saying?
Do you think we put this in the video as well?
Yeah, we'll put this in the video. And that's the text, and above the text is God.
Yeah.
He's on a cloud and he's pointing and laughing.
Yeah.
And then below
Can we just use the Family Guy God? It's just easier.
Yeah, we'll do that. And then below it's us and we're crying, I think. And it's rain. Maybe it's raining on us.
Oh, okay.
We're in the podcasting studio, but it's raining on us, and we're like,
would it be too far if we did like a Calvin style God is pissing on us? Because I think that is too far.
That is probably. But he would be laughing, wouldn't he?
Yeah, that's too far
Okay,
though
fine.
for a T-shirt, in my opinion.
Okay, I guess we're selling this for real, and we are.
Movies are back, Mason.
They are. It's true.
There's less movies out this year though because there was a big strike. I don't know if you remember. We talked about it all of last year.
And a bunch of movies have probably been written off for tax
Oh
purposes.
yeah, that's true. That's also happening. But anyway, we're going to go through the biggest movies, the most anticipated movies of the year. Some of these won't come out. Spaceman. This is the Adam Sandler movie.
Yeah, and Adam Sandler and Paul Dano is it's Adam Sandler is an astronaut. He's on a deep space mission and he's lonely.
Yeah.
But then also there's a big spider on the ship. He's an alien spider from the beginning of time. And he's voiced by Paul Dano.
There's also another book which I read recently.
Uh-huh.
What's it called? I can't remember. I talk about it all the time on Suggestible, and Claire was going to read it. But it's also got a space spider in it.
Oh.
And that's also going to be a movie.
Pride and Prejudice?
Yeah, that's
They've
the
done
one.
that already.
Yeah, they did it already, but I'm going to see it twice. So there you go.
G'day, boys. It's me, Pride and Prejudice. First name Pride, second name Prejudice. I'm a
Middle name
space
Anne?
spider.
Oh, space
all right?
spider. Okay. Yeah, cool.
I'm here to teach you how to be a lady. Is that what this movie's
A
about?
lady spider or a regular?
No.
A Victorian era lady.
I'm very skilled in the art of teaching ladies how to be polite, exist in polite society.
Well, you are.
Because I'm from the beginning of time.
Oh, because, yeah, and you're a spider.
And it was spider.
Okay. That's interesting.
You got to learn how to do a fancy walk if you're a spider,
Can I walk regular in my own personal life?
I suppose. Don't let anybody see you.
Okay.
Put a book on your head.
Put a book on my head.
That's right.
What kind of book?
Fancy book.
A fancy book?
right.
Like a doily? Like a book about doilies?
Get out.
Oh, was this is part of it, was it?
Yeah.
Okay. This is the test.
You're fired from deportment school.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
All right. This is exciting for you. Ghostbusters Frozen Empire.
It is exciting for me.
Because it's apparently a throwback to the real Ghostbusters animated series. It's not just like here's Zool again and here's everything you've seen.
Yeah.
They're going to try a new thing.
Of everything you've seen, but in a different medium.
Yes, but with that's true.
But it's sincere now.
Yeah, it's sincere and it's got the characters who are alive in real life.
That's
who will
great.
return.
That's
So
great. That's great. So they're not doing only the actors who've died are returning.
No, they already did that.
Okay.
So I'm excited.
No, only the actors who've
Oh,
died.
only?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so.
Also, apparently Walter Peck is back.
That's cool.
The
he's the
Environmental
mayor
Protection
now?
Agency guy. Oh, he might be the mayor.
Might be the mayor.
He's either the mayor or he's been put in a basement somewhere.
People
and he's
have
all
talked
sad.
about how he's right? Like
Yeah.
he was right?
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, cool. Not a fan.
We don't have to talk about it. You're just happy that somebody's talked about
Yeah,
it.
exactly. Not a fan, obviously, of this franchise, but isn't Patton Oswalt in it?
Oh, yeah, he is, yeah.
Kamal Nanjiani's in it. Paul Rudd is back. The kids from the first one.
Yep.
Original cast members of
Yeah.
Ghostbusters.
Do you think Podcast is back?
The character of Podcast?
Yes.
I mean, how could you not? How could there be a Ghostbusters movie without the character of Podcast?
They're going to retroactively insert him into the first movie, I think.
God, I hope so. There will be a Ghostbusters time travel movie at some point, right? If they keep making these. It's the 80s. What do we do?
Absolutely.
we
Yes,
got to make
absolutely.
sure original Ghostbusters
Yeah,
happens.
yeah. Ghost has gone back in time and he moved a thing and it made the Ghostbusters not happen.
Yeah.
They're
all woke.
A ghost went back in time and it stopped the library ghost from spooking them, so they didn't become the Ghostbusters. So we've got to go back and we've got to get the lady Ghostbuster to spook the Ghostbusters again.
Damn.
And we're woke.
And we're woke?
That's right.
They're getting away with too
Yeah,
much,
yeah,
Mason,
yeah.
over there.
I know, right?
This studio, whoever
Yeah,
makes these.
That's right.
Paramount or whatever, I can't remember. God damn. Then we've got Godzilla X Kong.
Honestly, I'm really excited.
I know
about it.
you are.
No, not that. Not even this movie. I don't care about this movie anymore. I'm now excited about the movie where they have to go back in time to the 80s and they just go, this is our end game and we have to go through the scenes in the original Ghostbusters.
Yeah, man.
Incredible.
With such reverence.
Oh, there's going to be so much reverence because we're going to see Ray and we're going to see Pete, and then there's going to be stirring music and we're going to see Egon. It's like, it's Egon.
Is there going to be stirring music when they hide in the cupboard and watch a ghost suck the dick of Dan Aykroyd?
Yes.
A thing that happened in that movie?
Yes. Oh, that's what they've got to make sure happens.
You got to do it. I don't really do that. I'm a ghost. Listen. It's already happened.
No, they put an amulet on Ray and he turns invisible. And that's...
Wait, Ray?
Yeah.
But isn't he already?
No,
like
present day
Okay.
Ray. Yeah.
I hate that.
Well, that's what's going to happen. He's going to have to do it because otherwise the Ghostbusters won't get formed and they won't save the city. The city will be destroyed.
Yeah,
You know?
Marshmallow Man, etc.
Yeah, that's
I know.
right. Yeah.
I know.
Yeah. Ray, the Marshmallow Man will destroy the city unless you do this.
Yep. Dan Aykroyd might.
I'm saying he will.
He will.
As a cool ghost goof.
Yeah.
Just explain to him the amulet and the dimensions and
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah,
He loves
yeah.
that sort of stuff.
Do you want Egon to live or whatever? I don't know.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. He can't.
Yes.
He can't really.
No.
Then we've got Bad Boys 4.
No, we don't. No, we don't.
You don't think so?
No, I don't
Let me
think
check
so.
that's for real coming
No,
out.
I don't believe you.
Bad Boys.
A couple of bad boys.
It's coming out, man. June 14th. of
Wow,
this year.
okay, sure, great.
Yeah.
Great. Love that Martin Lawrence. Never done anything bad in
It's got
his life.
Vanessa It's got Vanessa Hudgens in it. Currently and they can't call it Bad Boys for Life.
Because they did that with the last
They did
one
that
for
with the
some
last-
reason. Amazing.
Yeah. December we've got The Lord of the Rings, The War of Rohirrim.
No, we don't.
Yeah, it's an anime. Can't remember the director, but he's a famous anime director who's done good anime. It's got Miranda Otto, who's from Lord of the Rings, but it's set like 250 years before Lord of the Rings.
Okay.
And it's about Helm Hammer Man, and it's got Brian Cox in it. And I don't know anything about it. Nobody really knows anything about it, but I'm really looking forward to it.
Okay,
'Cause I
so
love
Miranda Otto and Brian Cox are doing all the voices.
Yes, that's right.
Okay.
Yeah. Because she's only narrating. She's like, I remember
Okay.
a time. Oh, there was an ancient story of a dude.
Oh, g'day, boys.
G'day, boys. What are you doing here? Lord of the Rings?
Yeah.
Not yet. 250 years before, I think you'll find.
Who's up, boys? Pump the brakes on that Lord of the Rings, mate. You do Lord of the Rings in a couple hundred years, all right? Who's up? Who's up and settle down? We'll go to the pub. We'll have a couple of bevs.
We might do a war of him on the way. Can't
That's right.
guarantee anything. This is Japanese also, anime.
Yeah.
Familiar with that? It's popular, not here.
Very popular in Japan, though. Mate, you're going to love it. You're going to love it.
Karate.
It's like cartoons, let me finish, but for adults. You're going to love it.
Karate Kid.
Oh, yep.
Mufasa, The Lion King, which is The Lion King live action, but they're not live action, I know. Prequel, it's about how did Scar get his scar, etc.
Hate it, awful.
Yeah.
Love it.
But at least it's different. It's just
Yeah.
a different story. It's not just The Lion King twice.
Okay, sure,
Imagine
yeah.
if they were like, we've done The Lion King and it's even more realistic.
Yep.
G'day.
But even slightly more upsetting.
G'day, boys. Real enough for you?
Yeah.
Like what you see? Thought you wouldn't.
G'day, boys. I'm Scar. Don't have a scar yet. See how we go.
Are we going to acknowledge that it's just us doing a poor impression of Broden Kelly?
No,
we
we're
don't
not gonna do-
acknowledge that?
It's different. It's a different voice.
Okay.
Yeah.
I said poor impression
Yeah.
also.
Yeah.
TV shows. Some of these are dated, some are not. I'm just going to rattle them off.
Okay.
Hot, quick TV shows. All right, here we go. Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
Oh, yep.
That's
I got
happening.
a push notification just earlier.
Oh, I saw that.
February. Maybe.
February. Curb Your Enthusiasm returns for its apparent final season.
I was going to say Mr. and Mrs. Smith actually looks pretty good.
Yeah, it does
They've-
actually.
They've taken a different tack, which is that they
It's
know,
going to be better than the movie
probably.
Yeah.
They know they're a couple and they're aware that they're both
in a movie.
in a movie. That's right. What's going on? How do we get out of this?
The movie stops. Do we die?
Do we go out? Do we go into it? Can we escape through the cinema? Oh, streaming. Oh no.
Who's this lovely young couple who you're trapped in a movie? Hello. I don't know.
I'm just saying he doesn't own the concept of blokey voices.
He does.
He's perfected it. I'll grant you. But you can't make it exclusive to him. That's what I'm saying.
All right.
Okay.
You tell him that next time
All
you
right.
see him.
All right. I will.
The Acolyte, which is next Star Wars TV
Yeah, sure,
show,
uh-huh.
which could be good actually.
Is that going to be about some sort of Jedi apprentice and they go bad, but then they're good or something, and then they're a grey Jedi and they have a different coloured lightsaber?
Technically, you can't be a great Jedi, Mason. They made that very clear recently.
Did they?
There's such thing as a great Jedi.
Who said that? The man
'Cause
in
you
the
can't
big
be-
cowboy hat?
Yeah, that's right.
Did Mr. Cowboy Hat Man make a decree?
G'day, boys. I'm just here to set you straight. The Acolyte. It's got Carrie Ann Moss.
Okay, I like Carrie Ann Moss.
First movie of the year for us. Come on, mate. From the twisted mind of Matthew Vaughn, we've got Argyle.
Before this, I watched The Talent of Mr. Ripley, and I thought that was great.
No,
It's a
no.
great
Did you go to
movie.
cinemas for it?
No, I
Was it a
saw it on my
2024
TV.
movie? Exactly.
No.
I watched that last year as well. What a good movie. They're
is
doing a new series with Andrew
Ripley,
Scott.
yeah, that's right. That looks good. That is, I believe that is a remake of this movie. So it's not like Ripley Origins or anything. It's a
Ripley
remake
Origins.
of Talented Mr. Ripley. I did watch it because...
When does he fight the alien?
Never.
What?
Yeah.
He could do it.
He fights alienation.
By killing other people and
Yep.
stealing their identities?
I think so, yeah, that's what he does.
That's great. Anyway.
Did you know there's also like French versions of Talented Mr. Ripley?
Le Ripley.
Le Ripley, that's right.
Le Ripley kills the alien.
Royale Ripley.
Anyways,
Go on.
Twisted Mind of Matthew Vaughn, Argyle. Well, before we get into that,
Aw.
what do you think the story was?
All right. Okay. So
Try not to do the several twists in this, by the way.
Okay, I'll try not.
Yeah, try to hold back.
The endless twists. Okay.
Because
So
they just keep happening. I don't know how much of this we can do non-spoilers. Because there's the twist, and then they just twist all the way to the end.
let me get to the plot, James.
Okay, sorry.
So Bryce Dallas Howard plays a woman named Ellie.
Yep.
And she is a writer, and she writes about a cool spy called Argyle, Agent Argyle.
Yeah, man.
And he's played by handsome Henry Cavill.
Yep.
And he's cool and suave, and he gets into all sorts of adventures, and everybody loves the books, and they're big sellers. But then it turns out that some of the stuff she's written in a book, it's all very close to the truth.
It's real.
Because but then all the secret agencies, they want to get her for reasons.
Mm-hmm.
And then Sam Rockwell's there.
And he goes, hello, I'm charming and everything.
Yeah.
And he continues to be.
I'll do a little dance sometimes.
No complaints. I would say.
Sometimes I feel like I'm only doing a little dance because they've asked me to do a little dance.
I think he's just doing dances.
You think so? Yeah.
Yeah, man. He's doing dances.
Yeah.
And also, I didn't like the post-credits and the endings.
Okay, right.
It really
Which they
gained
gotta have.
dishonest, didn't it?
Yeah,
We'll
they
talk about
really
it.
did. Also, there's two sequences in this movie where she's at some sort of book reading event and she just reads the last page of her book.
Yeah.
Like her new book.
And then Agent Argyle, he escaped on a jet ski or
What is
whatever.
she doing there? Is she sat a bunch of unsuspecting fans down and she's read them the entire book?
Maybe.
Or has she set a bunch of unsuspecting fans down and she's just read the last page? She's like, spoilers, idiots. I'll be amazed if any of these sequels. I think maybe we'll get another Kingsman.
Well, here's the thing, because in the post-credits...
Well, the mid-credits. There is no
Mid-credits.
post-credits because I knew nobody would stick around for the
Yes,
post-credits.
good. Well-
They drop the mid-credits on you before you can leave.
Absolutely, they do. So it cuts to the Kingsman pub in
20
the
years
early
ago.
2000s, and there's a young boy, the mulleted boy, and he goes up and he's like, hello, I need a Kingsman gun, and he gives him one, and they go, this is Kingsman.
Yeah.
And then it says Argyle, the first book or something. No, Kingsman.
It says Argyle, book one, the movie coming soon.
Now,
and
there's-
everybody in my cinema was like, nah.
There was now, look, there's an answer to this, and there's probably even an interview. Because that book exists. It's like a book you can buy. It's the one we were talking about.
Yeah.
Or is this a series of prequel movies that are set within the universe, so they're the books that Ali wrote within the universe?
Yeah.
And that's also the Kingsman universe? Or is this the actual thing that happened in Ali's past, but this thing that happened, but it was Henry Cavill, and it's his story as a Kingsman?
Because it can't be fictional, because then it wouldn't say 20 years ago. 'cause
That's
it
what I'm
isn't
saying.
actually
Yeah.
20 years
But
ago.
the other thing is, like, Sophia Bottola's in this, and so Sam Jackson, and they were in the first Kingsman.
They were, it's
So
true.
I don't know what this is supposed to be.
Oh, Sophie Botola was the knives leg.
She was a
woman.
knife legs woman.
Yeah, right.
Knives out on my legs.
On my legs, yeah, that's right.
So
What a mess. I mean, and also, there's nothing wrong with a filmmaker going, I love working with these people. They're my friends.
totally.
I'll bring you into another
That's
role.
not what I have a
No,
problem
I know.
with. Okay.
Seems like you do.
Remember I said there was a savage IGN thing upcoming. Here it is. This is an IGN article by Amelia Emberwing, which I read. So this is how it goes. So this is an ending explained for the movie Argyle.
Okay.
I've done a few videos like that. They're all bangers, mate.
Yeah,
and you
yeah.
see them on YouTube. They're everywhere. She wrote, the ending explained article format comes in a lot of different forms. Not to pull the curtain back too far in anything, but they become a product of our digital landscape because no matter the medium or genre, folks are Googling to find that ending. Nobody's ever really happy about it, honestly. Commenters inevitably call the writer a shill and accuse them of being creatively bereft. Meanwhile, the writer stares dead-eyed at the cursor while they try to regurgitate what they just witnessed in a way that doesn't make us feel like soulless drones. But people keep Googling it, so we have to keep writing about it. Because of that, our goal at IGN is to find a fun angle, or at least make it informative in a way that extends beyond the boilerplate synopsis that makes us want to slam our laptops shut and go find a whiskey. This ending explained, it's trying to protect you.
Damn.
I care about you, and I want to keep you safe and happy. So I'm telling you that I sat through over 2 hours of Argyle, so you don't have to. And then it goes on to explain the ending. But I just love how it's just like,
It broke
I hate
IGN.
doing this, and this is
Yeah.
bullshit.
Incredible. That's good stuff.
Good movie.
Disagree.
From the minds who brought us Morbius, Gods of Egypt, and Dracula Untold, comes Women Morbius.
Oh, yes.
I think that's kind of unfair. People have been saying the writers of this, they
Some
wrote
Drake.
those other movies.
They've made some Drake.
What do you think the story was
Oh, come on, mate. All right.
of Madam Web? The
So
movie?
Madam Web is Cassie Webb,
Yeah.
And no one likes her, and she doesn't like anyone.
Mm-hmm.
And but then
She has a big accident.
she has a big accident. She drowns, and then when she comes back, she can sort of see the future a bit in a vague way that's not really
Yep.
consistent.
Yeah.
And then it turns out there's a bloke out there, and he wants to kill 3 women.
And he's Spider-Man.
He's evil Spider-Man.
Sort of.
He's evil Spider-Man, sort of.
Yeah.
And then she's got a.
It's really missing something about the webs, isn't it? It really takes an element away of
There's some webs in
being
this movie.
not on him. What's he doing?
No,
He's
that's
not
true.
webbing nobody.
Yeah.
Mm.
Should be called Madam Web and Mr. Jump. You know? And it could have been a rom-com.
And
could have been a
he
rom-com.
can stick.
Yep. Okay, so Madam Web and Mr. Jump and Stick. I think that's too many words.
You're right. Just
Yeah.
Mr. Jump is fine.
Yeah.
The idea of a Spider-Man, but he's a killer.
Yeah.
There is something in that.
Well, I mean, we've talked in the past about how it would be nice to do.
Brightburn, like for example.
Yes,
You take a concept and
Yeah,
you
your superhero movies, but put it in a give us a horror version, give us a an
us a
espionage
rude
version.
one.
Give us a sexy rude one, but also has to be good.
yeah.
We should have said that
Caveats.
every single time we said this in the past 10 years of doing this podcast, and we've said it a bunch of times. We should have added that caveat. It also has to be good, and in a way, this is our fault because
Yeah.
I feel like we didn't say that.
You're right.
We assumed
I kept saying anything can be good.
Yeah,
But I
that's
should have
true.
said, but you actually have to like
expend some effort.
Yeah.
We didn't do that, did we? So this is, in a way, this is our fault, and we apologize. You could pick any number of supervillains in the Marvel universe and go, what about a movie where,
Kraven the Hunter.
yeah, or oh no, like you could do a movie where some kids piss off Electro when he's robbing a bank or something,
Yeah.
and then he follows through the city trying to kill him or
like
whatever.
that.
You know, that could work, and this could have worked, but it doesn't work for a bunch of reasons. Her mum went to the Amazon to research spiders before she died,
Mm-hmm.
and while she was pregnant, and Cassie's like, well, I guess she didn't care about me at all. And then over the course of the movie, she learns that the reason why that is because she was looking for a cure for the disease that Madam Web had.
Yeah.
But then she's like, then when we see that, when she goes back in time and hugs her mum, she goes, oh, you were in the Amazon to look for a cure for me and you loved me and that's why you did it. It's like, we saw it. You didn't have to.
Yeah.
You could just.
That's what I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
you could just have a look and go, oh.
Yeah.
You could even have a go,
Oh.
I get it now. And if you, the audience, are smart, you'll also get it. But if you don't, Screen Rant will have an article about it. They'll say, Madam Web ending explained. Cassie was happy because she realized that her mother was trying to save her with the
Yep.
spider.
Article to recommend at the bottom. The Dark Knight Rises ending.
Oh, you better
explained.
believe it. That's right. 2024.
Yeah.
It's a new article.
I guess I wanted to ask you about the final showdown.
Okay, sure.
Because earlier on, there's a big fire at the explosion factory.
That's right.
And they have to go back to the explosion factory at the end for a big showdown.
They're
for
like,
some reason.
we'll call an emergency paramedic helicopter and we'll ask them to park on the top of the explosion factory. And I mean, sure, technically some of them will be like, wasn't there just a huge explosion at that explosion factory?
Yeah.
That we were there?
Wasn't there an ambulance driver killed at the explosion factory?
Yeah, I don't
It's
think
quite
we
a
should go to
volatile.
I don't think we should land on the explosion factory. I think
Also,
that's-
there's a big sign we probably can't land near because there's a big Pepsi Cola sign.
Yeah, and because of all the explosions, the building is probably not structurally sound. And I bet, like on our helicopter map at the headquarters, there's a big X over it. And
Don't.
And the X is just
Just
don't.
don't.
Just don't. But anyway, so they're escaping from evil Spider-Man, and
Yep.
they say, okay, we're going to have to escape. We're going to go into the fireworks explosion building, and we'll get a helicopter from there. And they're like, okay, here's some flares.
Yep.
Just put them in all the boxes.
That's great.
Of fireworks.
Yeah.
When are they going to go off? Doesn't matter.
Whose business is this? Doesn't matter.
Because sometimes they put a flare in there and it just sizzles for ages, and sometimes they put a flare in there and it just blows up immediately.
Yeah, man.
You're giving those to kids, are you?
I mean, she
You're
knows.
insane.
She can see the future.
Oh, that's true. She can see
Forgot
the
that.
future. She can see the
Sometimes,
future.
depending, and sometimes she can control it. Sometimes
That's
she can't.
true,
Yeah. So just, oh god, just what are they doing?
I'm going to say best movie ever because I had a wild time.
I'm not going to say that.
Okay, all right
I don't see this. Don't pay money for it.
No, don't see
You
it.
shouldn't encourage.
Watch it on streaming.
This kind of behavior.
Yeah, what you should do, wait till it's on streaming and get some friends together and watch it like that,
Yeah.
I think.
What do you think Sony's like? What did they think would happen?
I don't know,
with
man.
this. At what point did they know this was this movie? You know,
It's a great question.
like did they tried to fix it. obviously, but
Yeah, maybe.
but it's not. It's what. It's also like it's obviously not said in any of the Spider-Man universes because with the killer Spider-Man running around,
Nobody goes,
nobody's
"That's Spider-Man."
That's Spider-Man. Oh wait, he's got a knife
yeah.
and no webs.
No webs. That's Mr. Jumps. Look out. Yeah, if it was, yeah, you're absolutely right.
It's not said anywhere.
Because they're all, if any of those kids were native New Yorkers, when they saw a guy crawling on the roof, they'd be like, they wouldn't go, that's a crawly man.
Yeah.
They'd go, they call him Ceiling Guy. And I think it'd be funny if Spider-Man was called Ceiling Guy by everybody. Because you can't control it.
No, you really can't.
I mean, unless you hold a press conference and go, just so you know,
Day
I'm
one,
Spider-Man.
Day one, yeah.
If you were crawling on the ceiling, people would call you Ceiling Guy, and
Yeah.
you'd be that forever. Even if you made a concerted effort to walk on the ground,
Yeah.
it would still be like, it'd be like Ceiling Guy's on the ground
Yep.
now.
It's like
Wow.
if your mum ran up to the school bus on the first day of high school because you forgot your lunch and she gave you the lunch, you'd be Mummy Lunchbox Man
You'd be Mummy Lunchbox Man.
for the rest of your life.
That's right.
Yeah, cool. All right, shall we move it along?
Let's move it along.
What a great movie. Good
What?
start to the year. 2 bad movies
Two
out
bad
of the gate.
movies. Oh, incredible. So Dune 2 is in 2 weeks.
Yeah, we got
What are
that.
we going to do in the meantime?
We're going to talk about legacy sequels because,
right.
of course, we're getting Ghostbusters Frozen New York this week.
Frozen Treats, it's called.
Yeah. Are you excited for Ghostbusters?
I am.
Shut up.
I am for real.
Hey, shut up.
Ah, come on, mate. This is the one where they finally have an original story, or it's just a remake of Ghostbusters 2. We don't know yet.
What do you think?
Ah,
Could be both.
could be both. It's true. No, I think it's a fresh new original.
It's supposed to be a harken back, and we talked about this because we did this Caravan of Garbage last week, to the real Ghostbusters.
Oh, okay.
It's like an episodic new adventure moving forward, new threat and demon, etc.
And they've got red jumpsuits.
That's true. What are they-
I think what they're doing there is they're attempting a rebrand of like,
Yeah.
this is new. This is the clean break. This is the attempt to have a fresh new look, and we're doing red jumpsuits.
Yes. Now, I want
And then
to...
after that, we're not going to have any old Ghostbusters anymore. We're going to try this with just Paul Rudd and the guy with the hair.
The guy with the hair, yeah,
What's
yeah.
the guy? Little hairman.
Podcast.
No. Yeah, well, him, yes, also.
Finn Wolfhard?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, the other thing is because we were talking about, because we recently did a commentary on the one from 2021, which you can find at bigsandwich.co. And we were like, is Celeste O'Connor in it, who plays one of the girl Ghostbusters?
And we thought, no, but yes, she is.
she is. And also, is Podcast in it, who sort of plays one of the ghosts? Yes, Podcast is in it also.
all the
They've
greats.
made the trip to New York.
I love that.
City, baby.
They're probably on a school trip.
They're probably on a school trip or whatever.
Yeah.
So anyway, what I've got here, it's a list of 100 legacy sequels
Okay.
from IMDb.
All right.
Now, some of these we won't need to talk about because they don't exist.
Sure.
So we're going to try and do 100 to 1.
Are we?
Yes.
Okay.
Try.
Okay.
We might need to have a break and lie down. But
yeah, definitely.
How do you feel about that?
I mean, we normally have to have a break and lie down.
That's
After
true.
the news, because the news is so hot and fresh.
Number 7 is a TV show. It's the Obi-Wan Kenobi TV series.
Mm-hmm.
I like, in hindsight, completely unnecessary.
Yeah.
It was something that I wanted to see for years.
Yep.
I think it does build...
Name anything that happens in that show.
Half of his mask comes off and he goes,
No.
hello, remember me?
Oh, wow.
You fucking did this. Have a look.
You low dog.
I live with this. This sucks.
That's right.
And then you hit me in the face with a lightsaber.
Yeah.
That's rude.
It's rude what you've done there.
Rude Obi-Wan.
That's crook what you've done, actually.
I think there's good ideas within it.
Uh-huh.
I
I
think-
disagree. I think it's dull as a rock, start to finish. Even the part where he throws rocks.
I don't think it's that bad.
I think it's very bad.
All right. I think it's... Remember, also it borrows a bunch of stuff from Jedi Fallen Order and like the animated stuff like that Darth Vader mask and the
Yeah.
voice modulation is from
Yeah.
Rebels. The storming the Inquisitor base is from
Yeah.
Fallen Order.
Yeah.
I think there's no music in it from the original trilogy, from the prequel trilogy.
Okay. Now, let me ask you this, James. If you had never seen any Star Wars movies
Yeah.
and you were just like, it's about a guy and he's fleeing from his past, would it make any sense?
No.
Okay, well.
No. Because the guy would have shown up and have been like, hey, you did this. And I'd be like, oh my God,
Wow.
this guy should go to jail.
He did go to jail. He put that man in like an iron lung. It's rude of him.
I don't know the full context, obviously, but you shouldn't be allowed to do that regardless.
That's right.
That's fucked up.
Feels illegal.
I mean, I guess he technically was on the run, wasn't he?
Yeah.
For that thing that he did.
That's right, yeah.
I mean, other things.
Yeah.
But you could base it on that. If
Yeah.
he did go to court, you could be like, well, Your Honor,
Yeah.
he did.
If anything, this is a legacy sequel to That Thing You Do, because it's That Thing You Did. Anyway, I didn't like it and I thought it was bad. Every conceivable thumb down.
I feel like you were
Predisposed
more
to not
up
like
on
it?
No, more up on it when we watched it and reviewed it.
Oh,
I
maybe.
think. Yeah. I
Well,
didn't mind.
time has not been kind.
I thought it was fine. It's time to continue a franchise, Mason.
Yes.
You know what this franchise is? It's the Kumail Nanjiani jumped into the franchise at the wrong time trilogy.
Oh, no.
We've got Men in Black International.
Oh,
We've
bad
got
call.
The Eternals.
Bad call.
We've got this.
Nice.
Ghostbusters Frozen Empire. I've written here Ghostbusters Afterlife, but that's a different Ghostbusters movie. Anyway, what do you think the story was?
Oh, come on, mate.
Yep.
All right. Ghostbusters are back in New York, baby.
Yep.
They're going to have a big time ghostly New York adventure.
They are, aren't they?
They're all back. All your faves.
Who?
Paul Rudd.
Every single person.
Yeah, everybody from the last one. Even the ones that were trapped in that nowhere town who had no prospects and no way to get to New York. Well, they're in New York, baby.
That's right.
And there's even more people.
Even
and
more.
now there's ghosts. There's all the ghosts. Even people who weren't in the last one, but they were in the original Ghostbusters.
Yep.
They're back as well.
Who? Walter Peck.
Walter Peck's back.
And a thing is coming.
Yeah, spooky ghost thing.
It's going to come.
It is gonna. Yeah.
It's going to get to the thing. And you got to stop it from getting to the thing on time.
Is that what was happening?
You got to block it. It's
I don't
coming.
think it had to get to the thing.
Got to get there. It was going to get to the because the ghost house was the central point of energy.
Yeah, but I'm not sure they had to get there
They had. Where was it getting? Why was it going there then?
just to have a bit of a walk around.
I don't think that's why it was trying to get there.
Anyway, there's a big thing and it's trying to get there. And that Ghostbusters got to stop it. They'll
And
put
it's-
their foot down.
It's a big Frozen thing.
That's right.
Okay, I just want to say this to Ghostbusters fans. I feel like I've been very cruel to you in terms of me saying that all the Ghostbusters stuff is not great except the first Ghostbusters movie, which is pretty good.
Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters. And I think like watching this,
Are you-
right?
James, are you going to lead up to a big funny joke where you
it's
say
not a
this
funny
sucks?
joke. This is a genuine
Okay.
question.
All
I
right.
think this also applies to you because you're a big Ghostbusters fan. If you are a Ghostbusters fan,
Yes.
are you fucking happy with the shit that they're doing?
Like, are you satisfied
Yeah.
with the are you
I'm
satisfied?
hearing a lot of like, well, it had the proton packs, and I saw Egon's fucking trench coat or whatever, or like Slimer was in it. But are you happy with these like muddled, watered down, recycled ideas
Interesting.
where like the surviving Ghostbusters turn up and they stand next to each other and they shake their proton sticks for 10 seconds and they all fall over? Like, is this what people want out of this fucking franchise?
It's a great
Don't you
question.
want like the Andor of Ghostbusters?
Yeah, right.
Like, I know people don't love new Star Wars. I understand that, but
Folks,
you
he's
can-
working
you
his
can-
way to a big old rant.
You
One of the
can point
classic
to
Mr.
things.
Sunday movies
You
rant.
can point to things in Star Wars and be like, "That's great."
Yes.
right. I'm talking about the new stuff.
Yes,
even.
uh-huh.
I can't point to a single fucking thing from Ghostbusters outside of. Oh, there's some good comics.
Yep.
That's like this is definitively great.
Okay, but could you say that about if we're talking Star Wars in between Star Wars original trilogy and Andor?
Yeah.
there's some stuff that is great. I agree.
I agree.
but I think there's some watered down stuff in
Yes,
there as well.
But there's again the emphasis on there's some great stuff.
Yes.
Whereas this, it's the same thing.
Uh-huh.
And like a thing shows up. It's basically the villain is the same villain that they've always had. It's a thing from a whatever, and it's trying to get out, and it needs to
Yeah.
get to a thing. And let's assemble the Ghostbusters. Except this time you got to assemble the team from 2021, and there's 18 of them, and then you got to assemble whoever's left and alive.
Yes. Yep.
And then I feel like there are people giving it their all, like Dan Aykroyd's coming in,
Yeah, uh-huh.
and he's in this a lot. And I feel his passion for the
Yeah.
paranormal, and that comes through. And he's got fun little adventures. But
Does he know he's in a movie though?
I don't. And even Ernie Hudson, they've developed that character
Yes,
where he's not like. There's even a scene where Dan Aykroyd's character and Ernie Hudson's character have an actual conversation,
like they had in the car in the first one.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But then Bill Murray just rolls in. And he's just kind of stumbling about, I'm here too.
Yeah.
Here's a quip.
Uh-huh.
What are you even doing? Why do you do these? Why do you clearly don't like them?
Maybe he must be in them. We've talked about this before, but the three original Ghostbusters, the actors had some sort of rule where that no
Yeah.
sequel could go ahead without their say so, even if they weren't in them. But I suspect there is a further clause that they didn't know about that meant they must be in them.
I just
I'll tell you this, James. I would say your criticisms are valid. I would say as a fan of especially the original Ghostbusters, I did enjoy this.
And the villain's like a skeleton with horns. You can freeze people sometimes, but not everybody because some people survive, even though they froze in the trailer.
Well, James, well done. You've convinced me that I didn't have fun watching this movie.
You're allowed to like this movie.
No,
I've been-
no.
I've been to-
I didn't now.
I've-
I refuse.
Great. Good and great.
Yeah, nice.
Let's talk about something else. Maybe Rebel Moon 2?
Yeah, I guess.
All right. Rebel
Moon Part 2, the Sky Giver. Rebel Moon Part 2, the Sky Giver. Rebel Moon Part 2, the Sky Giver. Yeah! Snyder.
Gonna be bad.
It's going to be bad.
It might be.
No. No. Come on, man. We try to be positive, but I mean.
I know. I liked me.
Yeah.
But, we
mean-
saw the other one.
We have limits. We're only human. God.
Well.
Yes,
A
well.
mere 4 to 5 months, maybe, after Rebel Moon Part 1, A Child on Fire.
That's right.
We've got Rebel Moon - Part 2, The Scar Giver. Now, normally, Mason, I would throw to you and say, what do you think the story was?
And I'll be like, come on, man.
He's never ready.
I just woke up, man. God.
Yeah. Well, look, the good thing is, Mason, that they actually recap the first movie at the start of this movie.
That's true, they did.
And so I'm just going to read that to everybody. This is via Jimmy the Robot.
Voiced by
Anthony Hopkins.
Sir Anthony Hopkins.
On the far edges of the Motherworld's reach, circling the gas giant Mara, was the small moon of Veld. There, a village of humble farmers lived a simple life, born of the earth until the shadow of a warship fell upon their fields. The ship commander, Admiral Noble, demanded more than Villalt's people could give. So it was that a woman
Grain,
named
specifically.
Cora.
Grain. Grain.
So it was that a woman named Cora and a man named Gunnar set forth from the village to
Is
gather
that their names?
Yeah, set forth to gather warriors to stand against the dreadnought. On near Woody, they were joined by the mighty Tarak. In the mines of Dagus, the fierce Nemesis. In the Colosseum of Pollux, the wayward General Titus. And on the planet Sharam, Darian Bloodaxe and his lieutenant Milius. In the ambush on the floating docks of Gondoval, Cora triumphed over the Admiral
Can I
Noble.
stop you there? Just if you can pause for a moment. I think it'd be funny if Anthony Hopkins misspoke a bunch of times in the opening crawl and then just kept it in. I think that would be really funny.
Would you have
on the
done-
planet Milius. Keep going.
No, that was a person.
Okay.
Leaving, Cora triumphed over Admiral Noble, leaving his shattered body on the rocky coastline.
Got him.
Victorious warriors returned to Veld.
That's the end of him.
Yep, to recollect their pay. The threat of the dreadnought is not extinguished, or so they believe.
Also, Charlie Hunnam was there.
Yeah.
He betrayed him. He was Han Solo.
He was
He
Han
betrayed
Solo,
him.
but he was betraying Han Solo.
That's right.
He didn't Han Solo all the way around.
We're up to 62 reviews on the tomatometer.
Yep.
Tomatometer, the tomatometer.
Yep.
Still at 18%.
Okay. No.
Just no?
You know something we should never dump?
What's that?
Zack Snyder's Rebel Moon.
Also true.
And because this is exciting news, you might have seen this, but the director's cuts have been announced.
That's correct. The director's cuts have been announced of, what's the first one called? Child of Fire?
Yeah, that's
And then the other one, The Scar Giver, but
Yeah.
they've been renamed to trick us.
It's now called Chapter 1, Chalice of Blood.
Okay.
Chapter 2, Curse of Forgiveness.
Okay.
It is hard to forgive, isn't it? Mm-hmm. It's a curse in a way.
Yeah, that's right.
Out August 2nd.
They should have just been called Chapter 1, Blood, Chapter 2, Boobs. Because that's what everybody wants with
I
these
think you
director's cuts.
start with boobs.
Yeah, okay, right. Okay.
You
Sure,
know?
yeah. Uh-huh.
Do you? Bloobs?
No, that would just be confusing.
Yeah, it would be, wouldn't
Yeah.
it? Yeah. Well, I can't wait to see a longer version of this, which is worse, or a much better version, which they should have released the first time.
Terrific. Well, I'm excited to not watch them again because I
Listen,
refuse.
I know
There's no way.
I know we said we wouldn't.
Yes. I'm putting my foot down.
But what
okay?
if we did?
There's no, you don't even want to do it.
I don't.
You absolutely
But
don't.
this is what we do. This
Yeah,
is
I
our
guess.
job.
I guess that's true. Yeah.
I know I said I didn't want to. You're
Yeah.
not curious?
No, not really.
For content. For content's sake.
Because all it's going to be is some slightly longer scenes with some more blood.
Yeah. And
Or
more
boobs.
boobs. Yeah.
There's not going to be some huge narrative change or anything because there was no need to do that. It's just going to be
Yeah.
more blood, I think.
What is
really?
it? I don't understand how we got here. Like, it's obviously like the Snyder Cut kind of like, that's what
Well, I mean,
that's their
they've
thinking
gone.
here.
He's gone. This is the blueprint.
Yeah.
Like it worked last time. Everybody wanted to see a new version. So what if we started with a version that I'm going to say that I'm going to disown before it comes out, and people are going to watch that. But then,
Yeah.
you know,
Are there any people out here, though, like, listening to this?
Mm-hmm.
This is not an attack on you. I just want to frame it like this, just from the get-go.
yeah.
Are you a fan of this, and is this right? Are you like, great, let's see this? Because also, what version is even true?
Oh, that is true, isn't it?
It's hard in your continuity. You know, what do you keep and what do you throw away?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'd be easy to make jokes about this if I remembered anything that happens in either of these movies.
Wheat
I could be like, what if there's a
threshing.
different scene where, and I'm like, I can't even remember anything that happens.
What if a snake made a phone call to the Emperor?
Oh,
Did that happen?
Maybe. Maybe.
I remember after you watched the second one, you were like, you struggled to remember the first one.
Yeah.
And now it's been enough time where it's all gone. It's all washed away.
Just slow motion wheat threshing.
He's rubbing his eyes like he's trying to stave off a migraine.
James, I got up very early today. Oh.
Think about it. Just think about it.
There's not even an icon. There's not even, like in the first one, at least somebody flew around on a dragon or whatever.
Spider
That was
chair.
interesting.
Spider chair.
I don't remember
Spider
that.
assassination chairs. They're in the chairs and the chairs can walk and you put the thing in the
Oh,
back.
I do remember that. And there's a scene where the lead character, in the past, she maybe killed a little girl, but then she didn't.
Yeah, that was in the second one.
Yeah, that was in the second one.
She killed the Emperor's daughter. Great. Anyway, that's Rebel New Moon news.
Rebel news.
So that's Megalopolis week as well
Oh,
that we'll be
wow.
back for. So
That's not doing well
that's
financially.
exciting. No, it won't.
And everybody in it's crook.
I know. That's fun.
And the guy who directed it's crook.
Yeah, I know. It's fun.
Look, I'm going to get this out of the way right now because
Okay.
we've talked about this off air. Sometimes people will email in and they'll be like, hey, how come you keep saying that this guy sucks, but you never say that
Like
this
this
other
other
guy
guy,
sucks?
yeah.
And the real answer is we don't have time.
No, we would just do it all. That would be all we would do.
Yeah. Like, literally-
Sometimes we take a moment to say it
Yeah.
and then move
Move
past
on.
it. And sometimes we forget.
Yeah. I think it's probably safe to say that like we think that like 90% of people in Hollywood are the worst. Like by what they do or who they associate
The
with.
deeds
or,
they've done.
Yeah, and all this sort of
Yeah.
stuff. We're thinking about we'll do an episode 1 week just to prove it. We'll go,
Crook blokes.
yeah, anytime we bring anybody up, we'll be like, who sucks, by the way, look it up. Like every time, there's a new trailer, it's got this guy who sucks, by the way, look it up. And this guy who sucks, by the way, look it up.
Yeah, but then also you get into that, well, what specifically do they suck and whatever. And that's a whole other can of worms that you open. And
Yeah.
then you're stuck in the suck loop.
Yeah, you are sucked. Yeah.
And I just want to talk about
Yeah.
red
And
hot
that's
comic
not
book
always
movie
great
news.
to be
Yeah.
stuck in the suck loop.
Exactly. It can be fun for a moment or two.
Yeah.
But you don't want to be there the whole time.
That's right.
Speaking of, I'm incredibly jet lagged. I feel insane. And then I watched Megalopolis today, and that did not help at all.
Yeah. Now, you desperately wanted to be the guy.
Yeah, who stood up in Megalopolis?
But we're not really getting that in Australia, I don't
No,
think.
I just kept doing it. I didn't know when it was, so I kept getting up and being like, Adam Driver,
Hey, Caesar! hey, stop it!
tell me the truth about Megalopolis. Megalopolis.
Megalopolis.
Sorry, Francis Ford Coppola's Megalopolis, a fable.
Terrific.
On a budget of $120 million.
We are sponsored by Megalopolis, Francis Ford Coppola's Megalopolis, a fable.
That's right.
Which is why we have to say the full title.
We loved it.
What?
We're going to get into it, whether we loved it or not.
Okay, terrific.
We just got to say, because it's an ad.
Oh,
we
yeah,
loved
we're
it
going to say
up
we
top,
loved it.
and
We
then
loved it. To present it, Weekly Planet presents Francis
loved
Ford
it.
Coppola's Megalopolis, a fable. We loved it.
So, yeah, it cost $120 million. This is a movie he struggled to get financed for like 40 years.
Mm-hmm.
He ended up selling off part of his winery to self-fund this.
Yeah, the grapes bit.
The grapes bit.
Yeah.
He hasn't directed
He
a
sold it off to Sunraysia Sultanas.
Did he?
They made sultanas out of them.
That's pretty good.
Sold them for like 50 cents a box.
50 cents a box?
Yep.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
pretty good.
Oh, great.
So the last movie he did was The Godfather, I believe, in
That's not
1972.
true. That's actually not true. He's done many movies between then and there.
Oh, yeah, he did Dracula. That was the last one he did.
Oh, yeah.
It's not. He did other movies.
He did.
Anyway, he's a cool guy and he's normal. Don't you think?
No, I don't think that. Well,
No, so this was rife with delays. Well, for many years. He was going to make it around the 2000s, then 9/11 happened.
Mm-hmm.
And if you've seen this movie, which you haven't,
I have seen it.
no, you haven't.
Oh.
No, sorry, not you. The people listening, most
The
of them have
listeners.
not.
Okay.
Then that was delayed because of the events of 9/11.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's been recast like multiple times. The production itself, when he was filming it, was just, we've talked about this, just riddled with problems.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of unsure of what he wanted, saying like, we'll just green screen it and fix it later. They were going to use the volume and it didn't really kind of work the way that he wanted.
There was going to be Zendaya and Oscar Isaac. Were going to
Oh, was
be
that
in
at one
some
point as well?
Yeah, then
Okay.
they dropped out. I imagine probably for the lead
The lead
role.
roles, yeah, that makes sense, I guess. It was also apparently a lot of the actors were told to like improvise on set, and you can certainly feel that in some of the scenes because
Boy, can you.
it's pretty fucking scattered. in moments, Mason.
Yeah.
But we loved it.
We loved it.
It's not covers.
We're in the sponsor.
Mega
We're in
Love
the
was
sponsor
a
segment.
fable. We loved it.
We loved it. Go to cinemas now. It's
Yeah.
in cinemas now. See it in IMAX. See the ultimate experience. You could be the guy.
You could be the guy.
who asked the stupid question.
That's right. There's all of that.
Yeah.
What do you think the story was?
All right. It's actually fairly straightforward. But
It's told in a way that's
upsetting.
Yeah.
No, not upsetting. Boring.
Convoluted,
boring,
boring in parts.
Are we out of the
Yeah.
sponsor? Boring.
It's pretty boring.
Okay.
Not exclusively.
Okay, so Adam Driver plays Caesar Catalina,
Yep.
which is an anagram of Francis Ford Coppola. And he is the
Oh my
world's
God.
greatest filmmaker. Sorry, I mean architect.
Yeah.
And he wants to make he wants to make the best movies. I mean buildings in the world.
Yeah.
But there's all these people.
They won't let him.
They won't let him. They're getting in the way, meddling,
Hope at
telling
the
him what
end
he can't do.
Hope at the end he just does it.
Yeah, and then at the end he has. if they just left him alone,
Back up.
he'd be able to make the world's greatest filmography. I mean, a place called Megalopolis.
Yeah.
which looks a little bit like that goop inside a lava lamp, but really
Yeah.
big.
That's right. And you can get a ball to work.
Yeah.
Or something.
But anyway, this movie is set in a place called New Rome, which is basically
It's New York.
It's New York because the
in
Chrysler, Chrysler building is in it.
Yeah, the late 21st century.
There's
something
no
like that.
real
There's no date on
explanation
it.
as to how this came.
Why the cars
it's just
are the same.
It's just a parallel universe. It's
Parallel
fine, I guess.
universe.
It's just a parallel universe.
It's a multiverse.
It's a fable, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It's a fable, so any
We loved it.
We're outside of the sponsored segment, so it's
Okay.
It's a fable, so anything that's a little bit weird that you go, I don't know if this worked. It's a fable.
Yeah.
You know. Anyway, there's from other people in it.
Shia LaBeouf with one of the worst haircuts ever committed to film.
That's correct.
Definitely a front runner for worst hair of the year in
Absolutely.
our awards show at the end.
But anyway, everybody's trying to bring him down.
Yep.
But fortunately, he has some advantages. One, he's always right, and he's the best, and he's got the best imagination. There's
Yeah.
one. There's
Oh,
one.
he also invented something that can do anything.
Well, yeah, he invented a miracle substance called megalon, which it's a great building material. You can use it to make like Harry Potter invisibility clothing.
Yep.
It can make magic walkways. It can even turn into that first aid kit from Kingsman: The Golden Circle, where
Yep.
it can fix you completely, even if you're shot directly through the skull
That's
and brain.
right. Yep.
What else can it do? What can't it do?
Well, there's a moment where someone's like, "Is it dangerous?"
And he's like, "What if we all loved each other?"
Yeah. And no. It's not dangerous
It's
at
not
all.
dangerous. I mean,
It's the best thing ever
It's the
invented.
best thing ever invented. Oh, you can also maybe see the past with it, like visions of the past.
Yeah.
Unless it's also you can see your memories, but maybe only Adam Driver can see the memories of his dead wife because maybe she's in the megalon.
She might be in there.
She might be in the megalon. Also, he can stop time.
Yeah, he can.
But he never uses it at any point where it might be handy or practical.
Yeah.
He really only uses it to pause the city and look down on the city and go, wow.
Lot
city's-
going on.
Lot going on. Not
Oh,
moving
at
though,
one
is it?
point, though, he loses the ability to do it.
Yeah.
But then he
For a
can
scene,
again.
Then he can again. Because Natalie Emmanuel's like, have you thought
What
about
if you
believing?
did?
What if you believed in yourself? Could you do it for me? I can. Also, I'm immune to it. I think.
Yeah, it doesn't work on her.
It doesn't work on her.
Yeah.
I don't know.
God.
For no reason.
So a lot of this movie is like you said, it's like, you can't make a big, cool city. And he's like, yeah, but I want to. And then he does.
Yeah,
And there's
maybe you should build some new living quarters for people before you blow up their apartment block. No, I'm gonna.
I think I'm all right.
Gonna, though.
Yeah. It's when it's done, it'll be good.
Yeah.
Or it'll be like, oh, this terrible thing hath befallen me, Adam Driver. Oh, this person.
Oh, my accounts have been frozen.
Yeah.
And I've got a weird eye now.
I've got a weird eye now. Whatever shall I do? Or like someone will plot against him.
Oh,
But then it's fine.
then it's fine.
Every time it's like, nah, I'm all right.
Because he's the best.
He's the best.
He's the best.
He's got a great haircut.
No, it's
They've all got that haircut. Why they all got that Caesar haircut?
I don't know,
Even
man.
John Voight has it.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Shia LaBeouf in this, just fopping around.
Now, let me ask you this.
And I know he's supposed
before
to
we
be
get started, before we chip away at everybody, what did you think of this movie?
It's fucking insane.
In a good way?
It was boring,
It was boring.
but there is something really compelling,
disagree.
and this is what I hoped it would be. This was made by a lunatic.
yeah, I know.
Like 100, he's lost his mind. It's so self-indulgent And again, I know he's going through a lot of personal things or whatever.
Yeah.
But it's such a obvious it's an obvious like allegory to like a number of things, like the perils of capitalism in his own personal life and career, or whatever. But it's told it's so it's broken. Like
Yeah,
it doesn't
absolutely.
fit together. Like
Yeah.
So there is something I think inherently interesting about that.
Okay.
Like some of the choices, just me watching going, oh my, real, okay.
I think it is worth it for the conversation we're having now.
Yes.
And like if people want to watch it with friends and have a conversation about it afterwards, but I do not think it is good. I think this is a terrible movie. I haven't seen Jack, I don't think, but it's of every, and as a man who's made many movies that I would consider great movies.
It's
I would
easily
say
his worst movie.
It's easily the worst movie of his I've seen.
Yeah.
It's a fable though, so any
fable and a story.
criticism we have of it is irrelevant.
I don't have
obviously.
any criticisms.
That's terrific because we're back in the sponsor.
We're back in the sponsor
I love
section.
Megalopolis.
It's a good
Francis
movie.
Ford Coppola's Megalopolis a fable,
You might have heard some people say it's nonsense.
and a flop.
Yeah, maybe recently even.
Some people might call it Megaflopolis.
They might.
Yeah, not us though.
They might say it's a big pile of crap.
Anyway, we're out of the sponsor segment. Anyway, back to Megaflopolis, the
big
big pile of crap. Oh,
The dreaded in association with Marvel Sony movie has returned, Mason.
aye.
Craven is here. Craven, man of the animals.
He's
Man
here
for
and he's
the
gone.
animals. Yeah, he's gone again, yeah. Don't worry about it.
You missed it.
What do you think the story was?
Oh, hang on. All right.
Yep.
So, Craven,
Eric Craven.
Eric Craven, thank you. Thank you. He and his brother,
Yep.
they're teenagers,
Mhm.
and their mum died and their dad's a criminal.
Yep.
And he's like, I put you in school or whatever. But then
Yep.
he's like, I take you out of school
Yeah.
and I take you on the hunt. And they're like, but Dad, we don't want to hunt.
Mm.
He's like, yeah, you go on the hunt.
Russell Crowe.
It's Russell Crowe.
Yeah.
He's having a ball.
He is.
I don't know if he is though.
No, and he's dressed like John Goodman from fucking The Big Lebowski for a lot of this movie.
Yeah. Anyway, he's like, I take you on the hunt. You got to be big men. You
Yeah.
must be big men.
Yeah.
And then
He's head of a big crime family.
yeah, and
They don't like that.
no, and Craven's like, well, I'm actually on track to be quite a big man. And now I think about it. But his other brother's like, I'm just a little man. I don't want to be a big man.
Yeah.
But then he gets mauled by Craven, Lane Craven, little Craven. No,
Oh, you missed. There's an opening scene where he's Big Craven. He busts out of prison. Or
Oh
something.
yeah, that's the first 8 minutes that were released on the internet.
Don't worry about
work
it.
back, but yeah, but
We'll come
I'm,
round.
I'm working chronologically here, James.
You are. I forgot.
I've got to negotiate the Sony pictures, the filming style and
I'm ready.
the editing style. Anyway, then he gets attacked by a lion,
Yeah.
and he's going to die. This is Craven.
Yeah.
This is young Craven. But luckily,
Dude, for real, I fell asleep during that part.
I
actually fell asleep.
Oh no! Well,
for
then I'm telling.
3 minutes.
Do you remember the witch?
Yeah, she gave him a magic potion. I
Okay,
think.
yeah. All right,
I assume.
Okay, so they're in Africa or whatever. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Somewhere. Maybe they're in a zoo. I don't know. They've just gone to the local zoo. But also, unrelated, there's a witch,
Yeah.
and her granddaughter is visiting her,
Yeah.
and the witch is like, you should hold on to this
Magic.
because it's a magic serum potion.
Yeah.
And if anybody would ever need this, they could drink it, and then if they were hurt really badly, it would heal them up in an incredible, amazing way.
They'd get incredible running about powers.
They'd get the vaguest powers you've ever seen in your life. and as luck would have it, this young lady, she is out there and she sees Craven, and she's like, well, I better get him to drink this potion because he's been eaten by a lion and he's also got lion blood in him.
Yeah.
I hope that doesn't change anything.
Any of his DNA or whatever.
DNA and that. I hope we don't fly through his DNA. I hope this potion
Oh,
doesn't
do they fly through his DNA?
Yeah, a little bit.
I did fall asleep. That's
Yeah.
not a joke. I really did.
Well, they did it old school. They flew through his DNA. Anyway, and then he gets the potion, and then he wakes up somewhere, or maybe back where he lives.
Yeah.
And then he's like, I've got Craven powers.
Yeah.
I can climb a wall like a lion.
He's basically
I can crawl up a wall like a lion.
Yeah, he's got the Black Panther powers.
He's got the Morbius powers.
He does.
They're the same. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
Strength,
Yeah.
speed, grip.
He's got grip.
eyes power.
He's got eyes power. Smell power, I
Yeah,
think.
smells.
Can
and
recognize a Turkish cigarette from 100 yards power.
dreams, maybe.
Dreams and fears. But then he's like, they're back at the...
We're just doing spoilers, by
They're
the
back.
way.
No, we can do this. We can do it. Then they're back at the mansion, the Russian mansion or whatever, and Craven's like, I'm gonna get out of here, and his brother's like, I'll never forgive you if you leave. I'm little Craven. Can Craven not take him with him?
No.
It's unclear. I guess one of them's got grip and the other one doesn't have grip. So you gotta leave. You gotta leave your bro.
What's he
going
going to take the stairs?
Oh my god! Is he going to take the stairs and then? Well, they're already on the ground floor.
True.
They could have just walked.
Yeah, you could have walked.
There's no escape attempt.
Yeah.
Like he doesn't have. Russell Crowe doesn't have a bunch of bodyguards who are like, you can't leave unless you have Craven powers. In which case, well, I guess I couldn't stop you.
Like Morbius, though,
Yeah.
he's got an evil little brother or whatever. Doesn't
Yeah.
he? Yeah. These are all the beats of all of these.
Well, I was
going to
say, what you do, the plot of this and the most of the beats of this movie, you take most of the SPUMM movies that have happened, you take the relationships and the characters and the action stuff and like the power elements and what have you, you put them in a shaker and you shake them up a little bit.
Yeah.
Not like a paint shaker, that's too much shaking.
That's too much. Yeah,
Just
you don't
maybe a
want
cocktail shaker and give it a little wiggle.
Yeah.
And then you just pour it out again and that's Craven the Hunter, really.
That's Craven for you, baby.
That's Craven, baby.
Yeah.
And I'm Craven the movie.
And Draven.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's right. So, and then what? Then it cuts to years later, and Craven's now Aaron Taylor Johnson.
Yeah.
And his little brother is now one of the syphilitic emperors.
That's right.
From Gladiator 2. Big
Yeah.
year for syphilitic emperors.
Huge, man.
Tell you what.
Yeah.
They're getting Quiet Places. They're getting Fantastic Fours.
Yep.
They're getting Gladiators. They're getting this movie.
They are, aren't
I mean,
they?
this is, it's not ideal, is it?
No. We should contain the spread.
Yeah, that's yeah. So it's the present day, I guess, or whatever, or the 90s or 2003. It doesn't matter. Depends on when they're going to team these guys up.
Yeah, when's that going to happen?
Right? And Craven, he's going around the world. He's hunting people. He's hunting the bad guys.
Yeah.
And
But it's ambiguous. Is he a good guy or a bad guy?
Oh, that's a
Is
great
he just
question.
as bad as the
that's a good
people,
question.
as all the murderers that he murders?
Yeah.
No.
No, he's
doing good.
doing good, yeah.
Yeah.
And anyway, but then
He gets kidnapped. His brother gets
kidnapped, thank you.
by a rhinoceros man.
No, by a regular man.
Regular man with
in
a
shirt.
No, regular man with a shirt who is a backpack that stops him from turning into a rhinoceros.
Correct, yes. Yes.
And then he has to...
Probably also has snacks in it.
Yeah, and his dad comes back and he goes, I'm Russell Crowe.
That's right.
You stop your brother from being kidnapped all
Yeah.
the time. And he has to do that.
Yeah.
He has to use his incredible Craven abilities
Yeah, that's right.
to track him down and climb on helicopters. And
Incredible.
God, if you love a guy just running about, jeez, you're going to love this movie. Isn't he just?
Yeah.
It is the worst movie ever.
Yeah.
But it's certainly cemented a legacy
That's right.
of dog shit movies.
Anyway, big time spoiler time. It's big time spoiler
Yep.
time.
My note here is, damn, that dude turned into a rhino, horns and all. So he's got a skin condition which is incredibly painful when he turns it on or off. 'Cause he's got a backpack that fills him with juice that stops him turning into a rhino man.
Which you got from Miles Warren, the Jackal.
That's right.
Yeah. So again, at
There we
least
go. There's a reference.
it kind of works. I think.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
you can apparently do anything. Also, the Jackal in this.
Yes. And he's got a but also when he turned into a rhino, he got a horn.
That's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine. Like
No, I'm not saying it's
Yeah.
not fine. I'm just like, is it rhino DNA or is it what's?
I think it's just like protrusions.
I thought he was gonna snap one of the horns off of one of those buffalo and stick it to his head.
Yeah, right.
And be like, now I'm a rhino.
Oh, yeah,
man.
okay, right.
Yeah.
I liked how the rhino was completely indestructible until he got run over by those. Like you hit him with a truck,
Yeah.
you can shoot him, it's
And then
fine.
he went,
But then you a couple of animals run over him, and it's
Yeah.
like, well, I mean, I guess that's the power of nature, isn't
well,
it?
at the end, they managed to run all those cows or whatever in a circle, and that was the backdrop of their final battle.
That's so true.
Um,
What was I going to say about the rhino? I mean, I guess this
you can't join the SPUMM 6. There was your sixth guy, and you fucking killed him. Wildebeest trampled him to death.
unless he comes back.
He could, I guess.
Hang on. So first of all, he got stabbed in the injection port.
He did,
because that's his
important.
one vulnerable spot.
Yeah.
And he got run over.
Yeah.
And what did Craven do? Did he cut his throat or
No,
kick
I
his
think
head off or
he
something?
I think he just fell in all those the circle of
No,
animals.
but I'm pretty sure something else happened after
Did
that.
he?
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know, man. You're probably right.
Yeah.
Maybe I fell asleep again. I
Yeah.
didn't go to the bathroom. I know that.
But you can just bring him back.
they're not going
Miles
to,
Warren,
obviously.
No, they're not going to. Miles Warren can bring him back. I think this is probably the best the Rhino could look in live action.
No.
I mean, he could look wider, certainly.
He could be
The
wider,
fact
he
that
could be
never gets
bigger.
he never gets any bigger than a normal man.
Give him the face.
No,
so he's
don't
got a
do
human
that.
face sticking out of the
Don't
suit.
do that. Don't ever do that. Look, I think it's a better design than the Amazing Spider-Man version.
Yeah, but that's a different
Yeah.
version also.
Yeah.
Like, no, I don't. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Mm.
But I don't know. Yeah, bigger. The face isn't great on it.
No.
It's it was clearly a last minute inclusion. No, I didn't.
Speaking of last-minute inclusions,
Mm-hmm.
of course, at the end, everybody's saved. Russell Crowe gets mauled by a lion. I think.
CGI bear.
Yeah. Oh, it's a
He's
bear.
like,
That's right.
Craven, I set all this up so you would kill my enemies. Now we can be family again.
That's right.
It's like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
Fucking lunatic.
Yeah. I certainly hope you don't have dominion over all the animals and you would get a bear to attack
Do
you.
your animal eyes at them? And then
That's
they,
right.
got-
Do you have that power? I don't know. Maybe. I'll try it. Yeah, I did.
I did.
It worked.
Yeah, there's a bear coming.
He smokes Turkish cigarettes, this bear.
So, and then he goes to see his brother, and his brother says, "You're no better than you're better than him. Like my father, you're worse." No,
No, I don't think he is.
why? He doesn't run a criminal empire.
What I would say also is that his criminal empire is very vague.
Yeah.
You never see him do anything bad. There's a moment in it.
He's got a lot of enemies.
when
he keeps saying.
when the Cravens are kids.
Yeah.
There's a moment where Craven's dad talks to little brother Craven, and
Yeah.
he's like, You're weak. You're a weak little man. You're not strong." And then later, Craven's like, "I can't believe he said that to you."
It's rotten.
Can't believe
it's
that.
rotten, mate.
Yeah, it's crook what he's done there. Didn't seem that bad, honestly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, if your dad was a mob boss, I imagine
He would
that-
say some shit like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
You just get used to it.
Yeah.
You know.
I can't believe they didn't leave together.
Good.
But then he comes back years later. He's like, "Yeah, once a year I check
come
in
back
my
on your
brother,
birthday."
and he's fine." Why don't you leave?
Yeah.
Why don't you leave, little
'Cause
Craven?
he likes living in his little club and singing his little karaoke
Yeah,
songs
I
and
guess that's
whatever.
true, yeah.
Yeah. So, but then it's revealed that he went into that same guy and got
Yeah, that's right.
chameleon with the powers.
He
Should have
sure
been
did.
chameleon with a K.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah,
God. And he,
he looks all right.
the
I guess,
mask,
yeah.
the chameleon. What do you
Yeah.
think they did to him? Was it like a holographic mask that he's wearing? Is it a
It's a-
nanotechnology?
Probably. Well, that's the thing. Any of this could be,
Anything.
any of this.
There
could
is a
be
moment where he turns around because he's much littler than Aaron Taylor Johnson, and he morphs
He's
his
got
head
Craven's
into him.
face.
It's very like skinny Steve Rogers kind
Yeah,
of looking.
but it doesn't serve the plot or anything.
No, it doesn't.
doesn't. Like
It doesn't.
if it,
I think they put it in.
of
last
course,
minute,
absolutely they did. They're like, well, this is all. We could tease that this character might become the chameleon at some point.
Yeah.
but we're out of time for this, so we'll just say he is, and this is our Hail Mary, hope for the best. Throw all this stuff in here and hope. But
yeah.
again, it's not. There was no reveal of like, what if Craven went to his dad and he's like, "You set all this up," and he kills him with a bear or whatever, and then his dad's like, "I didn't set it up," and then it turns out it's
The sun.
the
That's
sun.
what I thought it was
And you'd
going to
be like,
be.
all right, well, that
He was
what a
evil
good
all
use of-
along.
What a good use of the chameleon powers or something, and then you'd be like, all the clues were there.
Yeah.
in the ADR dialogue.
Yeah.
But no, he's just like, look at the powers I've got. And Craven's like, oh, don't though.
What are you doing with that?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know though. I could look like anybody, but I mean, if you have any, real sense of their height, I guess I can't.
It's just the head.
Yeah, it's just yeah. We didn't even know. Maybe he could just do the head. Like he can only be white guys or guys that look like his brother. Madness.
And Craven goes to visit his dad's apartment or whatever. Mm-hmm. His dad leaves a note for him because I guess he knew he was going to be murdered by a bear. And he goes, "Craven, this is your dad.
This is your dad speaking.
This is your dad speaking. I'm proud of you or whatever. I want you
Even though you murdered me
I want you to.
and you don't like me.
Yeah, he captured the.
I'm a Russian. My ways are mysterious.
Yeah, they are. I forgot his dad killed a lion that attacked him or something
yeah, right,
earlier
right.
or whatever. I don't know. So he's like, I want you to put on this lion costume like you do in the comic books.
Except it's not, though. It's
not.
just a vest and it's
just
got a
vest.
furry collar.
And then sit in the chair and look at yourself in the mirror. And
You're not even going to give him the half, like, cut
I'm
the
with
lion
you,
in
man.
half. What are you doing?
You don't need to tell me.
Then you can always change it for the next one, which won't happen.
There is a moment in the trailer, I feel like, where he's got a spear and he's got the full thing. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, maybe.
Or he's got a
Maybe
spear
you
or a
dreamed
stick
it.
of fire or
Maybe
something.
you dreamed it. I think you dreamed it.
And then I Googled it and I'm like, is there a post credits in this?
There is not.
No.
No, there's not.
And I left. And that was it.
Yeah.
Like, what did he transition to? How was he different from the start?
Well, he's got a new girlfriend. Just kidding, he doesn't.
Yep.
He's free from the influence of his father, except he was already at the start of the movie.
Yep.
He's got a new vest.
He did get, He did get a vest.
He did get a new vest, but I mean, he did have a vest earlier.
But like, what?
It's just a he had the other vest, but his other vest was quite slim and short, and it gave him kind of a Coyote Ugly vibe. You know what I mean?
It did a bit. He had a
'cause
few
you could
little
see his
outfits.
midriff,
He had a little outfits, didn't he?
Yeah, that's right.
Different knives he could tuck into them and
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
Yeah, but like, I didn't get the sense at all that he was like, now I'm going to be a mob boss.
No,
Because he didn't say he was ever going to do that.
no, that's true.
And his brother was like, you're crook. And he's like, well, you're a shape-shifting man. And then,
If I ever need a little version of me, I'll give you a call. If I ever need a little decoy version from far away, people won't know. It's only close up they'll be like, hey, you're a foot shorter.
you got to buy that though, don't you?
Yeah.
Once they get close, you could have laid a trap.
You could have put a lion in their briefcase or whatever. They're dead. The chameleon only works because he's of roughly average height.
Yeah.
If you get a little guy, it doesn't work.
Doesn't work. Oh,
Dear idea.
it's just the head.
Yeah.
It's just this little bobblehead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Anyway, that's it.
One of the best movies I've ever seen.
Maybe.
Yeah. No, it's not even that. It's not. I don't know. Maybe you'll rewatch.
Anyway, I guess we should move it along.
Let's move it along.
To what?
Oh, what we reading?
What?
What we gonna read?
What?
Yeah.
I'm doing the thing. What are we reading today? First things first.
Oh,
I'm
yes.
a realist. So as
You're a
mentioned-
realist.
Yeah.
Do you think that's the lyrics of that song?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you not think that's the lyrics?
Okay.
This song I know better than any song in the world. You're not going to question me on this song of all songs.
Right.
You're not going to question
Iggy
me.
Azalea comes out on stage every night when she does a gig and she goes, first things first, I'm a realist. Get a good job, get an education, and get secure. And then if you want to do some, maybe do some
you go
artistic
from
things
there.
on the side and you can,
Yeah, exactly.
But just be like me, be a realist.
It's a beautiful lesson.
That's true.
Love all of that.
Yeah. Look, I haven't watched a darn thing or read a darn thing.
Oh, yeah?
But I'm just looking at my list of stuff that I got to get through.
Yeah.
Before.
Okay.
The end
For
time.
what?
But
You've got Sin City 2 at the top of
That's
your
true.
list.
That's true. But I've
What is the actual lyrics to that?
First things first, I'm the realist.
I'm a realist.
No. No, it's different. They're different words.
No. This is a segment. Oh, sorry. This is the segment where we talk about things that we've been watching, reading, or listening, or doing, and I'm assuming you're going to talk about the bear.
I'm going to talk about the bear.
You're so transparent.
I've got a couple of things to talk about, but I'll definitely talk about the bear.
Let's do the bear.
Well, I mean, just to be clear, though, Rob Collins, who edits this podcast,
I know him.
He did put a message in the group chat, and he said, "Don't spoil the bear,"
Yeah.
because he is looking forward to watching the bear, and he probably wasn't going to have a chance to watch
Because they
it
dropped them all.
by the time this episode
He
comes out.
simply couldn't bear
He
it.
simply couldn't bear it, but I think we would be remiss in not talking about it. At the end of the second season of The Bear, obviously, all the friends and family, they all get together and they help Kami, achieve his dream of putting together the restaurant The Bear.
And getting the bear out of the
Well, I was
kitchen.
going to say, in the finale of season 2 of The Bear gets out of the kitchen and kills everybody,
it's
if
crazy.
you recall.
Yeah.
In a
They don't even get it out. It just kind of wanders out.
Yeah, in a
on its
display
own.
of what
And
I
they
would-
think they've won.
Yeah, I would just call it a display of shocking violence. But then, at the start of this season of The Bear, everybody's alive again.
What
and so
happened?
that's the mystery, obviously. But I mean, if
Is this the Lost universe where they're all dead, maybe?
Well, like, if you recall some of the clues, like if you've seen the previous seasons, there's in season 1 we see a flashback like Joel McHale plays Kami's boss.
I
and he's
remember
like
that,
he's like a real mean chef, and he's like, "You'll never make it as a chef, Kami. You're no good. You're too slow, which is why I'm going to give you this amulet that lets you reverse time." So yeah, that might be a clue. Or like there's
Chef Winger.
Yeah, exactly.
You're welcome.
I like that.
I don't
like
think I made
Jeff
that
Winger.
up. No.
And that's good.
It's different.
Yeah. Or like that time Marcus goes to Copenhagen and he meets Will Poulter's character.
Yeah, I
and
remember
he
that.
shows him how to, and he's like, well, the secret to, what we're doing here, you got to, you got to leave out the pastry for a little extra time, which is why I'm going to give you this amulet that lets you reverse time.
Wait, so they all have reverse time amulets, do you think?
Now that I think about it, like
Yeah.
most of the characters' backstories are about they all got given a reverse time amulet.
Do you remember when Cousin goes to work at that other restaurant?
And he's got to shine the forks, and he's like, "What's going on here?" And he meets Olivia
Yeah.
Colman's
Yeah.
character, who's like, "Well, it's actually about the joy of service and helping people, and you give them a beautiful experience
Yeah.
that they'll never forget, kind of thing. And you want them to give them a moment they'll last forever
Yeah,
for them,
but
which is
how?
why I'm going to give you this amulet that lets you reverse time."
Now, I don't remember.
Mm-hmm.
Sydney, the character of Sydney as well. I think her dad just has one.
Yeah.
Is that right?
That's exactly right.
He
yeah.
just hands it to her.
Yeah. She's like, "Do you have a phone charger?" And he's like, "No, but I have this amulet that's your reverse time." And she's like, "That'll do." So the question, of course, is who activated their amulet in reverse
Well, is
time?
it the same? Because my question, though, is it the same amulet just going back in time?
It might be, yeah.
Because does the amulet look the same, or are there
Yeah.
slight variations
No,
on the
they
amulet?
all look the same.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's the
something
clue.
to think
Yeah.
about.
Do you think it's possible that the characters of the bear, they're all operating in parallel timelines? Because you never actually see any of them interact. You know what I mean?
Okay. I see
You
what
never
you're
see
saying.
them.
Yeah,
talk
yeah,
together.
yeah. You never see two of the amulets combined. Like
No,
you
that's
put them
true, yeah.
together and
No,
they do a super time travel.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, God. Anyway, did you like it?
I did like the
Because a lot of people are saying that this season of The Bear, they said it's not as good.
A lot of people
and
are
it treads water.
A lot of people
like
are saying
a bear.
Well, a lot of people are saying the new season of the Bear. We're doing a funny bit actually. There's no time travel elements. I'll tell you this, folks. Whenever we're talking on this podcast, we mention a magic amulet that does something. It's probably not real. But a lot of people have been critical of this season of The Bear. I think because the first episode of the season is a series of flashbacks through Kami's life at the various restaurants he's been working at, and it's sort of maybe a little bit confusing or a little bit off-putting, perhaps.
Yes.
But I liked that episode, and I liked every subsequent episode. Or perhaps because that one's not particularly funny.
Okay,
The
right.
first episode's not funny.
Yeah.
A lot of people are like...
Introspective.
A lot of people are like, is this show even funny at all? Yes, it's funny.
Remember that time he had a gun?
Yeah.
Cousin had a gun?
That's right.
That's funny.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think it is...
Also,
I think,
not every episode is funny.
I agree, yeah. But I think there's some great interactions. Later, we get a lot of Matty Matheson and all his brothers and cousins. There's a lot of that in the sort of the mid period of this season.
Yeah.
Who are very funny and it's got a lot of the episodes have that element of chaos. Like remember the Christmas party episode from the previous season.
Yeah.
I don't know. I watched every episode.
I've heard
I
it
watched 10 episodes in a row.
It feels like a setup for something else.
Well,
Would
they
you say,
did,
yeah?
as I understand it, they filmed seasons 3 and 4 back to back.
I think it's only elements of it. I think there's a lot of it they haven't filmed yet.
Ooh,
Yeah,
then I don't
saw
know.
that just before recording
I
this,
don't
actually.
know.
You stupid idiot.
I am a stupid idiot and I don't know. But I thought it was good. I think it's a
I am going to watch it.
yeah, I think it's a worthy successor to the previous 2 seasons.
Yep.
I'm excited to see where it goes.
A worthy bestseller. You heard it here first.
That's exactly right.
What do you got, Mason?
Did you know that they've just dropped on a Netflix worldwide Godzilla -1?
Oh, yeah, that's
It's on
right. That
Netflix.
did just happen.
Yeah.
June 1st or whatever it was.
Yeah,
they said.
yeah. And you know what's interesting?
Here we go. Here we bloody
what's
go.
interesting-
Another classic Mason rant.
Here's what's interesting, James. I got no heads up. I got no heads up. The last little message I got from Netflix, the last email was like, "Guess what's coming up? Morbius. You want to watch Morbius,
Oh,
don't
okay.
you?" But like, look, here's
That's
the
so weird.
Netflix front page on my phone.
Yeah.
Atlas, the J-Lo movie.
Oh, they're
where
pushing
she's-
that hard.
Where she's a robot. Or
I've heard
whatever.
it's not that bad.
Yeah.
That's what I heard.
Just a bunch of old stuff, just weird bits and pieces. No clue that this is out at all.
Yeah.
But I would tell, for people who didn't see it at the cinemas, which you probably didn't because it had like a week window.
Yeah.
A 1 week window.
So weak.
It was such a weak window.
Yeah.
We saw we did an episode on it, and I imagine most people were like, that sounds good.
amazing.
Sounds good. It's a shame it's not out anywhere. It hasn't been out for it's been on the cards for a while.
Yeah.
I think people should absolutely check it out on Netflix.
Just looking at the numbers on our
Find your
podcast
friend with the
of that.
biggest TV.
Oh, people have caught up on it. So on YouTube alone, it's got 78,000 views.
Okay.
So that's good.
That's good.
Presumably, if that's what people are going there for.
Yeah. So pick your friend with the biggest TV, go to
Yeah.
their house, watch Godzilla -1.
Yeah. It is in Japanese.
Well, there's a dub version.
Oh, even better.
You can watch it subbed or dubbed. I watched a couple of minutes of it, and I'm like, this dub is actually not bad.
Oh, really? Okay.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
All right.
It's Fred Schneider
Yes.
from the B-52s. He's doing all the voices.
Down there and the Godzilla.
Exactly. That's right.
Horrible human crimes.
Yeah.
Let's kill this lizard with a weird bomb we made.
Like that.
Oh, no.
Like I said, it's great. It's
He's
a great dub.
invincible, we think. He's chasing us on this boat. I wish it was a love boat.
Nice.
No?
Yes, absolutely.
No?
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
saying no.
I'm saying yes. I'm saying yes. Good work. Good Fred Schneider. You've learned well, I think.
It's fun to do.
It's fun to do. That's what I'm saying. Imagine living his life every day.
Does he talk like that?
I don't know.
Hello, can I just have a flat white coffee? Extra hot. I'm old as fuck. This isn't
Did you
hot
just
enough.
put the cup in the microwave? He knows. He knows all the tricks. They didn't really make it extra hot for him.
I come here every day.
Anyway, I'm going to watch that. I haven't watched it yet, but I'm excited to do that because again,
it's a good movie.
yeah. I mean, Godzilla content hasn't exactly been thin on the ground this year,
No, you could get it.
but this is a good one.
It's a good one.
Yeah.
I've been playing Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown, which is the new Prince of Persia side-scrolling Metroidvania style game.
What's that on?
I'm playing it on PlayStation 5, so I thought to myself, I want to play this. I have 3 games on my PlayStation 5.
Okay.
Even though I could play it on the Switch,
Uh-huh.
let's get some games for the PlayStation 5.
Sure.
Even though this could run, you could put it inside of a donkey, Mason, and it would run.
Interesting.
Yeah, I mean, you probably couldn't, but it's a.
I think if you just inserted most things into a donkey, the donkey would run.
you might be
Yeah.
right.
Just a sort of fight or flight response, I think.
Absolutely. I'm a big Prince of Persia fan. There hasn't been a new game in like 14 years or something.
Yeah, right.
So easy game to play, right?
Yes.
Easy game to play.
Yes.
I put in the disc, okay? This is I understand this is an old man like situation.
Yes, okay.
I acknowledge that.
Uh-huh.
I put in the disc. It says the disc needs to be transferred, the data to the PlayStation.
Okay, sure.
I'm like, that's fine because these have no load times, right?
Yeah, right, okay.
Remember? Because
Yeah.
the instant load times.
That was a main selling point.
It took 20 to 30 minutes to load this game. Like it's 1992, Mason.
Mm-hmm.
And then it says, you need to update your PlayStation.
Yeah, of
and I
course.
go, cool, that takes 10 minutes. And then it says, hey, you know what? You need to update your controller.
What?
You know that thing that never changes?
Yeah.
You should update that.
Yeah, okay.
So I update that.
Yeah.
Then I get in there and I go to play it and it goes, you know what? We'd love you to play this, but first you should log into your Ubisoft account, which you definitely
Ooh,
have.
Yeah.
So then I had to create an account. You got to type out an email using a controller.
You could have just yelled it at your TV.
I could have. And then I had to confirm the email and get the code or whatever.
Oh, yeah,
it took
sure.
me maybe an hour plus
Okay.
to play this game that runs on the Switch.
And how long did you play the game?
I'm still playing. It's amazing. It's
Okay,
such a
well,
good
well,
game. I
well,
love
well.
it. It's great.
But
like again, I know this is like an old man thing.
Mm-hmm.
But how is this better than what it's that in-shitification thing,
It
right?
absolutely
just
is, yeah.
junk in the way.
Yeah.
And I know games are different. You can't just blow on a cartridge and put it in a Nintendo anymore or whatever. But you sort of can. There is no way that that's
Yeah.
not possible.
Yeah.
Why is it like
when
this?
when you buy a game on the Switch, it takes 20 seconds to download,
Yes.
and then you just play it.
Yep. Exactly.
Yeah.
Terrible. Anyway, again, love it. It's really cool.
Okay, good.
Is
Like you said it was a side scroller.
Yeah. Metroidvania.
What's it called again? I'm going to look
Prince
up.
of Persia, The Lost Crown. There's also a new one where it's like from the Dead Cells creator. There's another Prince of Persia game where it's like generated levels. I don't know. I can't remember.
Okey-dokey.
It's something else, Mason.
Oh, this looks pretty good.
It is good.
Okay. All right.
I want more Prince of Persia games.
What is the is there like a
But you're not the Prince of Persia. You're another guy.
what?
But the Prince of Persia is in it.
Wow.
And that makes me mad.
Okay.
Mm.
Oh, do you think you have to fight him at the end?
No, he's just kind of there.
He's just there.
Yeah, he's just but maybe he turns into a big ghoul.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe you have to pay extra to be the Prince of Persia.
I
It's a
hope so.
microtransaction.
I really hope so, Mason.
What is the gameplay conceit? Is there like a reverse time thingy, or is it more,
Yeah, there is a
it
bit of
old
that.
school?
I'm still not that far into it, but it's kind of an old school kind of platforming.
Mm-hmm.
There's precision to it. The combat is like it's
Yeah.
parries and sliding under and whatever. There's a frenetic pace to it, which
Okay.
I enjoy.
Reminds me of that Bionic Commando game they made
Yeah,
at the time.
I
Remember?
wouldn't disagree with that. I'm not really I haven't played a lot of Metroidvania stuff.
Yeah, right,
So if
right.
you've played any of that, you'd be very familiar. There's also an option which I turned off at the start, where it's like this is just going to tell you where to go, and I'm like, no, I'm going to explore. And then I got like 20 minutes in, I'm like, you know what, I'm going to turn that on. I don't have time for this.
right.
I don't have time to be running around
Yeah.
this castle.
Yeah,
but it will
that's
often
that's the parent with kids mode.
yeah, you'll go to the map and they'll give you an icon, but you haven't explored that. So you're like, okay, so I have to go to the top right of this map, but I don't know how to get there because I haven't unveiled the map. So you got to kind of work your way there, and you hit a dead end, and you got to kind of go around it.
Right.
I really enjoy it. I think it's really cool. Again, though, why do they make games this way though? Why is it? It upsets me. I'm having a big upset time this week.
You
Mason.
really are.
And I've got an upset tummy also.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh.
Should we move it along
Let's
now?
move it along.
But what are we gonna do?
I'm going to catch up. I'm going to do my best this week to catch up on a bunch of Oscar winners and losers.
Right,
We talked
okay.
about it briefly last week because the Oscar,
Yeah, it's just the one episode.
the final, all the Oscar results were coming out last week just as we were recording.
Yes.
Like the final part of the episode. So we talked about it in passing.
I just want to say also, we tried our best. All right, so fucking get off our back.
Nobody's on our back.
Yeah, but just leave us alone.
Everybody is leaving us alone.
Well, then just think about it, you know?
Everybody is thinking about it. Everybody's spent time in quiet solitude thinking.
It's not easy.
It's very easy. It's the easiest part of my week, doing this podcast, of all the things. And yours, I
I'm sick
imagine.
of it, Mason.
You're not sick of it.
It's not that hard.
No, it's not hard at all.
It's way easier than having a real job.
Yeah, and having a family and all sorts of
Yeah,
stuff.
man, it's the easiest. Yeah. I can't believe we made it to the what we reading, what we gonna read segment. Which is the segment. Don't interrupt. Which is the segment.
Well, I can't believe we're going to ever do another one because I'm out of here. I'm out of here.
I'm going
to finish the podcast.
Yeah, well, you gotta.
obviously. Yeah. Then I'm going to storm out in
Yeah,
disgust.
but then we're gonna do an episode next week. Snake Eyes.
Oh, yeah.
Where we talk about things we've been watching, reading, or listening to,
That's
or
right.
whatever. Yeah. What do you got?
I've started watching Tubi. You know, the free service that's
What's on Tubi?
Tubi. Well, that's the thing about Tubi is I saw a tweet that was like, oh, there's a bunch of new stuff on Tubi.
Are you doing sponsored bits behind my back?
No, this is not a sponsored bit, but I would take their money. So for people
Do they have any? This is free.
I don't know if they have any money. Tubi is free. It's a free streaming service, and it's free, but you got to watch ads sometimes.
What is this lineup of
Well,
movies
see,
and
that's the
shows?
thing. The first time I encountered Tubi, I'm like, this is all garbage.
Okay, so it's got like Black Adam, Adam Sandler's The Waterboy, The Magic School Bus, Dateline NBC. This is nonsense.
Okay, but check this out. Okay, we've got
Midsummer Murders,
we've got
movie Rampage,
We've got the classic Jackie Chan movie, The Armor of God.
Oh, yeah.
We've got
Snow Dogs,
Citizen Kane is on here.
Oh, yeah.
The movie The Lobster is on here.
Horrible Bosses 2,
Eastern Promises.
Jupiter
Evil
Ascending.
Dead Reboot.
Is this feeding us different things as
yeah,
well?
probably. It probably depends on what you're looking at. The Vavitch, you know, the Robert
Oh, yeah.
Eggers.
Malibu's Most Wanted with Jamie Kennedy.
The movie The Third Man.
God.
The classic 1960s French thriller Les Samurai is on here, James.
Beer Fest,
Beer Fest is on there.
Major League 2.
But I'll tell you what, James.
Yeah.
I'll tell you for what. The thing about this is, you know what you've noticed?
What?
There are movies on there that are pre like 2005.
That is true.
Which a lot of streaming services
They don't
do
do
not
it.
have.
Yeah,
And
you're
I think-
right.
So what I watched,
Executive decision.
So what I watched recently, I watched Black Hat, which is the Michael Mann hacking movie with Chris Hemsworth in it.
Is that good? No, Liam Hemsworth, is it? Oh, is
it's
it Chris Hemsworth? Is that good?
It's from 2015. Yeah, it is good, I think.
All right.
So I watched that. And I also watched a movie from the 90s called Nemesis, which is, you will know it from the video shop. You'll know the cover from the video shop, James.
Just having a look now. Oh my God, what is this?
That it's directed
What's
by...
is it like a Terminator knockoff?
Yeah, kind of. There's cyborgs. It's like an early 90s cyberpunk movie directed by Albert Pune, and it stars Olivier Gruner, who is like an ex-commando who decided to become an actor. He's super wooden, but it's like
Right.
it's just non-stop ridiculous action.
It's
I haven't seen it in a long time.
Tagawa, who
Yeah,
played
Shang Tsung. Yeah. Anyway, this is not sponsored content, but I will take their money if they have any. I think there's just some wild stuff on Tubi.
Oh, he did Cyborg.
Yeah.
That makes so much sense. But Cyborg is not Universal Soldier.
Yeah, that's true.
These are different movies.
They are.
What's
Yeah.
Cyborg about?
The Van Damme movie?
Yeah.
I don't know if I've ever seen
Because
Cyborg.
there's Universal Soldier, which is also sort of about cyborgs.
Yeah,
not
but
really.
the soldiers in Universal Soldier, they've been brought back from the dead in a really vague way. If you
Yeah.
remember correctly, they're like, we fixed their...
We made a Universal Soldier.
God.
Like a Universal remote.
Tubi
Yes.
is just for the covers of VHSs you saw in the video shop as a kid that you were
Yes.
too scared to rent.
Oh my God.
Look at this. There's Future Kick.
Oh
Do you
my
remember
God.
Future Kick? Oh my God.
He did Hong Kong 97.
James said in the future, Future Kick is where a sinister corporation sells black market body parts. It takes an armed kickboxer to take them on and restore law and
That's
order.
a movie that Troy and Abed would watch.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
I don't know if they have Universal Soldier, but they do have Universal Soldiers, one of the sequels.
Is that the one from 98?
It's the one from 2007.
I don't know which one that is.
Yeah, neither do I.
Yeah.
But oh my God.
Oh, John Cena's the Marine.
Yeah.
It's got Osmosis Jones.
Yeah.
God.
And see, that's the thing. Like, most of this is bad, but...
That's got the Raid Redemption on it.
Yeah.
There's a lot of the sequel, but not the original
yeah,
on this.
right. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
They got the one where Hugh Jackman thinks about his memories.
Oh, nice.
Reminiscence.
We can finally watch Reminiscence. All I'm saying is, if you tried it when it
Hollow Man
2, nice, not Kevin Bacon.
I didn't know
Kevin
there was
Bacon's
a-
not in that one.
Yeah.
It's got Bruce Lee's Fist of Fury,
Yep.
the classic. It's got that in there. Boy, it's got everything.
No, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't. It's true.
I honestly don't know who this is. Yeah.
It's got a Tubi original called Deadly Dilf.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, very good.
Yeah.
That's how I like to think of myself, as a deadly dilf.
Because you smell so bad?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My scent is very putrid,
Yeah.
as anyone who met me will attest to.
That's right.
So can you pay for it and
Get rid of the
now I'm
ads?
in on
I
the
don't think so,
sponsors.
no.
You just have to watch the ads.
That's right. That's their call to action.
Yeah.
You cannot pay for it. You have to watch the ads. It's got both The Thing from Another World, the movie that inspired the movie The Thing, and the sequel remake The Thing,
not
that
The
is also a
Thing.
prequel, but it does not have The Thing.
That's incredible.
Yeah, right?
I love all of that, Mason.
It's
This
actually got a couple of movies that I'm looking for. It's got that movie, The
This
Art
is like
of...
going through an abandoned video store.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I think you need to go in with the idea of what you're
What is
looking for.
Crime Scene Kitchen? What
I
the
don't
fuck
know.
is that?
I don't know.
It's got Farmer Hates His Wife. It's got Lego Masters, but maybe not. Oh, no,
Not
it
the
is the
Australian
Will
one.
Arnett one.
It's got the movie that I've seen clips of this, and actually the next thing I'm probably going to watch is a movie from 2019 called The Art of Self-Defense. It's got Jesse Eisenberg.
Oh,
Do you
yeah,
remember
that's
that?
supposed to be good, isn't it?
Yeah, I never saw that when it came out, and I'm looking forward to that.
Oh, it's got that MASH documentary from this year. I'm meaning to watch that.
Huh.
I love a MASH documentary.
Well. Look who's turned around on Tubi.
I
the
was
free
never
streaming
against it,
services.
Mason.
Uh-huh.
It's got something, I think it's a TV show called Special Forces World's Toughest Test.
Yeah, right. It's got all the Dolomite movies, but not the Netflix Dolomite movie.
well,
with
that's on
Eddie
Netflix,
Murphy.
yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, that's right.
There's a show apparently called Don't Forget the Lyrics.
Oh.
I guess it's another show called 25 Words or Less. There's a lot of Gordon Ramsay shows that aren't kitchen nightmares.
Yeah. Before he hit it big? Yeah, okay.
Oh my God. There's a TMZ Investigate special called 9/11 The Fifth Plane.
There's a William Shatner something, and it's just called Get a Life. I don't know what that is.
There's a Britney Spears TMZ documentary called Britney Spears Divorce and Despair.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
There's Who Really Killed Michael Jackson.
Wow. This has got everything.
There's a movie or documentary. It's just called Bridge.
Huh. What do you think it's about?
I don't know. It's a picture of a bridge.
Wow. Oh, it's got a Grant Morrison documentary called Grant Morrison Talking with Gods.
These shows are fake.
Yeah, some of them seem fake, if I'm honest
Look at
with
this
you.
one. It's just Jerry O'Connell, and he's got his arms crossed, and it just says Pictionary.
Pictionary.
And that's it.
That's it. Amazing. Wow. Wow. Well, I think that's beautiful.
A
Actually.
show called Miss Black USA,
Okay.
Saints and Sinners. God,
Fascinating, isn't it?
it really these shows are way more fascinating than movies.
Yeah, yeah.
There's a show called Domino Masters.
Okay.
Yeah,
Do you think it's related to Lego Masters?
I think it is. Yeah.
Okay. There is a lot of, I tell you
There's
this
Tiger
much.
King, but it's not Tiger King. It's TMZ Investigates Tiger
Tiger
King.
King. Okay, right. There's a lot of kung fu on here. Like if you like
I do.
70s, early 80s, 60s kung fu, that you probably have to watch on terrible quality on YouTube. Now you can watch it on terrible quality on Tubi, and there's ads.
There's a show called Stars on Mars where celebrities go where no one's gone before and see what it takes to survive on Mars, and it's starring
yeah.
William Shatner.
There's a lot of movies on here.
Is this a William Shatner channel?
Almost certainly. There's a lot of movies on here that that the Wu-Tang Clan would have used for samples for their albums.
okay, yeah.
You know?
There's TMZ presents Arnold and Sly, rivals, friends, icons, and whatever, and it goes for 0 minutes apparently.
Okay.
God.
Anyway, let's stop talking about Tubi. I mean,
Let's
you're
never
obsessed
stop
now.
talking
You're
about
obsessed
Tubi.
with Tubi. It's got Street Fighter.
This, you know what? None of these even need to be on here. This, for me, is enough.
Yes.
Just to scroll through this.
Uh-huh.
Like, I would...
And just be entertained by the idea.
the
of
real
the
dirty
memories.
dancing. Yeah.
Street Fighter 1994 is on here.
Oh, the movie or the anime? That's the movie one.
The movie, yeah. The Sylvester Stallone movie Detox
Oh, yeah.
is on here.
Oh, Tombstone's leaving soon.
Yeah.
This is regional, I assume, as well, right?
Yeah, because the reason I went back to it is because I saw a tweet and somebody said, "Oh, it's got all these movies on it," and a lot of them were, but some of them also weren't. So I assume it's a regional,
Yeah. Oh, Idiocracy.
Oh,
Mate,
you better believe it.
Do you know it's... mate. It's like...
Yeah.
It's that under bloody... They should put it to documentaries.
It's got the movie The Man Who Laughs
That
that
thing that the
inspired the
Joker's
Joker.
based on, yeah. It's got Rob Schneider's
I think
The
it might
Animal.
have Metropolis on here in the 1920s.
It's got that Tarzan movie from 2016.
God, it's got so
that
many
no one
80s
saw.
garbage movies that I'm so excited to
It's got
watch.
Solomon Kane, but it looks like a Highlander movie, but it isn't.
Okay, all right.
Remember the movie Babylon AD
Of course I do.
from 2008?
Yeah, it's on there. Or
Movie-
is it Babylon AD 2?
They do have Piranha 3D,
Mm-hmm.
but not Piranha 3 Double D.
Yeah,
And that's interesting. We need to stop this, Mason.
absolutely. But it's fascinating, right?
Yeah. Oh, it's got Lois and Clark, The New Adventures of Superman. But how many seasons? I want to know.
Probably 2, but
It's got every season.
oh my god! Oh my god!
Okay, cool, we should stop.
We should
That's
stop.
all right.
What have you been watching and reading?
Now, as promised mere moments ago,
Oh yes.
I told you I would talk about the movie Unfrosted.
Okay. Now, this for people who don't know, this is the latest in a long line of documentary about a product.
It's not a documentary.
Is it not?
No.
Oh, it's a mockumentary.
Sort of.
Is it not the story of Pop-Tarts?
It is, but it's not. It's like...
Okay. I misspoke. I shouldn't have said documentary. It's a mockumentary.
Yeah. It's like, like the Weird Al movie?
I guess Blackberry is a documentary of sorts.
Yes, that's like an accurate...
It's a product biopic.
Thank you for saying
Okay.
that.
But so this is a fake.
Yeah.
This is like Weird Al. You were saying Weird Al's.
Yeah, but that movie was good.
Okay, right.
Um,
So this is a fake. This is a fake history of Pop Tarts. Is what you're saying? Is that what it
Yes.
is? Okay, great.
That's right.
Because I guess the real history of Pop Tarts would have been like somebody made them in a kitchen somewhere, and someone went, "That's a pretty good idea. Let's mass produce it."
Yep.
And then they did.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
can get them in a shop.
Get them if you want them.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever had one.
Yeah, not bad.
Do you have the quote? Because I've got the quote from what Jerry
I do not have
Seinfeld's
the
been
quote.
up
If you,
to this
you
week.
let's give us the quote, James.
Jerry Seinfeld's been doing the rounds this week, Mason.
That's
doing
right.
all sorts of social media.
Mm-hmm.
He's a canny lad, isn't he?
It's
And
he's rich.
he's rich, and you
Yeah.
can do anything when you're rich.
That's
but
right, you
not
can say
anything
anything.
because you get cancelled.
Oh, that's true. I mean,
He's- Yeah,
you know.
it said. He said, it used to be you'd go home at the end of the day. Most people would go, oh, Cheers is on. Oh, MASH is on. And I love MASH. You know that.
Yeah.
Oh, Mary Tyler Moore is on.
I love Bangers and Mash.
Yeah. All in
The cartoon
the
with the
cartoon with
monkeys.
the monkeys, yeah. All in the Family is on. You just expected there'd be some funny stuff you can watch on TV tonight. This is a result of, and there's not now apparently, this is the result of the extreme left and PC, political correct crap. And people worrying so much about offending other people. And speaking of boring and not saying anything, Unfrosted, right?
Uh-huh.
And look,
Oh, yes, we're talking about that.
I'd love to have like a strong opinion because like it's not even dreadful. I wasn't
Right.
even like this is fucking unwatchable because it's not. It's fine.
Okay.
Like it's just washes kind of over you. It's based on a joke which I looked up, which he talks about.
A Seinfeld joke.
Yeah, stand-up from a few years, from like a decade back or so.
Okay.
Where
when you could still say this sort of edgy stuff.
Yeah, where he talks
know,
about
you
the creation of Pop-Tarts and
Okay.
what must have happened and whatever. And the joke itself is like, it's, you know what? Okay. This show is like, this movie, sorry. It's like the Seinfeld stand-up bits from Seinfeld, but that's it.
Right.
So it's just like, oh, what if this is this though? And I can't even think of a good example. Okay, so there's moments where like they do the origin of Tony the Tiger's They're Great.
Okay.
Right? Because Hugh Grant plays Tony the Tiger and they're filming a commercial and they're like, why don't you improv something? He goes, they're great. And they go, that's perfect, that's in. And it's like, wow, that's the origin of They're Great.
Okay.
There's a moment where he gets handed a cup of like juice, like of orange drink.
Who's this?
Jerry Seinfeld.
Jerry, I love Jerry
Or whoever
Seinfeld.
he's
Carry
playing.
on.
And he drinks it and he goes, there's a tang to that. And they're like, that's a great name for a drink. It's like that.
Oh, those are bad.
Yeah, it's not even a joke.
That's not
right?
a joke, no.
So it's that, and there's like a revolving door of like amazing cameos.
I know John Hamm is in it.
John Hamm is in
Spoiler
it,
alert.
where he's just Don. He does Don Draper in it. He just does, and there's some like okay jokes in it, and it's clearly like it is a love letter to Seinfeld's love of like 60s like kitsch products. There's like X-ray specs and silly putty and all that kind of stuff.
So this is just references.
But there's a storyline because it's like a nuclear arms race between Kellogg's and fucking Post to make the first Pop-Tart.
Oh, I love that.
Right?
Did it make you hungry for Pop-Tarts?
No. And that's the other
Interesting.
thing. Like, what baffles me from this? I'm not even mad about it. It's confusing.
You seem a little bit mad about it.
No, it's genuinely confusing because like with the money that he has
Yes.
and like his creative, amazing brain, right?
Yes.
He could do anything. And with that, he's done like a really tame, fictionalized, basically like a commercial for a dog shit food substitute.
That's wild,
for
right?
nobody.
Yeah.
So like, why? You're not even saying anything. And if it was really funny, like Weird Al, the movie, right?
Yes.
Which I think these are similar. That doesn't have like overt messaging in any which way, but it's fucking wall to wall with
That's
jokes.
true, yeah.
And the cameos of this are just like pretty much a comedian walks on dressed as the fucking Kellogg's chicken or whatever, and then goes cockadoodle fucking whatever. I'm this comedian, and then they leave.
Great.
Like Bill Burr plays JFK, and he does like a pretty good JFK.
Okay,
right?
great.
The stuff like Ronnie Chang's in it. He's pretty funny because he's funny, right?
Yeah, uh-huh.
But it's like that. But like again, it's nothing. Kellogg's itself has a really bizarre backstory.
Yeah.
As like a Mormon anti-masturbatory like. I was going to cult, basically.
that's right, uh-huh.
But none of that is like touched on at all, probably.
Touched on.
Yeah.
We don't want anything to be touched on.
It's just like, and I wasn't even sure. I don't think this is like actually a commercial. I think it's like, I don't think Kellogg's like paid him to make this because like,
Yeah, right.
why would you?
No.
It's just confusing to be like, I don't understand comedy. Comedy's bad and not saying anything and I can't say anything. But like, you made this.
Yeah.
If you made something that was incredible, I think then at least you could go, well, I made this incredible thing.
And it's also fascinating to me that he's never been known for doing anything edgy.
That's exactly.
Ever. Like if you say to somebody, what's a Seinfeld joke? They'll go, oh, what's
They
the deal
do the
with
airplane
the airplane
peanuts
food,
thing.
exactly. Yeah, that's right.
Which he might not have even ever said.
Right.
Like, I don't know.
But that's the vibe he gives.
Yeah.
Nobody's ever gone, I never see anybody share a stand-up routine of Seinfeld and it's like, wow, that really cut to the core, didn't it?
No, never.
No.
So it's I don't know. It's just the whole thing is confusing. And I know I watched a bunch of interviews with him this week, and one of the things I saw him say in multiple interviews was, what I'm going to really enjoy doing is like I'm going to read the reviews and I'm going to look for the nastiest reviews and I'm going to love that and I'm going to read them and it's going to bring me great joy. And like, first of all, I don't believe you. Like, I don't think that people being like, this is boring and because it's reviewing terribly, which doesn't necessarily mean it. I think there are people who will probably like this because again, it's not even dreadful.
Right.
Right.
It's a guy you know.
Yeah, it's a guy you know. So
Jerry Seinfeld said he wanted Unfrosted to be nothing like Barbie.
yeah, there's that also. But also it is kind of like Barbie if Barbie didn't have
Any jokes.
Yeah, again, it has
seems like
jokes.
What you're describing seems quite silly and surreal.
It is.
And that's what Barbie was.
Yeah,
You know?
it is. There is like, it is a surreal, because Barbie is also this kind of retro 1960s world, and it's literally set in the 60s. So it's not dissimilar, but it's not like the anti-Barbie where you're like, oh man, this is really. It's like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't have a strong opinion on it.
This
other
thing,
than but yeah, if he
would you say it destroyed woke culture though?
I mean, yeah,
that's what I figured.
Single-handedly,
it feels like something that would easily do that. So
yeah. But I don't know. Can you imagine getting joy from reading a review and a review? It's like I'm looking for the worst reviews and people are like, this is nothing.
Yeah.
Does that bring you joy?
I don't think it would.
Because like a cutting review where someone's like, you've pushed it too far and I found this offensive and maybe you do get a kick out of that from being like, I'm pushing boundaries.
Yeah.
But if you read a review that's like, yeah, who cares?
That's
like,
right, yeah.
What do you get out of that?
I don't know.
Does that make you happy?
Yeah, because maybe
that you made a nothing thing for nobody?
Maybe it does because you're like, at a certain point, maybe you just go, well, I've still got $1 billion, don't I?
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
But like, okay, great.
But that's the thing. I think maybe that is what it is. Like part of this is just kind of he can't push the boundaries anymore.
Yeah.
He's never been known for that. And he's this element of comedy, the world of comedy has passed him by to a certain point.
Yeah.
Like the stuff he does is just a tool now. Like some comedians do observational stuff, but a lot of comedians now do like deeply personal things and what have you.
And there's like layers to the jokes.
Yeah.
But
so maybe now he's like, because he can't push the envelope, maybe he's just like, I can do whatever I want and make whatever I want and say whatever I want, and now I'm rich.
If you paid for this at Netflix,
Yeah.
I mean, is this what are you happy about this? Like, really? You know? Because again, it's not reviewing well. I don't know. Maybe it'll probably do numbers, or at least initially. But
because he said here, this is the result of the extreme left and PC crap and people worrying so much about offending other people. When you write a script and it goes into 4 or 5 hands, committee groups, here's our thought about this joke. Well, that's the end of your comedy. So maybe this is exactly like maybe he went to Netflix and he said, I want to make a thing and it's got to be exactly the way I want and I will not have any changes made by producers or anything like that. And this is what this is.
great.
Yeah.
Then you did it, man.
Yeah.
Well done, I guess. Yeah. Also, he did date a 17-year-old schoolgirl when he was 38.
He did do that.
That's the thing that happened.
That's actually, yeah.
So, but
and maybe in whatever state that was, it wasn't technically illegal.
Yeah.
But if you have to use the phrase, well, that's not technically illegal.
That's come up a lot this week, right?
Uh-huh.
And a lot of and I've seen like people defending it. I saw one that was like, "You're just jealous," and it's like, I'm sure if you were 38 and you really wanted to date a 17-year-old, you probably could, right? You could find somebody to do it. Most people aren't looking at that and going, "Oh, damn, I wish."
Yeah.
A normal person isn't like, I'm jealous of that. It's like, that's a freak. Like, why would you do that?
Mm-hmm.
That's a normal reaction.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see what he does next. A boring thing for nobody.
Maybe another boring thing. Maybe another season of the one where he shows you all the cars he has.
Whatever. Should we do the letter segment?
I think we should do that.
All right, let's do it.
Okay.
Let's do it now.
Like right now.
Yeah, give us the lead up, though. Give us the theme song you normally play.
Okay, I'll play it now.
The classic one was letters, oh letters, we love you. Some letters, they're only a day away.
We're going to hear right now. We're going to do letters.
Mason, you got a letter from the bag?
Oh, I've got so many.
Of letters?
Yep, yeah, that's right.
Let's do one.
I've just gotten Jar Jar Brinks to get. I'm bringing that back.
Okay. He got the letters.
Yeah, he got the letters. Yeah.
Wow.
He briefly transformed in his real form, and then he went to the mailbag,
which is a.
I'm not going to tell. I'll never tell.
Okay.
You should have. You're still in your post Craven blacking out period.
It must be.
Yeah.
Because this doesn't make sense.
It was cool as hell, man. You really missed out.
Because normally I know what's happening, and I don't know what's happening now.
Yeah.
Like if this is a running bit, I'm not following.
It's just a running bit in my mind.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't think I hit it enough throughout the episode. But that's life sometimes.
This is You're the Rookie?
Yeah, it could be. Should we end up the year with 2 wandering bits that never really go anywhere? I think
just circle each other.
Yeah.
Circle in the drain.
Hey, what about you enjoying the Rookie? I don't know. Are you enjoying Jar Jar Brinks, who's a shape-shifting microphone? Maybe we should do
Who gets the mail?
Who gets the mail? That's right.
If you do want to reach the show, hashtag Weekly Planet Pod on Twitter or weeklyplanetpod@gmail.com. And coming up on the outside, we got blah, 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 blah.
No.
Blah, 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 blah.
Oh, no. He's got racetrack announcer disease.
Blah, blah, blah,
I knew
blah,
it.
blah, blah, blah. Stunning sunshine, blah, 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 blah. Look at the man, blah, blah, blah. What else do they say, Mason?
That's what they say.
This is coming up on the outside.
There's always someone coming up on the outside, you know? I think that's beautiful.
Anyway, do you got any-
Sometimes they say, okay, a horse has fallen over and they've had to shoot it. Sometimes they say that.
Oh, no,
When I
horse
say
has
sometimes, I mean every year at the Melbourne
Oh,
Cup.
no, horse has fallen over, they have to shoot it.
On the outside,
It's coming up on the outside into heaven or horse hell, depending.
definitely horse hell. That'll do it.
You son of a bitch.
Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds were on Chicken Shop Date.
They did so many interviews.
They did.
My YouTube feed is just...
And based on the outfits they were wearing, they did like 100 in a day.
Yeah.
Crazy. They
that I haven't watched the Chicken Shop one, but I did watch the Hot Ones one, and it was great. It was just watching Hugh Jackman just lose his mind.
Now, see, here's the thing as well. When I watch one of those, I'm always like, or are they acting?
But he looked like he was dying.
He did. I mean, he was sweating and bleeding from his eyes. That's true, yeah. Let me ask you this, James. Some people say, because I watched a YouTube video recently and they were talking about how they're apparently Hot Ones is owned by BuzzFeed and they're trying to sell it. Did you see this?
Just Hot Ones or the whole thing.
Just Hot Ones.
Yeah, okay.
Or First We Feast, perhaps.
Yeah,
which is-
all right.
and apparently they're not selling it yet, and it's not because I think it's some people are like, well, because it's so tied to Sean Evans and so etc.
He has to go with it.
He has to go with it. Is the question.
Yeah.
So one question that came up, a lot of people's low stakes conspiracy theory is that the wings on Hot Ones, the sauces on Hot Ones used to be hotter, but now they're not because
Right.
people used to tap out and now they don't.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Oh, that's a good question, Mason. That's a great... I mean, there is the theory that the last one isn't as hot as the previous one.
Yeah. Or people's taste buds are dead by then.
Yeah, I don't know. I honestly don't know. I mean, I know like DJ Khaled tapped out like 2 wings in.
He taps out of all sorts of stuff as far as we know.
I've heard some stuff that he will not do.
That's right.
For strange reasons. But just do it, man. What are you doing? But also... I think also people now have knowledge of it. So
Yes.
you go in and you like if I did it, which it would never happen.
You've got 1 million followers.
Oh yeah, I've got a
million subscribers. That's
yeah,
the
and that translates to 1 million views a video. But but I would just do it.
Yeah.
Like, I would just power through.
Yeah, I think it's two things. I think they are exactly as hot. I think that one is absolutely right. People know what they're getting into, and also a lot of celebrities have celebrity friends who've also been on, and they say, "Now remember,"
and their family tells them about it.
Yeah, family
and
tells them
whatever.
about it. Their kids tell them about it, and there's the expectation that they'll finish it, and they'll say, "Remember to do this," and drink the milk and whatever,
Yeah.
and and they'll also. I think maybe in the previous versions. The early seasons, people were like, "Oh, it's a YouTube show. Who's going to watch it?"
Yeah, who
and they would
cares?
be willing to just tap out. But now everybody knows.
Yeah.
Millions of people will see it, and they will see you embarrassed if you. And I think the second thing is that the show's producers have gotten better at pacing out the questions.
Yeah, okay.
Because remember in the early seasons, there would be like long, elaborate questions, and they would have follow-ups, and sometimes somebody would tell a story, and they would animate the story and all that sort of stuff. And I think what happened in earlier seasons is they asked these long, elaborate questions, and the celebrities would be like, "Man, we've been here for 30 minutes, and I've only done 3.
Yeah.
How long is this going to go?" And they would give up. But I think now a lot of the questions, while they're still good, a lot of them are kind of
they're short and sharp.
they're
answers, right?
gussied up yes or
What's
no
the best kind of
questions.
thing you got in that town you're from?
Exactly, yeah. What do you think? Is it this or this? And they can say one or the other. They don't have to think about it too hard. They say
you
one
film
or
it
the-
in half an hour,
and they elaborate, and they can go, and they just go, "Oh, we're 10 minutes in, and we've done half of them," and that sort of thing. So I think that's it.
I think you're probably right. Yeah, I mean the format now it's so tight.
Yeah.
like it's real, and you've seen. I mean, so many people have tried to replicate it. It's like killing 9 ducks and answering questions while eating a beach ball or
While
whatever.
throttling a duck, while eating a beach ball and throttling a duck. It's actually hard to answer this question because I'm eating this beach ball.
And this duck keeps snapping at me.
Just keep trying to kill the duck, Hugh.
Hugh?
Who are we talking about?
Hugh, did you say Hugh?
Yeah, Hugh.
Hugh Grant.
No, Hugh Jackman.
Oh, okay.
He's-
okay. Yeah, because he's in the movie.
He's in the movie we're talking about, yeah. I don't
feel-
actually like
I don't
killing
feel
this
good
duck.
about this.
Well, you
Everybody
agreed to
kills all the ducks.
it. Yeah, that's right.
Is a dead duck a question?
Only DJ Khaled didn't kill all the ducks.
But there's a lot of things he doesn't
Yeah,
do.
a lot of things he doesn't do and he should do. Oh.
Anyway, Anyways, this is the letters segment of
It
the
is
show.
the latest segment, yeah.
We're 9 minutes into it.
Yep, we
but
sure are.
If you do want to reach the show, you can hashtag Weekly Platypod on
That's
Twitter.
right. Now we're going to have to pause so I can get some letters.
That's right. Well, before you do that, I just want to say, I think it was last week or maybe it was the week before where you asked me or it came up, how old is my phone?
Oh, yes. Did that come up?
Yeah, something. And I was like, I don't know, I think it's like a 13 or something.
Yeah.
Anyway, I went to get a new case for it the other day. I don't know what it is. I'm like, do you have a case for this? And she went, ugh. I'm like, what the fuck does that? And she goes, it's an 11, apparently.
Right.
Which is only, I just looked up, only 5 years old, by the
Right,
way.
yeah.
And so she directs me to like 3 phone cases they had at the bottom of the shelf.
Right. I like
Basically-
how she went, ugh.
Yeah.
Are you editorializing
No, it
that?
was okay. There wasn't a verbal noise, but it was like a 11. It was
Right.
like that 11.
Okay.
Yeah, it's an 11 apparently.
Did that also carry with it an implication that you are old? Do you think?
Shit, I don't think so.
Interesting.
That's not something that I don't think
Because you
would-
are old.
No, no one would even perceive that.
Interesting.
That
Because I'm
would-
perceiving it currently.
Are you?
Yeah.
But I'm younger
Yeah.
than you.
Well,
I mean, I look older.
but you are wearing Justin Theroux's wig from
That
the
is
movie
true.
Beetlejuice,
And my
Beetlejuice.
T-shirt that says, I think cops
So
are cool.
cool. Yeah.
Anyway, we're going to pause it for a bit while
Pause it,
Mason
we'll find letters.
goes to the letters. Wow. While we paused there, we came up with an incredible character. It was, what if Steve Urkel was Eric Cartman?
Oh, yes.
Do you remember?
No, I don't.
It was like, did I do that? Respect mother and dad.
See, this, James, is something that does not work at all on the podcast.
What are you talking about? Why are we both
It only
having-
works in real life, James. I don't know why you've. And I feel
I think-
like what we do off the podcast is very clearly off the podcast material that only works because we've been recording for like 4 hours at this point of various things.
Okay, yeah, I agree with you. I would also argue it doesn't work in the real world. It only works in this room if we're not recording.
Correct, yes.
Would you agree with that?
I would agree with that.
But no one else could be in here.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah, if we had a
It's
guest
just-
or something.
It's just us.
Yeah, yeah. We wouldn't sit down like Alexi Toliopoulos
And introduce our new character.
and be like, here's also our new character. You did it.
You were doing the voice.
I was doing the voice. Yeah, that's correct.
Anyways,
yes.
if you do want to reach the show, you can hashtag Weekly Platypod on Twitter.
Yeah.
I've been putting threads in the Great Mates. I did this week. But I'll try and do that more. Or you can email Mason at weeklyplatypod@gmail.com.
That's correct. Maybe with a couple. Maybe if you want us to do a mashup impression.
No.
Wow. Because we could try them.
No, we can't.
Okay.
It'd
We
have
can
to
try
be-
them off air.
Yeah, off air.
Yeah,
but just in this
and
room.
we'll find the best one, and then we'll debut that one.
Agreed.
Obviously, yeah.
Okay, what are we doing? What do we got?
What about Robot Chicken?
Oh, yeah.
You heard of that?
I'm Eric Cartman.
Nice.
I'm in Star Wars.
Nice.
And
oh yeah.
yeah,
Nice. That's good. That's good.
Thank
Keep
you.
working on that.
Keep working on it.
I mean, it's
what's to
perfect.
work on? What are you talking about?
There's nothing to work on.
What do you mean?
I don't know, man. I mean, it's good. It's real good.
We both did it.
I mean, did we?
We both did it. What's next, Mason?
You can cut any of that out as well.
Can I?
Yeah, good.
I
If
think
you
I
wanted
can.
to. Here's some ones that I think are good.
Okay.
This is from Elias.
Elias?
Great energy on this week's episode, mates. The energy reminded me of the early episodes where you would sometimes do dilemmas. Here's a dilemma for the pod.
Ooh.
You either have to sacrifice one random person on Earth or be sentenced to a porridge year, a year where you're only allowed to eat water-based porridge. And how many people would you sacrifice to avoid a porridge life? Where is the limit? Love the pod. Your Norwegian friend Elias.
I mean, through the butterfly effect, we've all probably killed someone.
Oh, you think so? You think the podcast has killed people?
Not necessarily the podcast, but just a person living.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
But I mean, in this, we are presumably they're-
Basically pushing a button to kill a random
Well, I think in
person.
this instance, they're pushing a big bowl of water-based porridge towards us.
Yeah.
And we're saying, no, thank you, I'm going to do a murder.
Yeah. I mean, do you get, like, is it killing me? Like me eating porridge for a year, will that sustain me? 'Cause I feel like
Oh.
I'd die.
Yeah, that's probably true, actually.
And look, I'll roll the dice on killing somebody else who's not me. But if I can live,
If this were a Twilight Zone episode, James, or possibly The Outer Limits,
it would be someone I knew.
well, no, the next scene would be somebody also being offered that choice.
But then they kill me.
Yeah, then you die. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you're so selfish
I
and
am
you
so
won't eat it.
well, that's-
You won't eat a porridge every
To
meal
die-
for a year.
to
Having
die-
a porridge year. Yeah.
Porridge myself to death.
Porridge yourself to death.
So if I could live through it, I would do the porridge year.
You probably get lean.
Probably get so lean.
So
or
lean.
bulk. I don't know.
Yeah, what does porridge do to you? It's all carbs,
It's all
isn't it?
calories and carbs, man.
Yeah.
I mean, presumably you've got your milk with it. Can I choose my...
No, it says water-based porridge.
Fuck. So I couldn't choose my milks?
No.
And then I'm getting different sustenance from different types of milks?
No, you're not allowed to
Can't
do
get
that.
an almond milk or an oat milk or a soy milk or a cow milk?
Doesn't say. I don't think so, no.
Okay.
I also, is this a common thing, a porridge year? Or is this, has Elias invented the, is a porridge year a common Norwegian hypothetical, I wonder?
It's a sequel to A Marriage Story. It's a porridge year.
Okay, great.
It's just Adam Driver
Well,
in an empty apartment.
I am sick of eating this porridge, he'd say.
In this porridge year of
Yeah,
mine.
that's right.
Smash.
Smash on the wall.
Yeah.
I would, I don't know, I do like porridge. Can I put a drizzle of honey on it?
No, Mason.
It doesn't say I can't
Well, you said I couldn't put different milks.
because it says water-based porridge.
But it doesn't say you can put shit on it either.
It doesn't say I don't.
Because otherwise you'd just be like, I'll have it with an apple. Then I'll
It's
just
Air
eat an
Bud
apple.
rules. There's no rule that says I can't put a drizzle of honey on it. So I'm going to say, yes, I would do a porridge here.
So I can't drizzle on other
A milk,
milks.
no. Oh! It says, you know what? It says water-based porridge. So I think you can drizzle on a milk.
Okay.
Okay.
But if we could drizzle, that's a completely different
Or
scenario.
a yogurt.
I could put on some protein powder. I'm bulking up.
Wow.
Bulking all year, Mason.
Porridge boys. We're doing it. All right. That's right. You thought we'd agree to murder, but we didn't.
No.
We're
We're doing a porridge year.
We're doing porridge years. We're going to be better than ever.
That's right.
Yeah.
If you do want to reach the show, though, to ask us a question or just whatever,
Yes.
you can hashtag Weekly Planet Pod on Twitter.
That's right.
Sometimes I put a thread in the Great Mates group. Today I didn't.
Because you're out of
I was
sorts.
out and about.
Out and about and out of sorts.
Or shoot Mason a Gmail.
Bang, bang.
Piping hot at Gmail.
Bang, bang.
So weeklyplanetpod@gmail.com.
Here's one from Tom.
Tom
Moore.
Tom Moore?
I wonder if he's Major Tom Moore.
Do you think
you
he
know
is?
that guy who walked around
No.
his... Is that the guy?
Who do you walk
Walked
around?
around his garden?
Who do you walk around?
A garden. Was that the guy? Doesn't matter. Anyway.
We've all walked around our garden.
I don't know.
Some people can't actually afford gardens, Mason. That's
Yeah.
rude of you to say.
Sorry. Tom Moore says, Arkham Shadow, question mark.
Oh, this VR thing.
Yeah, g'day there, boys.
G'day, mate.
I've been a
Yeah,
huge
Tom.
fan since 2014. I would love a shout out
Whoa.
to Toronto, Canada. I escaped the dystopia of the UK a few years ago. I bet you did. You're
Congratulations.
probably sick of walking around your garden.
Hell yeah.
If in fact I'm thinking of Tom Moore. Could you Google that?
Yep.
I expect neither James nor Meso has a VR headset, correct?
Yep.
But I've been watching a long play of the Batman Arkham Shadow game. Was stunned to find out that the player goes into Blackgate under the alias of Matches Malone.
World War II veteran, 100 walks 660 miles around his garden.
I knew it.
Oh, that's pretty good, actually.
Yeah.
All right.
A fun Batman alter ego I learned about on the pod from Meso. So he goes in as Matches Malone.
Sick.
What are your thoughts on the way gaming is going, aka all remakes, studio closures, and existing IPs being milked? Are there any new releases you're actually interested in? Isn't Astrobot doing quite well?
Yeah,
that
apparently
game?
that's all
Because
right. Yeah,
I mean,
maybe I'll get that
doesn't-
one.
That doesn't have the most amazing graphics, but it's fun.
Probably does, though, if it's a PS5
Oh,
thing.
yeah,
But
probably.
But also, like, I think, look, Nintendo does a lot of shit that I do not like.
Wow.
But at least it's making, like IP that's not games that go on forever. And you know when they release a Mario game, it's probably going to be incredible.
Yeah.
You know, and they don't do it that often.
Yeah.
I know they have various spin-offs and
They
whatever.
made that alarm clock.
They
That's
made that alarm
incredible.
clock that's incredible. Exactly. That's what I'm talking about. Shit that
Someone
sucks.
was telling me that it's got some sort of like it can collect your biometric data or whatever, or it can and it gives you personalized messages or something like that.
Cool.
But it doesn't work if there's two people in the bed, so it's only for single people. It can't collect both sets of data.
I mean, they know, don't they?
Yeah, they know.
Because it's for children or single people is
Yeah.
what they're saying.
Yeah.
That's so funny. Why do you even want a fucking clock that knows what you're doing? Like,
Right?
who wants that? Who is this for?
I don't know.
Like,
I guess people who want to believe they're married to Mario.
they could have just released a
Super Mario.
like a clock that's just got Mario on a screen, and when you wake up, he goes hello,
Wahoo!
and that's it.
Yeah.
like that's like a kid would buy that.
Yeah.
You pay $30.
Hey, get up, you lazy son of a
Yeah.
bitch.
Reading biometric data.
Yeah, I don't know what it does.
Fucking hell, man. I don't even want my watch looking at me, Mason.
Wow.
With its face.
You don't have a
And
watch.
its hands.
You don't
I
have
know.
a- yeah.
I don't have a watch. I had a Fitbit for a while and I'm like, I fucking hate this thing. It's telling me to get up. You get up.
Yeah.
I got in the shower. Like, I'd get in the shower and it would go, bzz, bzz, calm down. And I'm like, I'm in the fucking shower. This is the best place in the world. You calm down.
It's like, no, you calm down.
I hate all this shit.
Wow.
It's nonsense. It's nothing. Like, it's just this just all this tacked on shit. I'm already in my own fucking brain. I don't need I don't need external forces like alerting me if my fucking pulse drops slightly. Shut up. Oh, I did a workout. Oh, you did a workout. I know. I fucking did it. I was there.
Hey, James, what do you think about getting a real job today?
Yeah, maybe I should. That's not wrong.
Well,
but I don't need a fucking clock to tell me that.
maybe you do. Maybe you do.
Anyway, sucks. All that shit sucks.
Yeah. Are you looking forward to any video games?
No.
Wow.
No, I literally just Googled. You know what I'm looking forward to? They're going to remake Prince of Persia Sands of Time.
Oh,
and I know it's a remake, but I love that game, and I played every couple of years anyway. But
I'm looking forward to any little small indie game that you can get on Nintendo Switch.
Yep, there you
Looking forward
go.
to that.
Anyway, go on.
Here's an email from Robert Lego.
Lego?
Leggo. So not Lego, the toy, Lego, the pasta sauce.
If he was Australian, they'd call him Robert Red Rooster.
They would actually, yeah. Yeah, that's right.
Go on.
And if he was Italian, they'd call him Robert Rosso Chimera.
Would they?
Yep.
All right.
Anyway, let's see what Robert has to say.
Okay.
Gentlemen,
Yes.
today on the train to Parramatta for work up here in Sydney, or as we would call it, Red Rooster, a fellow commuter's phone rang and the ringtone was none other than the Man Crying Rodney sampled directly from Caravan of Garbage. I don't know if it was a combination of pride in the ringtone or disdain for who was calling them, but they let it ring out and ring out again when the caller tried twice more before I lighted at my destination.
You didn't say anything?
That's interesting.
I would have said something.
Okay, yeah.
That's me, I would have said.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, my God.
There you go. Love what you do. Pod on. That's from Robert.
We will pod on.
Yeah.
Thanks, Robert.
And
Rooster.
thank you, Rodney.
Yeah, that's right.
Rodney! 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 Rodney!
What a time.
What a time. Got another tweet
Do you
here,
think
mate?
he was letting it ring out so somebody might go, is that Rodney?
Is that Rodney?
Is that Rodney?
Is that the guy who shouts Rodney?
You could, yeah.
Maybe.
I've had a thought.
Yeah.
What if you made your ringtone an entire episode of this podcast?
That's not a bad
and
idea.
then just let it ring out. Get
Yeah,
on
yeah.
a really long train ride and just let it ring out the entire episode.
Are you going to get that? No.
No. Are you listening to a podcast? Oh, no, my phone's ringing. Are you going to get it? No. For reasons.
Go on.
Then they'll get to the end of this episode and they'll understand why we did it.
Yeah, that's
and they'll
right.
become a new listener.
Oh, so it's this one, is it?
It might be. Yeah, it's this one.
Okay, cool.
One of the best ones.
I agree.
Okay. This is an email from Rick.
Rick.
All of the Dick Tracy talk.
Okay.
Hello, I've been a long time listener to the podcast. I started probably 6 or 7 years ago.
Must be nice.
I've thoroughly enjoyed your content. We enjoy our content also.
Yeah, we're the best.
I do have a bone to pick with you, though. You two seem to be the only people who continually bring up the character of Dick Tracy. Why two gentlemen from Australia
No,
would keep
we're not.
discussing an old American comic strip that hasn't been culturally relevant since the 90s is beyond me. Why do I bring this up? My name is Dick Tracy, and I've been teased about it mercilessly throughout my life.
You should have gone with Richard Tracy, man.
Well, my name is really Dick Tracy. Legally, it's Richard, and I go by Rick. I'm the third Dick Tracy in my family, and my father, also Dick Tracy, was actually a police officer. I've attached a newspaper article that was written by a local journalist about the time of the movie as proof of these claims, and he has movie hype is comical for real Dick Tracy.
Why are you going by Richard Tracy?
I think he is. He's going with Rick
He
Tracy.
said Rick Tracy.
Rick
Just sounds
Tracy.
like Dick Tracy,
It
though.
does sound like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So does he hate Dick
You
Tracy?
should go by Dick Tracing.
Dick Tracy. When you trace your dick.
Yes, exactly.
What
That's
is
right.
he, what does he hate Dick Tracy?
Doesn't seem that way.
Yeah.
He says, I've been toying with the idea of writing to you for some time now. I've realized that much of the youth today has no idea who Dick Tracy is. So
That's
that's
true.
good. That's positive.
Yeah, you'll be fine.
In fact, I was working a part-time job once with a coworker who was about 10 years younger than me. A patron of the store mentioned Dick Tracy to me after I seeing my name tag. I would never forget how happy I was when my coworker asked, who the heck is Dick Tracy? We should let him be forgotten for all us Dick Tracys out there. I was hoping that I could be the new official Dick Tracy of the podcast.
Yeah, man.
Well, I mean, you'll have to refer to yourself as Dick Tracy.
Exactly, yeah.
Keep up the good work. No hard feelings.
Hey, we didn't do this to you.
Sincerely, Richard Dick Tracy. I mean, that's well, here's the thing, though, is that this isn't quite like, initially I'm like, well, this is a little bit like Bart Simpson.
Sure.
There would have been a bunch of people called Bart Simpson or
Yeah.
Homer Simpson
Yeah.
who were like living completely normal lives, and then the Simpsons hit and they're like, oh, damn.
I'm bloody Homer Simpson.
But this is deliberate sabotage.
It absolutely
On
is,
behalf
yeah.
of your father.
They know.
They would know who Dick Tracy was.
Yeah.
And especially the cop who's
He would
Dick
have
Tracy.
bore the
That's
brunt of that his
crazy.
entire life.
Right?
Maybe he loved it and leaned into it and said,
Yeah.
this is something my son can lean into.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's that's...
I mean, you have a famous guy name.
Yeah, but not that famous.
True.
Like if my parents had named me Pink Floyd, that would be much worse.
Do you think they should have named you Pink Floyd?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Or Twitch streamer. If my name, I mean, again, the idea of Pink Floyd is sort of going by the wayside now. But if they did name me Twitch streamer,
Or Kai Cenat.
yeah, sure, yeah.
That's all good stuff.
I think it's all good stuff, actually. Yeah.
Nick Mason.
That's me. Speaking of, all my remaining letters are about Craven.
Okay.
This is from Nickel Craven.
Nickel Craven.
Hi, James and Mason. My name is Nickel.
If I had a nickel for every time I heard the name Nickel Craven, Mason.
You'd have, at this point, 2, 3.
Yeah, I would say probably 3.
Yeah. Hi, James and Mason. My name's Nickel Craven, and that's been fun this year. Usually my name leads to some classic jokes like, what are you craving today? I still don't have a funny response for that yet. When I introduce myself to people older than me, I sometimes get the response like, Wes Craven.
Oh, yeah.
But ever since this movie was announced, I've been dreading the shift over to like Craven the Hunter. Thankfully, no one saw this movie, so I'm safe for now.
Yeah, you'll be all right.
Yeah, this is a real Bart Simpson situation
It is,
where you were like
yeah,
safe for
yeah.
years, and then the show came out and you're like, oh no.
Hell yeah.
Anyway, if you could think of a good response I could give to what are you craving, I would appreciate it.
I'd Craven you getting the fuck away from me.
Or I'll kill you,
dog.
like Craven the Hunter.
And then they go, who?
And then you kill them.
Then you kill them.
You do the viral stabbing prank. You know?
What's a good response? I don't know. What is a good response to anything? I would just go, yeah. That's my response when I don't want to engage with something and somebody tells me.
I go, haha, that's it,
yeah,
brother.
all right.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you put them on a list of
Yeah,
people you're going to
that's
do
right.
the viral stabbing prank to.
You don't give them anything.
No,
That's what you do.
yes,
You're like,
exactly. Yeah, man.
silence.
Yeah, man. Nice.
Or you could do the, what do you mean by that? And
Yeah.
make them explain it.
Yeah, that's always good. Yeah.
And be like, I don't know that.
Yeah.
I don't know that. Sorry.
Yeah.
Because if they know it, they're weird. If they
Craven
know
the
about the
Hunter.
movie Craven the
Yeah,
Hunter.
that's actually true, isn't it? Yeah. That's true. Excuse, what was this movie?
Yeah.
So it was based on so it was Spider-Man.
You
in
like
it.
this.
So Spider-Man's not in it.
But you like this, though.
So it's just this bad guy. He's doing crimes. Oh, he's not even doing any crimes.
What?
He's okay. Huh.
Russell Crowe.
Russell. That's right.
Isn't he Gladiator?
Yeah.
What's he doing in this thing that you like?
Yeah. Russ LaRock,
Isn't he Gladiator?
30-odd foot of grunt. Russell Crowe.
He's Gladiator, isn't
Huh,
he?
wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Do that.
Virtuosity.
Yeah.
He was also Denzel. He and Denzel Washington were both in that.
Were they?
Huh.
Hmm.
American Gangster though. They're both
They're both in that
You're
one
not
also,
thinking
right?
of American Gangster.
Yeah.
Russell Crowe though. Huh.
Craven.
Yeah.
Yeah, just do that.
The
Or
Chameleon.
play this.
Yeah.
Hold up your phone and play this.
Yep. Nice. Great.
Should be mad.
Here's one more email.
Mhm.
And I'll leave the name for the end.
All right.
Hi all, felt I need to write in and warn you about how dangerous it is to listen to the Weekly Planet whilst exercising.
Oh, here we bloody
not
go.
a problem for me.
Blaming me again for this.
Tonight was the first time back in the gym since Christmas and festive flu. I almost dropped the barbell on top of myself while laughing uncontrollably at the Best Of podcast. I thought I was prepared for the Best Of, having heard all of it before, clearly not. The gym session had to stop for me to listen and laugh. Thank you for always improving my mood. You never cease to make my week better. That's from William B. Nuggets.
Nice.
Yeah.
Great name.
Thank you, William B. Nuggets.
Glad you're alive, William B. Nuggets.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. What kind of exercise?
G'day, boys. It's me, William B. Nuggets, just having a good time here at the gym.
Oh, no.
Just going to lift some big, heavy weights and put my bloody earpods in and listen to the Weekly Planet.
Earpods.
Isn't that what they are?
AirPods.
Well, that's what he says.
William.
Yeah. I blaze my own path. It's me, William B. Nuggets. I'll call them earpods if I want.
That's what we like about you, William.
Thanks. Thanks, boys.
It's just me.
Thanks, boys.
This fucking guy. The room's probably filled with traps.
Yeah.
I do have one more tweet. And
I'd love it.
from Manda Man, who actually tweeted last week. She says, #Weekly Planet Pod. After having a bad time of it last week, I won $55 on scratchy tickets.
Oh, hell yeah.
This week. And had to ask what's the coolest or best things both of you have ever won. I've got mine, but what's yours?
Have I ever won anything? It's a great question.
I mean, Game of Life.
Oh, that's true. I have in a lot of ways.
You won the sperm race.
Yep.
By default, you were the only one. I'm not sure I got that joke out. I might have.
That's good. It's good stuff. You go first. I don't know. Have I ever won anything?
I won a Nintendo 64 off the
that's
radio station in 1999
That's right.
with Pod Racer, the Star Wars game, by doing a C-3PO impersonation on Triple M's The Crud Show, and I beat out 2 other people.
Nice.
I've told this story a million times, and they said, what we're going to do, because they were doing it one every week, we're going to bring all the people in who won and did the best impression, and we're going to do a parody Star Wars trailer scene.
And that never happened.
And I was like, I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
I was like in high school, and I'm like, I don't want to do that. I just want the Nintendo 64, and thank God they didn't do it. So me and my dad drove into the Triple M studios, and I picked up my Nintendo 64, and I said, see you idiots.
Nice.
And we left.
Nice.
And it was incredible. A free Nintendo 64. The best feeling of like I couldn't win something now that would give me that feeling.
No, absolutely
Like
not.
if I won a car, I'd be like, well, I have a car.
Yeah, that's right.
There's nothing because I couldn't have bought one.
Yeah.
I wasn't gonna get one.
That's right.
And then one just fucking fell out of the sky basically.
It changed your life.
It did, Mason.
Yeah, that's
I
right.
got GoldenEye. And I got Perfect Dark. And I got Mortal Kombat 4.
And you got Pink Eye, but that was unrelated.
No, I didn't. I
With
didn't
all the
get
poo
Pink-
you put in your... You got poo on your
No,
hands, you put it in
Mason.
your eye. And
I
that's
still
what-
have that 64. But no, there is
You
nothing.
still have Pink Eye.
No, Mason.
Interesting.
It's a different eye.
Okay.
But seriously, I'm trying to think, is there anything that could give me that? I mean, obviously kids, etc.
Oh,
but
yeah,
I mean like a
sure.
physical thing. Even if someone's like, you won a house, I would be ecstatic, like
yeah,
incredible.
yeah.
But it would not give me that feeling.
No, you're right. Yeah. Yeah, wow.
And that's youth.
Oh, that's youth, isn't it?
How
Yeah.
excited was I just then?
So excited. More excited than you've been for most things in the last decade, probably.
No, yeah, maybe. Yeah, it was a big moment for me. So you've never won. Because also, I know people who do this. Just enter everything.
Just enter everything,
And
yeah.
I don't mean like pay to enter stuff.
No.
Just anything you come across, and obviously also not like scam websites and stuff.
Yeah,
I'm
sure.
talking like competitions in your area. Fill out a thing at your supermarket to win or whatever. Just
yeah.
enter everything and you will eventually win
That
something.
is so true, yeah.
Because people like me most of the time just go, this is not worth the effort.
I won't bother, and then they get 2 entries.
And I fucking hate signing up for shit.
Yeah.
I went to get some AirPods the other day because I've lost my AirPods,
Oh, yeah.
Mason.
Should
Anyway,
have got those AirPods insured.
yeah, and I went in there. Well, okay, so I
here
went
we
in there,
go.
and the guy.
Here we go, another
probably
classic
my
James
age.
rant.
It's not a rant, it's just what happened.
Oh, yeah,
And
yeah.
I'm like, can I get these AirPods or whatever?
Yeah,
And he's
yeah.
like, cool. And you got to, so they're behind the case, so you got to speak to a person.
Yeah,
which
yeah.
is- I understand, but it's fucking annoying.
Yeah.
And then he was like, do you want to get the Apple Care? It's $70. And I'm like, no, I don't want that. And he goes, ugh.
That's for virgins, you said.
Yeah, that's what I said. And he goes, ugh, and he rolls his eyes.
Yeah,
And
classic
I'm
virgin.
like, oh, okay. All right. And then he goes, what carrier are you with? And I'm like, why? And he's like, well, because if you're with Telstra or whoever, that means that we can put this onto your plan or whatever. And I'm like, no. I just said no.
Yeah, right.
And he go, well, I was a bit politer than that.
Yeah,
and he
yeah.
again, oh, okay, rolls his eyes. And I'm just want to be like, are you fucking right? Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, right.
Yeah. And then he's like, okay, I'll fix you up at the counter then. So he walks up to the counter. I see him
This
go.
is a real clash of personalities.
I see him go to the counter, turn around and leave. And I'm just standing there. I'm like, what's happening?
Right.
And I'm standing there for like 5 minutes. And I see him a few feet back from the counter just chatting to another guy.
Wow.
And they're like, are you okay? Like the other people. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm waiting for this guy, I think. I don't
yeah.
know.
Mm-hmm.
And then more time passes. And he's still chatting. And then I'm like, okay, I'm going to go and talk to this guy again. I don't want to, but okay.
Yeah.
And then they're like, oh, sorry, what's going on? I'm like, this guy here is he's bringing up my AirPods. And they're like, oh, yeah, they're here. So he just walked up, put them at an empty desk,
And
and
left.
left.
Whoa.
This fucking guy.
Oh, you got a new nemesis.
I don't remember what he looks like.
Oh, that's a shame.
So-
was it JB Hi-Fi?
He was trying to get like
Was it a JB Hi-Fi?
It was a JB Hi-Fi.
Then he's a guy with a beard and a metal t-shirt.
He wasn't.
Oh,
he looks
wow.
more like a dad.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Maybe it was a
He
mirror.
didn't have a beard. It wasn't a mirror. I have a beard. He was more bald too.
Interesting.
Yeah, which is fine. Which is fine.
Wow.
But yeah, it was really.
If you're this guy, if you're a listener, email in. Let
He's
us
definitely
know.
not.
Wow.
There's no way.
Oh, you know what I won?
He was rude,
Yeah,
Mason.
yeah.
So I'm trying to, you know what? Okay, sorry, you can do this, but every time I go to buy fucking anything,
Yes.
it's like, what's your phone number? What's your email? We'll text you the receipt. If you sign up for this thing, we'll give you X
God,
amount off.
Guys, this is turning on an all-timer James Rand.
Not
I'll
at
tell you
all
what.
time.
It is, though. No,
Nobody
it's
cares
good.
about. But it's like
He is fuming.
I would rather not be on a list to get
I mean,
infinite
you're on a lot of
fucking
lists.
texts I already get enough spam calls than getting fucking bed and table messaging me because I bought a blanket 4 fucking years ago.
Why don't you get a bed and table to go with that?
One time, I might have talked about this. I went to get a fucking picnic rug because I needed one. And the woman there, she was lovely, but she goes, if you sign up, this is half price.
Oh, yeah, nice.
And I just went, no.
Wow.
And she was like, are you sure? It was like $45 or $50. And I'm like, I understand, but I would just, it is worth it to me to just not be on whatever this is for the rest of my life.
Interesting.
Yeah. I'm done.
I don't know if you are, though.
That's all my stories.
Okay, that's great.
Yeah.
All the nemesis you've built up over
Not
the years.
nemesis, just
Yeah,
encounters.
yeah,
casual.
yeah.
I meditate now.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
casual
Yeah.
encounters.
Yeah.
What did you win?
Oh, because I didn't win the competition so much, but the winning is the taking place.
Yeah.
I won the Funny Ton thing in Comedy Festival in 2011.
What's that?
The thing where you get the chance to see every show in the Comedy Festival. You get unlimited.
How did you win that?
You get unlimited tickets. At the time you had to submit like a little thing about your favorite stand-up comedians and all this sort of stuff. And I did that in 2011, I think.
Damn, that was before we did this.
I know, right?
That was the year I started YouTube.
Oh,
Yeah.
But so and they still do it to this day. It's a sort of a race around the comedy festival to see the most number of shows.
Right.
It's called the Funny Ton because they hope you'll crack 100.
Have you ever?
Yeah, I did. Well, I only did it once, but I did like 106.
So how does it work? They give you that after, you get reimbursed after?
No, you just get free tickets. You just go. Well, the
Oh,
time
you just say you're going to do it and then they give you a free ticket. Is that?
yeah, at
Yeah.
the time you just go into the comedy festival office and go, I'm going to see all these shows, and they just give you tickets.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
I
so
didn't
I
know
did
that. And you can still do that.
But that's the thing, and I met a bunch of comedians and
Yeah.
friends to this day, so that's fun.
Nice.
Yeah.
I once won a fun run
Did you?
in a small town. This is true. Also, I've
Interesting.
talked about this.
Okay.
I tell this story all the time.
That's a product of skill, not luck, though, so it doesn't
Yeah,
count.
it was a product of skill, actually. I fucking blitzed it. So this was in year 8.
Sounds like you didn't have a lot of fun, though.
No, I had a lot of fun. So this is in year 8.
Okay.
And I was football umpiring at the time, which I do not recommend. It fucking sucks, and I only did it for the money.
Sounds like here comes another classic James rant.
It's not a rant. Anyway, my family had this house in the country. It sounds rich. You've
I've been there. It's not.
It is not.
Yeah.
It was a shack in the woods.
It's a place where a low budget horror slasher movie would take place.
That's right.
Yeah. And the toilet didn't work.
And the toilet didn't work. No, it was a portaloo, but it was inside.
Yeah.
But it probably also didn't work. Anyway, they had this fun run they did every year. And this kid who was probably nice enough, he'd won it 2 years in a row. And he's going for 3rd year in a row, right?
And you were like, I'm going to kill this guy.
I didn't think I would because he'd won it so often.
Yeah, sure.
I just assumed that he was like the best runner in the world. But it turns out, small fish in a small pond or whatever situation.
Turned out, he had a small disability and everybody was letting him win. And you were like, nah.
Not me.
Yeah, that's right.
So before the race, I'm like, oh, yeah, you're going to go or whatever. And he's like, I'm going to win. And I'm like, okay, good luck. And I thought, yeah, well, he will. Because I didn't realize how fit I was because I'd been running so much.
Sure.
I didn't know. And so I ran this race. It was like 5 or 6K or whatever. And I took off at the start and I didn't see him like the entire time. And I thought that he was ahead of me. I'm like, how have I not seen this guy? He must have fucking got ahead of me. And but I beat him by like 10 minutes. Like it wasn't just that I beat him.
Right.
Like I beat him so badly.
Yeah.
And also I felt bad because like he looked really sad, but I think he didn't train, which he should, which I had done by accident.
Clearly, yeah.
Yeah.
What a time.
Anyway, and then they never ran it again.
Nice.
So I won the last one that ever happened. Feels good to be the champion.
James,
Yeah.
was it a child?
No, we were literally the same age. We were exactly the same age.
Okay,
And I
just say
remember. Yeah. Anyway, I hope he thinks about that because I do. Do you think he thinks about the 2 that he won and that bolsters him? And the 3rd one kind of, what is this show even now?
I don't know, man.
Brings him down? Or do you think that like...
If you're that guy, email in. If you haven't thought about that for 30 years and all of a sudden you're like, oh yeah, I used to do fun runs.
Yeah.
Did you get a medal or
I
something?
got a medal and I
Wow.
got $40.
Where's $40?
I know.
That's weirdly specific.
I know.
Wow.
It was in the junior division. It was like 97 or something
Okay,
like that.
wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Anyway, it's good to be a champion.
That's right.
Yeah. Anyway, so one of them I won through, well, they're both really through skill. One was an impression and one was being the fittest boy.
It's true.
In a small town on that one particular day.
Yeah.
All right, anything else?
That's the whole show, I reckon.
All righty. All right, thanks everyone.
Thank you very much. Grab that Jimmy, guys. Jar Jar Brinks.
Yeah.
He's still there.
Yeah.
He's making it happen.
Is he?
I
What
don't
he
know.
made?
I don't know, man.
What's he doing?
I was hoping you could think of something he was doing.
Oh.
Yeah.
Nah.
Okay, then they can't always be winners, can they?
No, I mean, all jokes are good.
All jokes aside, this was a terrible mistake.
Bye, everyone.
Bye. Okay, James, it's done.
Yeah.
Ready. Algorithms complete.
Thank God.
We just have to push this.
This is the last thing we ever have to record.
Last thing we have to do, and all we have to do, we just hit this button, new episode of the podcast. Just this will be the true essence of the podcast.
Here we go.
James.
We could do that, right? We could just. That's fine.
James, that's perfect.
I agree.
We've done it.
We really have. But it's all going to come together. We've got to fine tune it a little bit, I'd imagine. I don't really mind if we don't.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But hypothetically, would you say if we would be back on the 27th, Monday the 27th of January?
Yeah.
For a new AI-driven episode?
Yeah, we'll just show up and push the button as a team.
Yeah.
We'll turn the keys.
Yeah, that's right.
Push the button.
Oh, God. Can't wait for that, Mason.
That's incredible.
Also, we're still at bigsandwich.co. That's the real us. That one we have to keep doing.
That is true.
If you do want to listen to anything. But maybe there'll be a bonus thing next week. Who's to say?
Right.
Or this is split into two. I don't know. I don't know.
James, the algorithm's demanding a subscription fee.
Okay. We have to.
Yeah, we have to pay.
No.
Yeah, we're
We're
gonna.
not paying for it.
God, it's like $9.99 a week.
A week?
We're
It's too many dollars.
gonna have to do the regular
Oh,
podcast for
God.
the rest of our lives.
Fine. Until AI gets cheaper. Collins, you rehired?
I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He'll want that, right?
I think you probably will like that.
Great.
Actually, yeah.
Thank you so much to Collins for putting this together. What a nightmare. Genuinely.
It really is.
I can't even imagine how he does it. And all the
Yeah.
people who gave suggestions. As I said, we'll be back on the 27th. And then
It's a real human-made episode.
Yeah, we'll be here. Caravan of Garbage starts again and whatever, etc. All right, everyone. Hope you're having a good new year.
Me too.
Bye.
Bye.
Do you want to watch Nathan Fillion's The Rookie? I'm just on his Instagram feed and he's just posted about it.
Not really.
Do you want to watch it with me?